Alright, this is your boy Shelldog7. Welcome to the stream. New Rainbow Six, Siege, Black Ice,
I did.
DLC. We're getting into it tonight.
We lost them. Oh well.
I'm so happy to be playing this.
Well, I could go into.
We're gonna do a quick audio check, then we'll be good to go. Let's get that audio and see where we're at here.
Oh my bad. I was trying to see if I could figure out who those guys were.
Alright, we're good to go. You guys are even unfortunately hearing part of the TV of a cholesterol commercial. But
Let's go.
we can't help that. But
Yeah,
we'll turn the volume on here. Found that out. We're good to go.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we're loading. Then it's like, no, we're just.
You know what? I think I'm
The
the
heck?
one that got kicked out, and then you just ended
about
up
to
getting
say.
kicked out. Now you got a message from Heads.
Alrighty, so
Oh, his
been
shit
waiting
just
for this
froze up.
of
If you guys
DLC
wanna
of Rainbow
party
Six
up,
for a
we
little
can.
while.
Okay, cool.
Like I said
invite him.
before, let me fix my support
Add
back
him.
here. Need to get me a gaming chair. Get that soon enough.
Okay, here.
Yeah, I gotta remember I can't put that on top of there like that. Okay. So
Alright, so hold on. I'm gonna
let's see if
he
I
wants to
can
hook
hit
so
up one of
let
my
me-
friends real quick
yeah, he
here.
just playlist, so let me get him in real quick.
Join. See who's on right now. Corner Shark. Weaponize is on right now. Let me join his game. I'm gonna pick to join my man's game. And see if we can join his game.
Alright, I sent one of the guys an invite. He wanted to join the party, so he should be here soon.
Alright.
Cool. Yeah, see, playing with those guys earlier, man, like, I've only earned 412 points, like, I would have had like 1,000 by now with that time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yo, what's up?
Especially since we played the worst 3 games of water, so 3 games after
Oh,
that,
man.
almost 1,000 points from it.
You don't be having good luck with bottled water, do you?
Not really, no.
Where this guys at? I'll
It's
send
just
him
not
one more.
Yo, listen, man. I was gonna stream the Call of Duty Awakenings
Send him
junk,
one more,
man,
he'll
and then
come in
I
a couple minutes.
I got home and I downloaded this and I thought it was gonna take a while. And as soon as I saw it was done out and I saw your message, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stream it. I'm just gonna play this tonight.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that. Nah, heck no. Especially when I saw those operators. The only thing I'm irritated about is how come we don't get a little video situation with them? Like I don't like that, but
Oh, they don't have one?
nah, they don't have one. I'm looking in extra videos, which they don't have any, but
That's weird.
yeah, I know. So that's kind of bizarre, but have you played with any of them yet, or?
Oh no, I don't have them yet, because I don't have the season pass, so I gotta wait until next week.
Oh, you do? Oh man, I thought you had it,
I
man.
sent him
Oh,
one.
okay.
He doesn't show up in a couple seconds.
Oh,
We'll
I
just
played,
go on.
I played 3 matches
I like
today,
playing
and
with you
everybody
guys.
just
Pretty cool.
takes them right off the bat.
I know. They are.
Actually, have people
I mean-
this is a surprise.
Just don't want to
That's not a surprise right there. I want to see what I can hook up real quick with
Yeah, don't let me buy a game for 84.
You were right
bucks
though.
and
Your intel was right though
Yeah.
about
Like,
her
you can
metal
get advice,
contraption,
like, advice
her metal
from
contraption,
guys
and
like, yo, man,
what
I
they were
can
gonna
look
be
at
and stuff.
this, you need- No, I don't need
I'm
to.
gonna welcome that.
Isn't that what they said it was, or what is it called in the game? I don't know.
Normal, so it's
Oh,
like,
I don't
see,
know.
it sounds like
I think it's labeled welcome mat. I think.
Oh, it might be.
Yo, when I
I was
played
also
it,
worried about
when I
it being
first got the
Canadian.
game, what was it? Not
Yes, you
yesterday.
was.
Well, I don't know, what was it,
I
Tuesday?
predicted
And
that
I
when I was
played,
like,
I
oh,
just
there's
jumped
no
straight into
Canadians in this,
multiplayer, and
they
one
have,
thing the one guy was right about,
so-
if you don't have any operators or nothing, like, it's just open seat,
I'm putting a red. She's got this cool
almost.
This 9mm C1, I'm anxious to see what that's gonna be like. I don't know if I want to put a I don't know if I'm gonna put a silencer on all that yet.
Now, when you say classic, normal.
Gotta find something cool to add it to. Pointed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's a mixture.
8 people in oh no, I mean what one we're doing right now.
Oh.
It seemed like 8 people from any one game.
How about the street? I haven't tried that one yet.
They're supposed to. Oh, go ahead.
I saw a thing and they're calling it an MMO, and I was
What are
like,
you gonna do?
not an MMO because
Yeah, your vote ticket's invalid, okay, buddy?
Unless you're in
No one cares where you went in.
Right.
And then when you're in like the dark
Just
zone,
fucking
you
run,
only
shoot
want
like
up to
everyone
8
else.
players from our
Alrighty.
team.
Man,
And
I need
everybody's like, no,
lot of
there are
work on this
24
house.
people in here.
So, man, this is the first time I've been on this one. Wow.
Not very structurally.
Yeah. Well, you gotta remember it's a beta too, man. I mean, I'm
Be a
sure
home inspector.
they probably didn't want. I'm sure they didn't want us to experience that yet, probably. So.
Well,
The house
there's
said-
one person that claims they went into
Alright.
a battle with 30 people.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go through this window up here.
Putting my
Well,
regular drone.
I just look at it this way. I look at it as long as
Oh, hey.
as long as when I get the game, I can do that.
Andre,
That's
for a second,
fine.
that's gonna be awesome. Your little icon thing.
Let's see. I'm just trying to. I'm about to get one of I forgot her name already. The girl get one of her skins already for this weapon.
What just happened? You guys breached early, huh?
Shut up.
And then
Check this out, ready?
Oh, my point. Hold up. I got 36,000. Can't get out the window.
oh cool. I had 12,000, but
From what I heard, it costs
I hear
25,000 for shooting down lots
Sorry,
of
not a
shots.
joke.
yeah, I guess they were right too because I didn't have. She also comes with the. Did you see their loadouts?
I saw that too. That was perfect. No.
Good thing
Okay.
they're going to the bottom. There's, and they got C4s all over the first floor.
FAL or whatever.
Down below, you guys are.
Yeah, she has. If you want to later on tonight or tomorrow, if you want to, I'll have it on Twitch or something. You can watch at least the beginning part of this. If you want to see, like, because I'm going through it right now real quick. She's got the Super 90 shotgun.
I see him.
Oh, that's in the division.
Right, yeah. So that's
What,
not
is this
too
one just
bad.
kill the enemies?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a nice one. Traction. That's a nice. And they updated the skins too.
Not look comfy.
Yeah, I
Grapple.
see him.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned on what you're
Alright.
doing right now, sir. We got suicide bombers in
Buck's
here.
got the combo thing, and he's got
There's not
a,
right?
underbarrel with a regular automatic, and he's got a marksman. So him and Twitch will be the only ones that have a marksman so far
Not want you to
with
be
that,
concealed.
which is pretty sweet. There's nothing I can do with that. So
Sleep on this shit?
without further ado, at least are you going to be able to play the new map or no? Will this, you think it will cycle in? Oh, cool. At least we could do that too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
You said no lumbar support.
Okay. Alrighty, man. Well, you could pick whatever you want to start out with. It's a Rainbow Six event. I'm going to be on here till like 10:30 or 11
Oh,
tonight.
shit, I walked in the wrong room.
Alright.
Wrong room, sorry.
Oh, and another thing, remember how we're always, whoops, sorry, that was me on accident.
There's 2 down this way. I marked them already.
Damn, okay, first you're talking about buildings. You're talking about this, and you shoot your own teammates in the back.
I bet you a lot of people complained about that, bro.
I'm probably gonna be dead by bomb, probably why they added it.
Damn. Who's
Heck
shooting
yeah.
us?
So yeah, let's just stay on here for a little bit and
Alright.
in the in-game chat
Yeah.
and see if we could talk and
Get the
communicate
smoke.
with
That was
anybody.
done.
Oh shit.
And if we get people that are stupid, then enter our own party.
Right on that.
I can't wait to try those booby traps, those different traps that I saw online that I told you about. Ah, I got to take Buck first. Yes.
Sounded German.
Stunned breach.
There's C4s all through here. Or is it here?
I'm not really much of a breach guy when it comes to doing terrorist mode.
You ever notice that?
I mean, they're all from the same fucking country.
I really wish you had it down so that way I could see what you thought about the
Touchy subject.
operators now.
ISIS now is being recruited by a lot of different people.
Oh jeez.
I guess
It's not
just
really
to put,
surprising.
just
I
to
guess
put
I'll
the
let you
hurt
know,
on
but
somebody, yo, you
I
know
was
what? I'm
watching
getting,
some
like,
video.
jihad
The guy was
attitude.
telling me his worst, his
Jihad already
useless
hates
and
everybody,
best
he lives
ones.
on one half of the
He
world.
said
Well,
IQ is
still,
like the
he's
worst
happy anyway.
one. Because your LCD
Yeah, my
screen
bad.
doesn't really do anything. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really
he's
two
judging
fours
it based
in a
on
row right
multiplayer
there.
play.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
likely.
3 more to go.
Yeah.
3 more left. I feel like shit. I only killed
Shot him,
one so far.
I have to get
Oh,
used to this because it's been like a week and a half since we played this.
One down.
Word.
I
Well,
was outside chilling.
let's just go in there. Heads up, man. Fuck it.
He was.
Yeah, he was on a smoke break.
He was outside.
He's like, hold on, guys. Time out.
He was outside.
All right, what you
firing
got in there so
darts,
far, huh?
man.
How is that not flawless? Nobody died.
No, I got shot. So nobody
Alright.
like flawless is if nobody gets shot. I think.
Yeah, somebody got him.
Yeah.
Racking and kills is close. Hey,
I'm bringing up the.
Nice, nice. Oh, we got one up front there.
Oh, look, guys. You know, I spent half of the time with the drones just because I thought it was bombs for some reason. I was like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
do the
suicide
drones.
bomber.
hey, he's just closing
I don't
the
know
door.
where, but alright, cool.
There you go.
Yo, this guy's gun is fierce, man. This fucking, this
Trying to make sure that when you
C8SW.
guys-
Stands clapping for us.
It's got
Trying to
a.
make sure when you guys use the bathroom, you wipe
Yeah,
twice.
he
That's
was
what
also
I'm doing,
rating. He
right?
said Thatcher, one of the best ones. He said Ash, the best one.
Yeah.
Ash
Sure,
is
this is
definitely
the
Ash,
toilet bowl
he
has-
put in a top tier one, Ash, Thermite, and Thatcher.
Oh man.
I have so many guys up in this room here.
Ooh.
He said Ash because she's quick, her guns are good, and her special you can use like
No
you can use to
doubt.
kill enemies.
You guys is really gonna make me be the recruit.
Oh, you were right in
You
front of
guys
me, so
suck.
I didn't want to.
This fucking sucks, dude.
Hey, you
Oh.
want to be IQ? I could be Sledge in here at least.
Alright, yeah, let me be IQ, because the recruit...
Alright, there you go.
Yo, when you've been to operators and you go to recruits loadout, you just realize, like, they really did nose that recruit up.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's down.
Damn. They gave him a little fishbowl mixture of the lowest grade shit.
They love the fucking floor. They're like, you don't even get a
Did he now?
Here in the base. Here in the basement.
Yeah, there's a guy in the right.
Oh, are you down in the basement?
Yeah, right outside.
There's some barbed wire.
All right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got lagged. Right? I got lagged. Some barbed wire. That's a
Yeah, you lagged again.
Get your...
Alright, this is bomb defusal.
Alright.
Like, good, I get to use my...
I'm heading down. Yeah, I'm getting lagged too. All right, yeah. Somehow it got lagged too when I got to you.
Through this wall.
Like it won't let us go through that door for some reason. Oh well.
But do you,
That's a good idea.
but do you have your hard hat on? That's what
Yeah.
OSHA wants to know.
How many more people are left? 6? Dang.
Oh god, they're all over here.
Let's see.
How about we just
You guys cleared out the basement?
We'll just demolish the building. We'll take
know,
the
right?
Right?
Oh,
I'm up
yeah.
on the top floor.
Yeah.
Stupid suicide bomber. Shot.
Bottoms up with my grenade,
Bomb right
baby.
in front of him, so just watch out. There's bombs all over this bar area, so every single stairwell.
Ow, ow. Man, I already got more kills than my past 2. Holy crap, there's a bunch of... Oh!
Told you there's bombs in there.
I love how you're worrying progressively gets better.
Nice shotty.
I love how I got this. and
Oh
I-
god, if anybody's stature,
Oh, God, oh,
have a
God.
field day.
That's how it is.
Oh, I got guys. I got.
Alright, I'm coming up to you.
3 hostiles remaining.
Okay, I need to find a way up.
Op 4 eliminated.
Alright, just go up the ladder. Get up the ladder.
Ah, ladders are for people that play Call of Duty. Oh,
Interesting playing with Buck for the first time.
Hey,
I have a repel.
how is he?
no,
I think
Call
he's
of
good.
Duty
Climb this
needed a
ladder.
jump pack.
His weapon is fierce, at least the
Don't even get me started. I love the game.
No,
That
I love
C8
the game
one.
too, I got it. just
I didn't
haven't
get to
played it
use
since
his
I got this
shotgun
game.
on anything, so
Me either.
Yeah, but I'll work it in a row.
he moves pretty fast. He's medium. He's 2 armor, 2 speed. So
Fallout a lot.
Is there money in here?
Yeah, there's a
This is a lot
suicide.
of money.
How is Fallout anyway?
you have a feeling she's gonna be better. I haven't
Get it,
played with her
but-
yet. But
Heard it's
It
really
is
good.
amazing.
then again, I don't know how you.
Cool.
I mean, like I said, the guy was doing the judges before these two came out,
Oh god.
and I kind of agree with him though. With
It's getting hot
Ash,
and heavy in here. Is that
Don't
what's
stand
happening?
up. Don't
Um,
stand up. Don't stand up.
3-tier best ones. All the shield guys rated in
More
the
than
top
one
tier
kill, you
too, except
bastards. Move.
his name was.
You freaking son of a gun.
More than one kill, you bastard.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Move. Man.
I mean, I just feel like if
Shoot
your
my leg.
shield, like if you play with them right, it's gonna take
There's
away
two,
the
right?
fun
Yeah,
because
there's
you.
one more.
I mean, you could run in and charge,
Hey,
but
you
it's
guys
really
remember
not
Call
what
of
they're.
Duty, I'm not a Call of Duty fan, by the way, but
You
we
know,
all played Call of
it's
Duty
kind of like
first
more
world.
they're like defensive, offensive guys.
Remember when
Be
you could
honest.
get the coward's way out? What if they still had that? What if you could just like shoot yourself in the leg and be like, I'm done?
No, man. Come on. You serious?
Come on, we need to get a good defense so I can
It's gonna
try
be all
Frost
the
out.
way down.
Oh,
But I
locate the
started
hostage.
from the floor, so there's a basement in this one, right?
Well, you know what they say, you started from the bottom now, yeah, okay.
Oh, you chucked yours pretty high, bro.
Where?
I came in from behind and shot the two in front of whoever's outside.
Don't
so.
bust in the grandma's cookie kitchen.
Wow, that was weird.
There you
How
go.
was I able to take your drone and use it, or go in it and look at it?
There's a fat ass guy in here with a shotgun.
It's Mad Harley Davidson's
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
I just want to take one and drive
Grandma, what
away.
do you do with this flash?
Oh, okay.
If you're down the D-pad, you don't have to go out.
Okay, I hear
Okay.
I had like 5 health for like
Basement's
half
clear.
the game.
Good job.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Bastards, I got more than 4 kills. Take that.
Still viewing through my
That. It's a
Oh my
that.
god, no, I got my own
Shoot up
now.
top, up
It's
top,
just
up
bad
top.
barbed wire down in the basement. I mean, don't.
Motherfuckers, man.
So is there like any way I
can I
can
not
get back
mark
into this game?
Nope.
You're not holding down the Y button?
I was. It wasn't
I'm
working
almost
now.
dead.
First club is clear.
Alright.
Get them for me.
Can't believe I still haven't found a hostage yet. What the hell's going on here?
That's
Suicide
the bar
bomber.
area where I will be relaxing while I'm dead as a bug.
Club.
Yo, if any of y'all care to join, oh, God, no, shots, headshots, don't go in there. Look to your left. Look to your left. See that sign? No guns
Yeah,
allowed.
no
sorry.
guns allowed.
Mm.
Damn.
Can't go in there.
Got a whole lot of bombs going on there. Well, there's nothing
Shot
out
guy.
there.
Oh, I found the other bomb, guys.
Damn, how do you shoot me? We're
great,
both.
good
I don't know
down
where
now.
I don't know where he is.
Damn it.
I'm droning with you.
Are you serious?
To your left.
Yeah.
Oh, you just patted him on the head. You say, hey,
Rains out. Like I must have thrown a freaking barbed wire.
They had a bomb in a cabin.
I know that shit is terrible.
Did you get?
Oh yeah, I know where he is. Yeah, it's in here.
You got him too. All right. Damn, these
Sorry,
motherfuckers.
if you guys go behind you, like when I mark reach the floor somewhere.
You can't mark him.
I know that's very
Yeah,
helpful.
if you guys look around, there's a big ass hole in the floor somewhere, but
Oh,
I'll
or we get shut out.
Post
There's a
left.
bomb
somehow,
right
like,
there.
all these
I
guys
don't
are
know where.
dressed really casually.
Jeez, what a shocker there, huh?
Stun gun? My bad. Yeah, I know.
Post goes down. Post just
My bad.
GIGN's got
That's
some
ridiculous, man.
fucking
Like,
purple
so
Susans,
much. We were right there
crispy
too.
jeans on,
I know.
everybody else is with a flak jacket. How about
Headshots go through there.
Headshots
Headshots
go through there.
Post migration. That's the way I went.
And are you still alive?
No, I'm dead.
I know, man.
Alright, headshots don't go through the floor.
No, it's clear. It's clear from when I was down there. But I got blown up by a cabinet.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They need to stop that. That's for sure.
Flash in there.
Straight, and then you want to go through the
Hosts leaving when they quit.
Yep, right there.
They should just be forced to watch.
Yeah, when they die, they just watch out for any other bombs.
Yeah.
I hate when people.
I know, I like the characters.
You
Yeah.
have to defuse, brother.
The girl is really good.
Crouch.
Yeah, I haven't been able to
Dude, I'm
use the
messing
girl
with
yet.
people. I troll people when they take traps and
Alright,
just injure them.
nothing down here so far. Damn, you started.
Yeah,
it
can
already?
anything,
Where
can
you guys
anything, can
at?
anybody destruct it? I know Thatcher can't. Nobody can do anything with it. It just
Oh
is
God,
like
this is gonna be a nice
No,
coronation here.
you can you can look on the
Beautiful.
ground. You can see him. It's pretty good if you.
I want to know how you can destroy it. That's what I want to
No
know.
matter what,
Just
don't
like
mess up.
Oh, okay.
Unless you got that dumb idiot that goes in on that.
I had a suicide bomber and the guy shoot me. I was sandwiched like a cookie.
Cookies.
Yeah, Oreo
Two
man.
different types of
All right, we're droning out.
Look at that sandwich. Use that shield. Hell yeah.
All right, I'll go and save you, man. You got him.
I told you guys.
Nice,
There's
nice.
two girls left. Girls can do it, man.
Well, you guys sure know how to make an entrance. Tell you that.
Get your ass roasted.
Where are you at? Where are you at? Out there? Over here?
All
All
right.
right.
Gadgets I got on my arm and see bombs. I can't see the freaking big suicide bomber right there next to me.
Hey, weaponized. Where's the hostage at? Oh, down, basement. All right.
None of you guys better say there's nothing wrong with the equipment or something wrong with the human. I don't want to hear that either. Hey, look at that. I came in with a healthy 7.
Hostage secured. Moving to the extraction
Yeah, have you
point.
seen that Rainbow
Blow
Six
a hole in
commercial
it.
with the
Blow a
black
hole in
dude,
it.
Siege the Day?
Approaching. The hostage
That
is
thing's so
Blow it
funny.
down on the project. There's a hole in it.
They do a commercial on the game. He's like,
Air move.
Here, watch out.
or more important than bullets. I'm like, well, you need something. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, what's that?
You guys
Terrorist
know
Hunt
that commercial?
classic.
It's like, you're in my garage. Got my brand new Lamborghini.
Oh yeah.
Anybody know?
Up top here.
Oh,
Damn. He just took one to his chest.
funny, man.
You're all right.
Why not, man? You pay enough for the game. Pay the price of life every day. Have fun, man.
Lost the
Screw
hostage.
it.
Secure the hostage.
Why
Lost the
Why
hostage.
did my wife fall asleep?
You're the
watching
hostage.
Get them to the extraction
John
point.
Lennon, the murder of John Lennon and Oku.
The old Flash.
Whatever the fuck her name is.
Fuck Yoko Ono. She fucking, I hate her.
You can
Isn't
Hope
she
he
the one?
died.
Isn't she the one that killed him? Or I know he got, or did he get shoot by some random person?
Okay, so John Lennon.
Now we
was,
provide that
taken over
excellent
to
customer
hotel,
service.
Right.
We
and
cradle
I'm a
our
big
hostages.
Beetlejuice And a crazy guy that was, he didn't like John Lennon's way of life, so he ran up to him, shot him in the street. But he pled temporary insanity.
Weaponized. Tell him how much of that happens to me.
Drug
Don't say what?
influence and
Jesus.
whatever, like
You
of,
keep doing
of
this,
medication
no
and
one
so on.
wins
So he didn't get away with it, but you know that
Someone
whole
invite
bullshit.
everybody.
Wow,
to a
okay,
party.
so
I
that's
hate
what
Yoko though. I,
So
a
we
lot
What did
of
she do when that happened? Like, where was she? Was she with him,
She
or
was with him.
she saw him die?
Oh, I love this.
All right.
Won't y'all go add
Ooh, this is.
So then, why do a lot of people hate her? Because you're not the only one.
Okay, so the thing is a lot.
I play this game all the time.
Sure, but I think a lot
Me and
of
Weaponized do.
She had something to do with it.
Set it up.
We're like level.
Whoa,
What
like
level
this
are
guy
you
set
now?
me up. Damn.
Weaponized. I'm
That was me.
64.
Yes, she did, Ash. You meant to do that shit.
Jesus.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What y'all want me to
So
put a
there ain't nobody in here. Stop shooting.
Yeah,
Damn,
Eric
everybody
can
just
start a
come
party
through.
that
Yo.
Like,
Okay.
hey,
Yeah, weapon.
Listen.
see, look,
There's
oh,
a
that is.
whoa, 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 whoa. There's a big difference between
All right.
what they look like and what we look
You know,
like.
I
I
would
think.
be
I mean,
level 100 by now,
subdued
but I should quit
Jason
playing this
mask.
game a little bit ago 'cause they got
Eliminate
bullets
all
to me. I know
Oh, this is the new one.
wearing shades. Wearing shades.
Oh, you are, man? We'll help you out, man. We'll help you out.
Yeah, I'll help you out. I love that.
Shit, that's me on every day.
This is the new board, though.
I hear you there.
I have no clue what
I
this
had a
map's
female
about,
friend,
though.
She used to. She wore shades. Like I took her to a Mets game. A night
We about to find out.
It's nighttime, 9 o'clock. And she's got shades on.
Suicide coming.
I never thought about it. till
I'm about to
somebody
throw a
asked me
grenade at his
like, "Yo,
ass."
why is she wearing shades? I was like, you know what? I don't even know. That's just her thing.
Watch out.
Shit, sorry.
Let me tell you something, motherfucker.
I was shooting a bomb behind you. Oh my god, I'm
Nothing
probably
in there
dead.
for Bob.
Yeah, I'm still shooting the bomb.
Hey, one time today we were playing a match and this one guy went into the room like kind of like this where there's mad.
What was it,
barbed wire,
suicide?
And instead of helping us,
Hey,
shoot
you got
these guys,
try to.
just clear the bottom.
Were you with anybody or were you by yourself?
It was like the funniest
Yeah.
thing. I was like, is that like a 2-year-old play or
Oh,
what?
damn it, again.
All right. Yeah, it's not. I mean, normal you could kind of get away with being by yourself, but
I kept getting shot in my ass.
not really that. Oh, I got them all in here. Grenade out.
I dropped down below.
You gotta watch out there, bro.
Table here.
Oh, shit.
I got you. Move out. Where you at?
Ah, there it is. Hello, baby. How you doing?
There you go.
Here for the party.
Get you back up. We still got one more in there, I think. No, we cleared it. All right.
Out, huh?
Stay for the show.
Baby. Doors can't keep me locked out from the hose.
I looked
will
in
it?
the basement.
Oh, god damn it! It's a white trash. It's a white trash strip club. Look at this goddamn table. Look at this.
Weaponize you, Twitch.
You know what's funny? I'm doing the same thing that guy was doing
Oh,
now.
okay.
I don't even know it, but I am. I'm down here with mad barbed wire.
All right, I'll send everybody. I'll invite everybody to a party after this round.
Here's the strip club.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look, I'm dancing for you.
Oh, I just.
Oh man, we got some bombs in here, man. Fuck.
Dude, that knock sounds fucking terrifying.
Nice.
That's all I go
Where's
do.
your best around
All right, let me go invite everybody.
Well, I'm
not necessarily messing
I'm
around.
clearing
looking
mad
for the
barbed
enemies.
wire.
I can't find any.
Yeah, that's true. Where are all the enemies?
I just took care of all those
Probably in the
bombs
basement.
There
there.
was one right here.
Uh-oh, somebody said here they come. So we're close,
Man,
bro.
there's my
Freshly
car
baked.
right here. Check out my car. Pretty sweet. I
Is
think.
it a brand new Lamborghini?
Yeah. You wanna
They
check it
seem
out?
pretty cool.
No, I'm not
That's
interested.
best
Sorry.
paint job
At
ever.
least they're talking. Ernie is on the way.
Yeah.
Shit. That way
See,
nobody
what is
knows.
it? 3 more people, right? So
That
it's
is
all right.
that color. Yo, where am I in the link?
Yeah, it's you
Is
know.
this link
I wanna
and
play it on
shit?
more
Like,
than- I've
what
only
the
played on
fuck?
Terror.
Cave?
Oh, okay.
This dude literally just stood there. Oh shit.
All right. Is El Chapo one of them
Really?
too?
Where'd you guys climb up? Where'd you guys even climb up?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Right there, right here?
Mytho
Oh,
and
you guys
Bernie
even
is
climb
right.
up.
Darth Vader
Apparently
stuff.
there's 7 more enemies here.
Okay.
Damn, where am I
Just need
going?
to
Go
invite
in there.
one more.
I don't think I can.
All right, I sent them all
Suicide
one.
bomber.
Jesus,
Sorry.
dude. There's 6
All
more
right, yeah, they're
remaining
starting to.
left.
All right, cool.
I hear
Somebody's loving them some buck, huh? And he
That
gave me
was
the
me.
fucking.
I thought I
recruit.
heard somebody go,
Whatever.
That shit made me laugh.
My bad, man.
Well, that's because I was setting up the party.
No, as
Gotta let
I
that happen.
turned around, he was
The
there.
thanks I get.
Yo, we're down here in the arms room, and like,
What are we playing
I
here?
don't know how to
Hey,
get out,
you
bro.
you in? You good?
'Cause we can't
No.
reach that
No.
one area, can we?
Please.
Okay, bomb defusal. All right.
Oh, here's the ladder. Follow me. There's a ladder up here. Oh, I got you. Coming up now. Where the hell are you? Oh, you're up further?
Oh god.
I'm a recruit. Even more reason to drone.
Follow
gonna
me. He's
check
not
the
gonna shoot me.
second door.
Help me.
All right, I'll be in the first
Where are
one.
you?
No, but fucking help me. Damn.
He's like, I have no
Alright.
clue. Just help me, damn you.
Please help me. I'm dying. Please, please, God. No,
What'd he
it's
say?
You got fucking-
I got one.
I know, sorry.
I watched you die too.
They just shot my bomb out. I mean, not my bomb out, my fucking drone out.
The hallway.
There's only 2 of us left here.
Bomb.
Oh,
Dude,
bullshit.
speaking of a guy here,
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't even.
I'm worth more than just
Who's down?
On YouTube.
I
Well,
can't believe I had
Can
so
you
much
shoot me
hope. I heard,
down?
I'm coming to get you. I'm right here. Just crawl inside. Crawl inside.
you know,
dude. I'm just like,
I thought you were right above us, but I was like in some type of cavern or something.
Blitz has got the diffuser.
Oh, look at that. I don't know where the hell I was at. There's only one more enemy left. Like, where the hell is he? Is he outside?
Oh,
Probably the
are you
most.
coming in here? I'm about to die. I
Retrieve the
just
device.
died.
Roam.
Probably just standing outside, but where the hell are these guys? You got the
I'm just roaming outside. I don't care. Fuck it.
I thought you guys
You
already
can't
had the
stop
bomb
me,
under control.
bitches.
No.
Or he's in the strip.
Well, who's got the? Nobody's got the
Dancing
diffuser.
around the
Where?
pole,
Oh,
is
it's
that
down
trash
there.
I have it.
Big hole right there? That's me. Go right there.
Okay, I'm here to save you.
Hey,
now.
Weaponized has got the trigger finger with the marksman rifle.
Sorry about that. Yo, let's dance.
Oh, wait. No, you got it.
Oh.
Suicide, I hear
so
him.
I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't know about you. No.
Hey, here's the tip, man. Like,
Come on,
if
where the
we're
hell
all
are these
shooting,
guys at
some
now?
people kneel and
This
some
round
people
ended.
stand, so we're not shooting each
No.
other.
I know. That's
what I'm
that's
saying?
Why I'm running around here. Man, I'm just
Yeah, that's
preaching
why I
shit.
did.
I don't even care. Come on.
Like, I'm gonna stay crouching the whole
Getting
time
tactical
here.
here. I'm gonna breach outside.
Stay crowd sometimes because I have a teammate.
Actually.
Yeah. And try not to set that until everybody gets in here and we clear all this.
Let me find some stairs and get fuck up there.
There we go.
Watch out for the hole.
Yeah, I know. They're coming in. Go ahead. You got a clear
here you
shot.
go.
Yeah. I'm watching. I could watch the hole if you want. Oh, blown up. I was killed. He went in the wall and shot me. Which they usually don't do on normal. Oh, he breached and I was right there. Wow.
No, right? Yo.
Man, that guy hit me like I was hard.
When you're down.
I feel like I'm in a fucking.
No, it's not. That's not stupid. They're trying to bait people in, man. They'll let you stay there
Now I'm glitching.
so that other people could come unsuspected. Like, how the fuck did we? Oh wow. No, we're running that shit back.
That's downstairs again.
We're running that. We're running that back.
I wanna go back too far.
I'm not having that.
What are you doing?
This is.
It's experience.
Whoever arrested my son.
I mean, that's as far up as we going here.
Also, yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry, guys. I really feel like shit now. Like, I thought this was funny at first, but I really don't know where this dude is.
I mean, as long as 2 or 3 people are droning, that's fine. But just be careful if you ain't gonna drone, cause
Okay, gotcha.
Hit X.
In that room.
yeah, we're good. We're getting it.
All right. That's where we first
Oh,
breached
you got him,
in.
you
You
got
got him?
Wow, he was just, that guy was just chilling too.
Was he out? Was he outside? Let me see.
No, he was inside.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, what? You?
I know I'm not the only one that has it, cause I haven't been able to use Buck yet.
Holding dynamite with the American fans.
Oh my
The guy on the
God.
wall.
Vote for
Yeah,
Pedro.
my bad.
Oh.
I just like him. He's like.
That's okay. As long as I get to use Frost on defense, we'll be good.
Got a whopping 7 kills.
Oh, you can use frost.
Dan.
That's cool.
I gotta at least try her
I
out.
got a
Yeah,
guy
I gotta
on
at
my
least try her
stream
out.
saying, it's funny how you go in with a suppressor.
Okay,
but
somebody
you
pick
don't
that, you're
even
good.
Try to be sneaky. I think he
Nobody's
wants to say
picking Ash.
sneaky.
I'll pick
Yeah.
Ash.
Or sneaky, yeah.
Yeah, let me entertain my viewers.
Yeah, man, I
for a
can't
second.
wait to play defender,
I
man. Like
understand your
defend, man.
point, man, but you know, I mean,
Set up those new traps I learned, man.
Hey, it's just
Hmm?
AI.
No.
How do we know
No.
they're sneaky?
How do we know if they know?
Right.
Oh no, no, no.
that's- you know,
It's defend. I just
oh, wow,
can't
we're
wait
actually
to
getting to be the other side now.
play
Oh,
it.
who took Doc, man? You bastard. That's cool. I want to try this new guy here.
Oh my god.
What's his
You
name?
could just be a recruit.
No, I'm good.
All right, I'm on the first floor. I'm going over to the other building.
Chanka.
Oh my god.
That's his name. That's his name.
China plate.
Listen, man, that's the mean. No, that's the mean fucking.
We got guys on the stairs, man.
I know where my hubcaps went, man. Right there, bro.
The room with the second bomb over here.
And somebody said I'm a comedian. Oh, man.
All right, well, I've got the
I'm not a
diffuser,
comedian.
so-
It's just the game's funny when you play with people who are funny too.
At A, there's a bunch of bombs. Nitro
I mean, they're the ones saying China plate, not me.
Hold on. I got you. I got you. No, I got you.
Okay, so tell me where you guys want the mounted gun, because I'm all for that.
Yep.
I thought I had a diffuser. How'd you get it?
Are you okay, baby? You're okay.
Oh, when I went to pick him up? All right.
Yeah, we're right
Leave Eminem alone.
No, right here.
That's running away.
Leave Eminem
Hold on,
alone.
we gotta
It
wait
looks
for
like he's
everybody
trying to.
Yeah, you don't set it yet.
What
Set
are
it when they
doing,
come.
Yo? You doing the
Oh,
Doing the
Yeah,
Cody
but you-
Parker
but-
problem or something? What just happened?
Everybody's gotta get here
You
first.
guys want this mounted gun?
You gotta
man?
work together as a team.
First, let me.
I'm telling you, man, you could get away with that on normal, but when you play it on hard, if you ain't playing it the right way, forget it. And that's just hard.
Sorry,
Just
guys,
forget
I
it.
put my garage.
No, you need to play teamwork or else.
I play hardcore mode all the time. I play
Hurricane
hard
Isis.
hardcore mode.
Here we go,
You
guys.
mean you mean realistic mode?
Hey, I've got
Yeah.
a that's what I meant.
Put the diffuser down.
Only this board makes me feel like
I'm gonna blow a
I'm
hole
a
for you
freaking
to
carpenter, man. Like
Alright, I'm
seriously.
gonna throw my.
Yo.
Yeah, sorry.
I have an
Alright,
armor
what's your
bag, so I'm gonna
question?
throw that down right here.
Gotcha.
Hey, how
What
about we
is the
reinforce
thing
this
that
right
you
here so Captain's log.
EMP.
can come in. There we go.
So you throw that down when you see the bombs,
I'm gonna reinforce this.
and it'll short all the power out in the room.
Well, that didn't really
Oh,
work out too well, did it?
Oh,
I could
shit.
also
Their plan is defending
make it so
enemy
a
action.
Hey.
suicide bomber can't strike themselves.
What the heck?
Go away.
Oh, there's a
Whoa.
bunch of them coming in. What the?
We're close.
Alright, I got this area covered,
I
weaponized.
don't like your kind around here.
He doesn't, man.
I'm telling you guys right now.
Does anybody know
I don't like you either.
We gotta work together. 'Cause,
Yeah, I did that for 2 hours with people, and never won a match.
My hot plate right
it
here.
is
My hot plate.
Gun looks like it's like a fucking too. Good lord.
Oh shoot.
No, I'm not actually.
Roll it now.
Alright, I am now.
Man, that's
Yeah, I mean, unrealistic, I don't even bother to play that right now. Till I find an ultimate team. What's up?
in other words,
China bowl in a shot plate.
gotta wait for the.
Oh, they get in from all over. They get in from the stairs, they get in from the windows, they repel up, they repel down. They just spawn.
do pretty much whatever they want to.
Alright.
You guys want to cook some food on a hot plate? No, I want to shoot everybody up.
Just literally
we need
exactly like the gun from Call of
He's
Duty.
coming.
Does right? Yeah. Shooting it up, man.
There's some hidden in here.
Ben's
We're
bending over for me. Hey, come here.
over here somewhere.
Yo, Eminem is just straight.
I like
I don't know if I
up.
got them all. I'm not going to.
Oh, I am.
They all gone.
Let me reinforce this
No,
wall
no,
here,
no,
shall
no.
we?
It on the table. I got it.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Doc,
Don't worry, I'm
just,
putting
just
this
keep
back
your your
Alright.
dart guns, your
Let's
revived
wait
dart
for
guns
everyone.
handy, man, because
Alright.
I feel like you're gonna need them soon.
I'm ready.
I love how we have like.
I'll watch here in this. Man, we gotta get this barbed wire out of here,
Prison,
man.
dog.
Bro, there ain't
That's all
nobody
I
here.
I got the window in here.
Fucking
I hear suicide.
Oh man, my bad.
Don't shoot Eminem now.
Oh, he's over
I'm
here.
not. I'm just shooting it because I wanted to hear the sound of the hot plate.
Oh,
Looking good, looking good. Hey, who did we lose?
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
Was that the doc that got taken down?
Oh,
No, that was
okay.
me.
you just die or?
Doc
You just-
Holiday can't be taken down.
Oh, I'm down. You got somebody in here.
I'm almost out of
Somebody in that other room.
Oh, you.
Alright, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, free for all now.
You don't come
I'll be
here
up there in
anymore.
5.
That's when I shot.
Miv though wasn't having it. He was like, I got this,
Yeah,
man.
it's my wife.
Oh,
Got a couple more to go. Got one more.
What?
They're only one and a half or
This
more
one's
than
pretty easy
one.
to defend so far.
Listen, when I played
Hey,
this,
Eminem.
I played this with
Eminem.
Yeah,
another
yeah.
You
team.
call this a,
They added one map.
They were
like the
getting
way I
wild.
lie now?
they need to add more operators.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you again. Everything's
Hey,
gonna
listen.
be okay.
Nah, yeah, but yeah, that's how they do it
Shot
though.
him with your dart, your revive gun. and
I don't
what
mind
you
it though.
do.
If I got all the operators,
Find out.
they'll eventually get old.
That would be
Okay,
funny.
try it out. Why not?
This armor bomb again? Can I get a protect the hostage? Can I get protect something so I can play with the girl?
right,
No,
Eminem.
listen.
The sixth.
It's called,
Just gonna stand there and here.
Damn. Yeah, it says protect the hostage. It's protect the hostage.
called
You
terrorist
mad
hunt,
dog.
not be the terrorist.
I laid
But
into him,
there's
dude. They
people
flew
involved,
right
so
through
you
the.
can help
They
and
flew
stuff.
to the desk and laid into his
Oh,
gut.
you
I
know, we
feel
don't-
terrible.
Ooh, I got a question. Where are the enemies?
Yeah, and there's
10
We
enemies
can't get in.
remaining.
That's the problem.
Especially when they look like
They're gonna
Eminem.
breach right here,
You are the
there.
hostage.
I mean, I'm sure if this play. Oh God, they're sniping.
Yeah, from across the house there, right? Yeah.
terrorist hunt, not be the terrorist.
You can call it whatever you want to call it. I don't
Good
care.
job, man. That bomb came
I want to
in
play
handy.
some protect the
Eminem.
hostage. And the rookie, the recruit here.
Silencer on a shotgun sounds weird, dude.
No, that's what I wanted it to
Sounds
be.
like it sounds like the gun's choking.
We figured you would.
Fucking die.
See you around.
Sure, I just died because I heard a bomb ticket, and I just did the opposite.
You know they like
Oh.
changed the look of
You got a guy outside with the drone. I got him. Why is he not dying? I shot him like 3 times.
That's funny.
Weaponized. You gotta stop droning. We got some heat out here. Suicide coming.
Oh my god.
It's all right. I saved you.
I got shot.
Weaponized. I saved you. I took a bullet for you, man.
I got
I know. He just blew me up though.
Dude, look at these guys. I feel terrible for these dead guys. Like piled in debris.
I'm down. Don't come near me. Bomber just killed me. I'm good. That's alright. Nah, that's alright.
Man, I thought
Listen,
you was
man.
somebody too.
I just want to know what your faith is. All right, pal. What's your faith? What's your faith, pal? Like, I don't know. I got tape over my mouth. Like, why can't we take the tape off his mouth?
Till I
Like,
collapse, I'm feeling these bands. As long as you're not say that I'm not, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. It's when I am not,
Where are you?
good freestyle.
Weaponized. You done too? What happened?
yeah,
Oh, they're coming in. Oh, okay.
Weaponize that people that you have.
Oh,
I just have you wait in a basement. Oh wow,
God
Doc,
damn it.
shoot me, Doc.
Hey, I like that.
With that-
I like that
That
skin
drug.
you got there, Mipto. What is that?
Shoot
know where you
Your
at.
weapon.
me with that serum. I'm in the
The
front.
skin. The weapon skin you got.
Oh, they blew it from how? Didn't you read?
I mean the weapon skin, the
I
color.
fell down the stairs, man.
Oh, it's gold.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I don't know.
Beautiful color.
How am I down
I
here?
don't know where you
Yeah, I
are.
like that color.
I fell straight down or something. Like from the front of there.
Get lit
See if you
up.
guys can do it
coming at
before I get blood loss.
Weaponized. You down? Dang.
No, you're good. You're good.
30 seconds remaining in bomb defusal cycle.
Look at all the bodies in the corner over
Oh,
here.
we won. We won. Good job.
Victorious.
Good job. Good job.
Sure
Good
they're
job.
dead.
Uh-oh.
Look at me. Look at me just.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. You look like a human pincushion, guy. God damn. What the hell? Like,
Oh, I forgot to give you guys a heads up. I'm streaming, just so you know. So I want you guys feeling all
but I had a
weird.
change on Chinaman place.
Oh, they got you up just in time, Weaponized.
Yeah. Amazing, dude.
Yeah, but I don't mind telling people. Sometimes people don't tell them.
Awesome.
Let me grab it.
All right, this is my last one in the
No,
night.
but to answer your
Oh, go
You know
ahead.
how
Go
some
ahead.
people
This is my
are
last
weird,
one.
you know,
I
I
like
don't want
this.
to talk to you.
To bomb location
Okay, let's
straight
go.
device.
I'm not that streamer. I don't get into that. I just stream it just to do it.
Oh, yeah, we'll get excited at the plane.
Oh, you guys got one more
Yo,
bomb to go
I played
to.
this
All
plane
right.
like 6 times in a row once, dude. It was stupid. And the only thing I can think of
Weaponized is
like,
bringing them
going to
Christmas
plane,
cheer.
How's the plane that big, Like, how's it really that big?
It's upstairs.
Air
Oh,
Force
these
One,
planes-
dog.
Yeah, these
Oh,
planes are
not
huge.
that room. Are you serious?
Oh,
You got
it's Air Force One.
that open room?
Yeah.
Forget.
Oh my God.
There's only 2 of those.
As I like to call it, the death trap.
Right, it's not air.
Oh, okay, good.
Shit. I just,
Yeah, they have a decoy one also. Not in the basement.
There goes my Scholastic News learning for today. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
it's next to the
Appreciate that. Scholastic newspapers, man. Hey, the guy that said I was a comedian, He now follows me on Twitch. I appreciate that, pal.
Should we write across?
Continue.
Alright, how do we want to breach this?
Look, don't get all excited. He didn't follow you for you. He followed you for all the stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
Get your hopes up.
But that's
Yeah,
why.
we're the comedians here.
That's why I secretly sent you guys a friend's request that you won't know, you won't see it till tomorrow, and you'll all be my friends.
Yeah,
That's the whole evil plan. All right, so
Sounds like a good
I mean,
plan.
is this necessary to have all this barbed wire right there, bro? Like, I mean,
Oh shit.
Oh, no, not necessary.
Bandit
shit.
It is.
Damn. Okay, down the hallway
Basically.
straight.
Oh, I need ammo.
So I'm gonna. Oh,
Out of. All right.
thanks for warning me about that.
Oh, I was breaching the floor. There's your warning.
Oh fuck, I'm lagging.
Yo,
I'm
there's
lagging.
bombs right there. Don't go up the stairs there. Just forget it. Bombs up there, and I don't see them. Oh man.
Here's the presidential chair.
Oh shit. I'm starting to get fucked right now.
Where? Where are you? Why does she yell like that? She yells like as though somebody's chasing the hell out of her. When I pull out the LCG, is there something there? Shooting through the wall, bro. Behind us. Damn, dude. Funny.
That's a fucked up childhood, okay? Just stick to like that.
How do you know these aren't real nuns and we're, like,
It's the
killing them all?
town. It's the town.
Let me get in front, man, since I got my LCB. Alrighty.
Oh,
right
well,
there.
by all means, after you.
Okay, after you.
Alrighty.
I got 8 health left. Wait, can we breach this? Come on.
I just really want them to give me a disarm bomb next. Yeah, right.
Yes. That was worth
Again,
it, probably.
Thanks for the
I think they're giving that to us 3 times in a
That's the
row.
most worth it.
Oh my god, come look at this bacterial spread, dude.
Watch it
Yeah.
be.
There he is.
Oh my
Defense.
god, that
I
is
decided to paint the
great.
plane.
No.
I haven't gotten to defend yet since I've been on. Lipstick red. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hell no.
Back here.
Seriously, it likes
Oh,
to be
oh,
in a
God
damn.
damn it.
Here, crawl back to
Damn,
me.
what just happened, bro?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
that's what it was.
Oh, you guys are over there. I'm with. Okay.
No sleeping on the job. Let's go.
Check this kill out here.
Twitch needs to send their program and
Sit
just
down,
start
son.
zapping everybody.
Twitch.
I don't know if I should. By the time I send my drone in, you guys will already take all the fun away. Let me show you something. I want some kills too. I'm just gonna go in there. Something.
That guy came out of nowhere. Hey.
Twitch is fun on multiplayer. She's fun on multiplayer because when guys are down,
You're gonna go in there with your drone.
Hey, I
B,
did
you're
too.
gonna get shot back at
Not me,
by your
actually, that was
teammate
my
while you're
fault.
killing people. Or C,
I think that was
I
a.
was trying to breach the floor below you, but you walked on top of it and it
Oh.
fucking shot you in
Is
the leg.
everybody in the lobby?
Well, I'm keeping everybody in front of me, so I'm not getting shot in the back. That's how I roll.
yeah, I've had that
Good.
happen by the-
Good grief, Charlie Brown. Weaponize. Tell this young man how many times you've been killed for no apparent reason. I mean, I don't think you have anything on him.
Unfortunately,
I got a head bed.
Ow.
Yeah, I mean, this
I've
one
been
here is the
killed
last
at
one
least
for me.
30 times.
But at least you've been killed in the heat of battle, right? Weaponize has been killed at the beginning of the round because people just shoot people up. Man, somebody just lost it in front of me. Why don't you come up to bed? Alright.
That happened to me before.
Oh.
What'd you get killed by, bro? Oh.
I'm playing a video game.
Actually, it wasn't really one of those. It was like she got up on the couch.
I'm
and
right
looked
by a
at me
fucking
and
bomb.
was like, all right, man. About 5 minutes, man.
30.
30 bucks.
20 minutes ago.
No dog.
Nah, I try to support her because she gets up early in the morning and I'm off.
Yeah, I heard him.
So if I go in there, and you know how it is, guys. If you go in there and just lay in
Who
there,
wants
then
to shoot me
you
in
know,
the foot?
she sleep more comfortable. So. Plus, I did play this 8 hours earlier today, so.
Yeah, Cat Like Shark
Making
left.
my
I don't know if he has a
smart
mic or
potato
not. He's one of my
ratios
friends.
fucked right now. I gotta kind
I
of.
don't know what.
You want to shoot me in the foot?
Yeah, ratios fucked, man.
Alright, Weaponize, I'm down here with you.
Alright.
Yeah,
I've never played it at night before though, so I am generally
I'll extract the
surprised.
hostage.
I mean, you just eviscerated that dude. Come on.
Have
That
fun.
wasn't even.
Sorry.
Oh no, Bernie did.
It's like,
Oh.
you guys just
Alright,
stay
you're right.
outside
I'll
and
down.
play cards. I'll go inside, passenger 57, bet on black. Alright.
I thought that was a disarm.
Alright, weapons locked.
probably,
Weaponized
Yeah.
locked. I'm right behind you, so I'll follow you.
I hear a bomber nearby.
I know, I do too, man.
Are you fucking kidding me? This piece of shit just blew up after I shot it in the face. That's bullshit. Bullshit.
Get it.
What a great way to end the night.
No way. What was it, suicide?
Yeah.
Man, you know, suicides in this board are fucking
What do you
just
mean
not even right.
cameras
They
are
shouldn't even have
expensive?
them.
Yes, sir, Kim.
It's such a tight area, man.
Sorry.
Oh man, nice smoke, weaponized. Enter
Yeah, they
your
are.
own will.
Go
Oh, I
for
thought that
it.
was smoke. That's just a
$5.
wall. Awesome.
Security system.
I thought it was.
Let's go.
Okay, you're behind us. You still wait.
Ow! Fuck!
Jam, are you good?
Jesus.
Yo, Chapo is
Yeah,
Pat
Mike.
Thatcher.
By the way, those explode.
Does he have a mic?
I'm not going down
Yeah.
there either. Fuck that.
He's been talking.
This is real fun. I love watching you guys.
Oh god.
Hey, how many
We're putting
Twitch
on a.
followers
Hey,
you got?
look, it's
I'll
the
add
UFO guy. Look at this
Oh,
shit. Looks like it's a pattern.
179.
Fuck.
you.
Actually,
I appreciate it.
Thrown
Uh,
onto the floor.
Out
but
of
that's me.
everything, I'm pretty sure this was
Thought it was
game
ET
on
or something.
Xbox.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got
E.T.
going.
saying,
I know it's up there right
"Hey,
now.
hey,
It's just a fun game to play. I was gonna stream Call of Duty, the new DLC for that, but once Weaponized was like getting on, and I saw this downloaded,
Watching Ancient Aliens.
I was like, no, I gotta get this.
Hey, look, hey,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
chill,
Be
dog.
careful.
Hey man,
Yeah, yeah.
you're averaging dying like in 5 minutes, bro. You might not want to rush in all the time.
Oh, in
You
here.
might want to throw your drone out and just see what's behind the door.
Oh,
No, turn left. See the little chair?
yeah.
That's why you're dying quick.
Left, my nigga, left right there. Okay,
Yeah.
see that? See
Yeah.
what that is?
There's
What?
a suicide
That's
bomber.
the President's gaming laptops, that shit section.
Where's that? Where was the one bomb located? On the second floor? Anybody up on the third floor?
Fucked up.
Oh man, they shot my
I mean,
drone
look
out.
how close that is to there. What is he, like,
Damn.
fucking retard? Hey, you want to breach that down
Suicide? Damn, man.
Oh,
Someone
I
could
didn't even
put
see that.
one bomb
there?
down
You got it? Alright.
No, not till you find
Two
both
in
of
one
them.
area, or no?
Found bomb A.
No.
Boom.
For what?
Alright,
Damn, how
there we
much
go.
force you want to blow through?
All right,
No,
we
I'm just
located
curious,
who's the
man. Now's
impatient
the
one
time
on our
before I
team.
get off, man, to ask stupid questions. Like,
Yeah,
do you really do
I'd
that?
like to,
Yo, I think Obama has no legs. I think you're right, dude. That chair was looking stiff.
Kills, which is me, and
Whoa.
It's not a bad combo.
Good job, man.
All I ask is you take some of them out when you die, before you die. That's all I ask.
I think one more level below.
If I had like 3
Not there.
health,
Is that
I
you
would
that
do a
blew it?
grenade and just throw it down
Yeah,
for
okay.
myself to sacrifice it for the team.
Which one did he plant it at? Over there? That one over there?
I told you this was a big ass plane.
Alright.
About to go to the mall.
I got out
man.
here.
About to go to the mall. Wait, is okay. No, this is the other side of it. Alright.
I'm gonna add you
Oh.
guys. I forgot to.
Yeah, I'll add all you guys too soon.
He's the one that
I
only
think El
who has a little
Chapo's
bit
got
of
the right
life
idea.
left
He's
that
just
he
hanging
wants
out
to
over
have.
here, man.
Oh,
Did you get hit with a suicide?
Here, hold on. Oh shit, suicide coming. Don't come up the stairs.
Sorry.
Where the hell is he? I can hear
Wait
him.
a minute, I've already walked this, dude. Like, what the
yeah.
He's waiting at the top of the stairs.
On the other side of the
Oh,
plane.
Thatcher, man.
Oh,
if
wait,
I
wait, no,
if you
it's
could come up
next
here and get
level
some
up.
points, bro.
Have you guys been up here?
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Yo, weaponized saw. We saw the same thing, right?
all you guys.
Yeah, we
They
did.
walk up.
Show the we see
Bernie
you walk
was added
up stairs that go down.
Right.
Really?
I was like,
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
was
guess
wondering-
I'm
Be
about to
careful,
reach
there's a
the fuck out.
suicide on this floor.
I thought I was stupid.
Don't shoot him in
For
the
a
no,
second.
no, I was watching
He's not
My
here
bad, man,
either?
But I got this under control down here, though. All we
They're
got to
hostage here or what?
All right, we gotta head your way.
This way. No, that's going
One
out.
of us needs to
Going
be
out the
What was that weaponized?
I don't know. That's going out the
You know
plane.
what dog you got me.
How many fucking
Yeah, I can
people
hear
get
him.
the
I think he's on the third floor. Yeah, he's on the third floor.
Remember in real life,
They
the,
prepping up.
all these seats here in the front of the plane are filled with
Hey,
air
somebody
pressure
blow
because
through
they
here.
have,
Have no breach.
they have jamming and stuff.
Oh, damn.
There's
All right,
a
we're
bunch of
good.
things that this plane does.
We got you. We coming.
It's
Oh,
like a
oh.
losing- it's like a fortress, basically.
Like, you don't just go on accident. You guys got it.
Oh, so we've spent 6 minutes
Hey,
trying to
what's
find one dude in an
I gotta
airplane.
use my thermal.
Sorry, we
Are
got
back
there
to
too
where we
late,
were
man.
before?
They thermiting through.
I mean, I just don't understand this, man. I feel like I'm in the Twilight
Oh,
Zone.
you did that,
again.
okay,
Oh, breach
gotcha.
through there, okay.
Well, I gotta
Didn't
read
do
that.
that. Probably in here, yep.
I'm out of everything.
Looks different. No?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Next
probably
one,
you
next
maybe?
one over there.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see about this one.
Alrighty.
Is this the?
I got this hallway right
secret
here.
den?
All right. I don't think you need to make any holes because we got enough entrance. You don't. What are you?
Amazing.
Oh, brother. Okay, whatever.
Make a hole back
Are
here.
we here for Eminem or are we here for somebody else?
No, I think we're here for Keira Knightley.
You're not gonna be able to blow through that anyway. Oh yeah, you are, Thermite. He just wants to use this stuff. Whatever. All right.
Hey, what's that? Oh, right here.
Then you cover all that, then, bro. You stand right there and cover all that. All right, since you blew it all up.
Man, alright.
Suicide coming in.
Holy shit, dude.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Alright, I'll get you covered.
Did you just see that weaponized? I fought the suicide bomber and won. It did not blow up.
We could go out this way.
What I say is, don't.
Oh my god.
You got in front of me, man. That was an accident. He was shooting us. That was just an accident.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing the,
It was an
the
accident.
mashed potato right there. I mean, I'm fucking shot.
Yeah, it was an accident for the
time.
6th time. You
Damn.
got right in front of me. I was bending down shooting the guy that was shooting us.
Damn.
Oh, wow. How do you like that shit?
Get this one
I'm supposed to be protecting him. I just fell through. You guys are on your own. The 1 point?
Fell down the cargo bay.
No, get the black ice cameras.
Just keep going straight the way we were going. See me here? Come out
You
this
guys
way.
spent a lot of money to buy those, dude.
Hey, look, I ended up making it.
Yeah.
You guys see
The
me shoot
shark
that guy
one and
in the
everything?
leg like 1,000 times?
Speaking of which, I'm gonna buy some camos.
Those guys are, it's like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
T-1000. Any of you guys gonna be on tomorrow, man?
Yeah, I will.
Alright, cool. Alright. I'll be on all day and then take a break mid-afternoon and to be on all evening, so.
Hey, it's your day.
I'll definitely, if I see you guys out there, I'll hit you guys up.
What's up?
I love this map.
Oh,
I'll
good.
stay
Let
away
me.
from that.
Nobody picked
I'll
Buck.
stay away from that.
I mean, nobody picked Frost.
Nightmare guy. He's a little bit too
Good.
intense. Did you tell them real quick
Alright,
who we
cool.
were playing with before? Because one of my
Who's
friends
good with
I
Doc?
met, but
Weaponized.
He's like, yo.
Somebody good Doc.
I'm gonna play on. What is it?
Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Get what you want,
Unrealistic, is that
huh?
what it is?
Yeah.
I got.
I'm gonna play on.
Finally, I got
Unrealistic
Frost. Let's see what she's all
with my
about.
team so we can figure out how we play, so that when we play
You
multiplayer,
got
like
the show
what?
dog.
It's like,
I don't know if I got it. I don't.
How long have you had the game?
I don't know
for?
how to use it yet.
Make a guy kill
Put
him.
He,
your
he
armor
basically
I know, I
forced
think
me
I
and
will.
Weaponized Lost to play with him, and we played like 4 times. This was
It's
very
so fun.
terrible.
They walk through the door and they
Yeah,
get
we
their
didn't
foot
last
stuck on the trap.
Yeah,
just
and then
like,
they're laying down.
If you guys are on tomorrow,
with the traps.
I'm gonna place one of those traps depending on how many you have
I
on
set
top
you guys
of
off friends,
whatever
shit.
trap door, whatever's above
Alright,
us.
guys, peace, enjoy.
Oh, she's got a hell of a funky looking gun. I like that gun.
yep.
I know
Use your
we're
frequent
right.
flyer miles or
Dude, calm
something. I'm
down.
out of here.
Do it.
All right, hold up.
You're impatient.
Let me go upstairs.
Alright, buddy. Peace.
Y'all have a good night.
Too,
Being
man.
impatient in this game. Whatever.
Alright. Konnichiwa.
I'm the guy
There
that
you
goes
go.
to run out and kill everyone and die.
Just grab ammo refills. to
Disconnected from
reinforce,
host.
like, every
Alright.
Hostile insertion. Prepare to engage.
Okay. Oh. Gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I'm up here by myself, weaponized. I need some cover, man.
What kind of guys are you? You guys are like the stay back kind of guys and get kills along the way.
I mean, I'm the type of guy that I just play for real. Like, I don't care about the kills or whatever. I want to stay alive and do the objective.
Oh
I'm upstairs. I'm trying to find that trap door that's above us to put the trap down.
Participating in the stream.
But I forgot where it's at.
You guys have yourself a good night.
Yeah, I'm that guy who just rushes in, by the way.
That's fine. That's no problem. It's best to know who's who, so that way, you can have an effective team. Oh, good. I found it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually tell who I am because, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a sick trap. I love that. Should have probably reinforced it.
Wow.
Reinforced his wall.
It's like a bear trap, if you know what a bear trap is.
You want me to reinforce this first?
I got it. And then I want to see if I can put my trap down. Now you can't put the trap down when it's reinforced. Okay.
Hey! So you might be wondering where we're headed right now. Well, after nearly 100 episodes of Game Theory, one of the things I've always wanted to do
yeah,
is
there's
take
a few more.
gamers
There's one in the
off
cigar
of our
area, I
couches
think.
and actually put us through the
there's
extreme
another one
situations
upstairs,
that
but
we
I'm not
have to
concerned
play
with
through
that.
in our games. Like, say for instance, what would happen if gamers like you or me had to execute a real-life hostage rescue situation
me
like
know
you
when
do
you
in
wanna head
games
back
such
down.
as Rainbow Six
Stairs.
Siege? Well, that's what we're on our way to find out today. Get ready,
They usually like to come in
for
from
a
here.
new
I'm setting a
show
bear
I like
trap
to
right here,
call
or whatever.
Reality
Welcome mat
Check.
right here.
We're here in Gardena, California at International Tactical Training Seminars. The challenge, learn what it takes to become an official counter-terrorist operator and then put those newfound skills to the test by planning and executing a simulated hostage situation.
We coming.
Should be an incredible day. But before I get suited up, let's get you caught up with everything you need to know about the history of Rainbow Six.
When the Rainbow Six series first debuted for the PC back in 1998, it was the pioneer of a new form of FPS, the tactical shooter. Unlike many of the big-name FPS games of today, the Rainbow Six series has generally emphasized stealth, strategy, and teamwork rather than run-and-gun action. You aren't Rambo or a super soldier charging into the line of fire. You're a normal human, a counter-terrorist operative giving directions to and cooperating with your team. Sure, you may be equipped with heavy-duty armor, but you're no bullet sponge with regenerating health. One or two well-placed shots will easily take down either you or one of your squad mates. And as a result, Rainbow Six games have always rewarded players for taking their time,
only shoot people
checking
that
their
wanna
next
be
move
shot.
by leaning out from behind cover and thoroughly sweeping rooms. It's a lot like a game of chess, but with real lives at stake. Well, real virtual lives. You get what I'm saying. Rainbow Six Siege, the latest installment, puts you in both the shoes of the
don't worry
attackers
about it, man. Just
and
let
the
them do what they're
defenders.
gonna do.
If you're attacking, you're using drones to spy on the tactics of your opponents and strategizing with your teammates on a plan of attack. If you're the defenders, you're fortifying the surroundings, walls, doors, windows, all to change the house into an impenetrable stronghold. And adding to the challenge is the destructible environment. Not only are you dealing with halls, stairwells, and balconies, but now the most well-planned fortifications can be ruined with a well-placed breach through a floor or a wall. And finally, what we're most interested in today, the CTU operators.
Coming through
Each
here.
team member specializes in playing a different role, offering their own unique skill set to the team. There's still strategy and team play, but now you're cycling through the different types of squad mates, each with their own strengths. Finding the right
If
balance
you walk
across
through my
members of
line
your
of
team and
sight,
using
I'm not
those skills
responsible if
effectively
I
is what's
shoot you,
gonna spell
alright guys?
victory
I
at
mean,
the
that's
end of the
just
day.
crazy.
So as you can see, Rainbow Six isn't
What
just
is
about some
happening
super
here?
soldier running in,
All
guns
right.
blazing. It's tactical, team-based. You're working together
not
with your
shooting
fellow
you in the leg.
operators to execute a well-coordinated plan, which means I'm gonna need some help. Luckily, my backup should be arriving at any minute.
Okay, who are you? I don't know, man. I get the whole having 50%, but I mean,
Hey! Hey, Kelly!
How's it going?
Hey, good to see you, Mari.
Chapter, where are you at? You inside?
Join me today?
This was
Sam.
it's a bit dodgy, but yeah.
Oh, what, do I not get the bro hug? Oh, here we go. There. Boom! Great, fantastic. All right. Good to see you too, Joven. Yeah. Wonderful. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
No. I know. I am not prepared to get shot.
Like at first I'm like, yes, I would love to work with Matt Pat. Doing what?
Yeah, when did we start it?
Watch out.
Seriously, how bad is it now? Whoa.
So you guys are the gamers, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm Uncle Scotty.
Uncle Scotty.
I was with LAPD SWAT for 10 years. I was on LAPD for 30 years.
I have 25 years on the LAPD. I have 14 years in SWAT.
You hear that? You hear that weapon right there shooting?
So, bottom line is this. What you do in terms of gaming
Nah,
in front
you
of the
good.
screen is entirely
Hey,
different.
collateral damage is
You have
gonna
a lot of
happen.
Physical fatigue.
As
You're
long as I
gonna be
don't
sweating,
get killed.
You're going to be nervous. You're going to be shaking.
In Rainbow
Even if
Six,
I do,
there are
at
actually
least
4
it's
different
not like-
classes of characters, right? You have your assault man, you have your point man who is equipped with his shield, you have the breacher, and then
I
you
love
have your
shooting
support
her
character,
weapon
things
out
like that.
that much.
Judging by the way
I
that you're
just love the
laughing,
sound.
this doesn't seem to be a realistic scenario.
First of all, you need a lot more.
That is so
And
cool.
everybody's pretty much cross-trained in most units. Because if I go in and somebody goes down, I had to be able to come up and support that.
In like Rainbow Six, they use like thermite just to go through doors. Is that stuff you guys use?
You use the
All right,
thermite
that sounds
grenade, you're
good,
gonna
man.
burn the
Yeah, get the
structure
dinner,
down.
man. I just had
So
2
if you go in and
pepperoni
you
slices
cook
and some
something off
chicken,
and the guy's got a
chicken
brand
tenders,
new,
man.
100% nylon couch, and that thing
That
goes up
thing.
in flames, and now you're involved in an inferno as well. So that's going to work against you. But thermite it's fine for what do you call that? The
Controller.
The controlling thing.
What about sledgehammers? Because that, like, seeing that in the game, I'm like, would counter-terrorist units actually carry around sledgehammers to break down doors, or are you using battering rams, or are you just kicking them in?
No,
Kicking
man.
in a door. It's a steel door.
Come up
that's
back,
reinforced,
weaponize
probably
your
won't
thing.
work
I'll be
well.
on till like.
If you're Arnold, yes. You know, we'll have a sledgehammer, and it might be on initial entry, but if it doesn't work, we're just tossing it off to the sides.
How dangerous are these actual situations that you guys have to deal with?
Well, everything you've ever worked for can be taken away from you by one press of a trigger on a bad guy. Where if you make a mistake, you die.
We're not like using, real ammo, right?
Only some of it.
Oh.
It's a paint marker. It actually comes out. It's soap. It's colored soap, so you'll know when you're hit. It's actually nice sandalwood, I believe.
Ooh, sandalwood.
Hey, it's manly.
I'm more of a lavender
Okay,
man.
Bandit. Who's, okay,
You guys are
so,
gonna lose your sense of humor about 3 seconds in.
weaponize. You want to go and set up a cool. I want you to electrify
We laugh.
booby trap, man. If I put down a deployable shield,
I feel badly for you.
You
I hope you guys all have
electrify it
depends
for me.
on. Okay.
All right, so that
Like
being
on
said,
the
let's
stairs or something
learn some
close to
tactics.
our
All right, let's do it.
yeah, man, we setting traps, man.
Quick status check. Which one of us
traps
have ever
with that
fired a
guy.
gun?
All right.
And like an actual gun. Okay, so these are real weapons.
Sure, this is an actual Glock, but it has a modified
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
upper slide and the barrel.
you see my little
Sends out.
weapon?
The only
Fucking
portion
little-
that comes out, and you can see expanded
That's
casings
pretty
on the
sweet.
deck, is this little tiny
The 9
pin capsule to the front.
the 9mm at C1. No, the weapon skins
These
are cool.
holes in the wood here
They
were
affect your
made
recoil
by
too.
pellets, airsoft pellets, which are softer than what we'll be getting hit by today. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
At any time.
All right, me and Weaponize are gonna go
Okay,
out
so
and
that's
set
what you're
some
gonna do.
traps. We're gonna go hunting.
this thing.
Charlie's Angels. Okay, let's try it again.
We the good guys or the bad guys?
Okay.
Good
Is there any
guys.
more
We're gonna
walls
be
to
the bad guys. I'm not
reinforce
gonna be all
here?
that bad either. Trust me, I will not
We
have
won't.
to go very much at you.
Actually, let's help these guys first, though.
Scotty's covering me, and I'm gonna hit this door.
That looks easy.
Okay, you don't get the barrier open, we don't get in,
All right,
hostage
cool.
doesn't get saved.
Is it ever viable to be like, or is it?
No,
Absolutely, I want you to try it right now. Go ahead and try it. Go ahead.
Weaponize, where are you at?
Okay, so what you just saw in the movies doesn't
All right.
work. There you go. End of question.
Right off
so
front.
you're gonna stand here and
Yeah,
you're
is
gonna
somebody
swing.
stuck? He's not
You
moving.
want to try and attack the attachment points on the door.
Oh, it's heavy.
Thousands of lives are
Damn.
at stake.
All right, Bandit.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's the suspects might die of old age, so
You son of a breach!
I've got. Oh, I don't think I do. I have a deployable shield?
Again, one more.
I don't know if I
Right there, right there.
do. I'm gonna be on.
Yes! Very good.
Here we go.
Not
Next
what I
time,
wanted.
thermite grenade.
For the queen. Nice one. All right!
So now that we are officially trained counter-terrorist operatives, right, guys?
Oh,
Trained. Now it's time to suit up and take down the actual professionals who do this for a living. So,
We've got a chance yet.
I don't have. Anybody got a deployable shield? Or El Chapo, I got you. You gotta reinforce this floor.
You're gonna get slaughtered. All right, guys, here's the mission. We're going in there. We got 3 rooms to clear. It's
Hey,
5v5.
Doc, you got a
we have
shield?
one
You got a
hostage
shield?
to rescue.
Okay,
Bells,
come follow me.
breach.
Yes.
Hey, Weaponized,
Me,
where you
point,
at?
Right? Hide behind the shield.
Wait, we should
You
put
guys
that on
assault
the.
behind me.
Fan out.
We should
Yeah,
set
fan
this
out,
up like
support both
here
corners,
maybe, and then
you
and then you
running out
electrify
the
it.
back.
Put your shield there, and then Weaponized will electrify it. So when they try to hop over, they're gonna get shocked.
I wouldn't worry too much about counter shells. So
No. We're not
And then I'll put a bear mat. Yeah, see if you can electrify that. Yeah, baby. That's awesome. Yeah. I think he's just little kids. Kids are just fascinated with that whole shooting crap. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. Oh, look at this guy right here getting shocked by our trap, Weaponized. Look at him getting shot. Look at him getting shocked by our trap, man. That was hot.
There's so much happening
I
right
took
now.
a couple bullets, but I wanted to see him get shocked.
Come on, come on, Trump! I'll blow her brains out!
Oh, nice. You electrified that too. Good shit.
Get down, get down, get down! You don't want none of this!
I'm telling you, man, Bandit is the shit. Oh, man, he's outside hurt. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, you don't want none of this. You don't want none of this.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's okay. That was my fault. I knew you were gonna.
Where's it? You don't want none of
I
this.
thought he was outside. That's why I went out. But he was inside
I'll
here.
blow her brains out! I'll blow her brains out! I will blow her brains out! I will blow her brains out! You better back up!
What happened to his mic?
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, he don't want to talk anymore.
Well, we died.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So that happened.
Okay, battle scars. We're dead.
I don't know what happened. His
We're
mic's
getting
not
yelled
working,
at,
maybe or
man.
something.
That was
Maybe muted
scary.
it.
Hey, my shield worked.
Oh yeah, you got a couple hits.
Right?
On this.
Wow. That's the only reason I
Me
think
and
I was
Mari,
able
we
to
matched.
survive.
Yeah, we
Who
got.
knows? You know how they usually do that last guy, man. He's like
Oh,
In
Joe,
the
right in the
outside or
face.
The
something.
first
Yeah,
one
he didn't
dead.
end.
Link, like I literally just did this to like just see
You were
where to
done.
go.
Yeah.
And in
You guys
that
got
moment,
You were
I
done.
got shot in the face.
Oh.
Headshot.
And like I was like, all right, I'm
Oh
supporting.
man, we got one more wave,
Because
yeah.
we hesitated to go in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
that's
they were
good.
just able to
That's
pick
what's
us off one at a time.
Right.
Yeah, I
shield
think
is
we used
a
some
real pain to
reinforcement
work
here.
with.
It is.
I don't know where you guys.
It's very hard.
Really hard to work
Unwieldy.
with. It's
Yeah.
it's heavy. It's difficult to aim with it.
Oh no, no, no!
You're
I don't need
operating
help
around
like
it
that,
the
Doc.
whole
No,
time.
I'm
Your
good. I thought you were
visibility
meaning
is
like
limited.
people to
I
come
watched
up or
you from the
something.
time you
I'm good.
opened the door or breached the door.
I saw.
I like
yeah,
playing
and
with a
I saw
little bit of
him,
help.
and I was like, "You
Makes my
guys
game
gotta come
high,
back."
raise
I'm like,
higher,
I
man.
don't know what to do.
Yeah, well, first of all, you're in the
Stakes are
middle of
high
a
when you
crisis
got low
situation,
ammo.
nodding your head, nobody's going to know what that means.
Right.
That's why you
Right.
train so much, because we have certain procedures and protocols that we follow so that stuff like that never happens.
What'd you just do? Save him?
The hostage was. I don't know if anybody could you hear the dialogue going
He
on.
probably wanted that though.
What does
Didn't he
mean
have a
for the
little bit
team
of
to do?
help?
That's the priority. Like get to
Oh
the hospital.
shoot, coming through.
There you go. That's right. You have to get there to rescue.
Alright.
Okay.
Would you like to try this
You
again?
cover that side,
Yes.
Weaponized. I'll
I
cover
think
this
so,
side.
absolutely.
Crossfire.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll set up a little bit different
Okay,
problem.
he's in the middle now. I saw that happen on my screen and it's on my stream. He just blew both of you guys up. Damn, that's terrible.
Yes. No, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Yes. Try to get the focus. Go. You ready?
Yeah.
Go. Reach. Hit it. Go. Take him.
Oh, I'm down.
Okay. Right. There you go. Right.
Hostage is injured.
Move. Get over here. Oh, he's down. He's down. We got two more. Go. In.
Yeah.
Take a look. There.
I'd revive me
There,
first
he's
if
down.
possible.
He's down. Get over here. On
Eric,
me.
come
On me now.
revive me,
Get over here.
and I will.
Get back up. Get back up.
All right.
Move. Low ready. Move.
Wait. Oh shit! Where's the hostage at?
He's down. Go.
That was lucky.
Ooh.
Watch your muzzle.
Ooh, that was close. We wasn't supposed to win that. All right, partner.
All right.
I'll be back on at 9.
All right, sounds good.
But as soon as we had some instruction on what we were supposed
All right,
to do,
if you come back on at 9, I'll be on.
I mean, you know, it felt good to be a bad guy for a few minutes. Like, hey, I like my friends and all, but you know, I shot Matt Pat today, and
sounds good to
that's
me,
a good
man.
day.
When you do the video games,
My one
it's a
kill
flat
himself.
screen. It's 360.
All right, guys.
360. Imagine yourself standing in the center of a giant sphere.
I don't think I'll ever look at an FPS game the same way. Being in there is nothing like playing a game.
Like, you know what I was most scared of is like the
Weaponize
seconds
your
before
gun.
the first gunshot goes off and like you're like, we have to
El
move
Chapo.
now. I have mad respect for the tactical force guys.
Good job, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Let's recap the day point by point. First, a huge thank you to Uncle Scotty and his team. The work that they do, no video game can truly replicate that level of pressure and that level of intensity that they're going through. And that's a good thing, because that means the video game stays fun and you're able to enjoy it on the comfort of your couch, but you know, you're also not putting your life at risk. So for the report card to compare both real life and the video game, first we have the breacher role. And yes, we do use sledgehammers in real life to breach through doors. That is a legitimate technique that these professionals
I just wanted to play each
Second,
one of them
a
at
more
least once,
personal
so
role
I
for
already
me,
did
the
that. So we're
point
good.
man. That shield is heavy and it is exhausting.
I can see
it
why
does
you
make
like
it harder
Buck,
to
'cause
shoot
a
and
couple times I
maneuver
played him,
throughout
I
this
really like
high-pressure
his,
situation,
I like
but
his
it does
weapon.
protect you. So in actuality,
Which is
Rainbow
basically
Six
his,
Siege, well done
special.
there, accurately representing the point man. Thirdly, one of the things that the game demonstrates really well is the importance of
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like
strategy.
that chick
In Rainbow
defender,
Six
though. I
Siege,
like
you're mapping
her,
out the area ahead of
I like
time
that
and
one
coming
weapon
up with
she's
your
done. I
team
like those
with a
bear
strategy of
traps.
attack. That's critically
I didn't get to see him
important in real life
get
scenarios.
anybody, but-
Fourth, the importance of communication. Sure, in the game you're talking over headsets and you can't really do that in real life, but you're communicating through hand signs, through gestures, through touches. In both situations, real life and the game, communication has to be clear, concise, and to the point.
Go, take him.
So yes, when it comes to a lot of the details, Rainbow Six and real life do differ. But when it comes to the overarching themes of communication, teamwork, and urgency, that is where the reality truly checks out.
I'm in the first
Hey guys,
room.
thanks for checking
This one's
out
kind of
Reality
hard
Check.
sometimes.
Speaking of
'cause
checking
it's two
things out, if
buildings,
you want to
so
check out the new
I could say
trailer
top
for
or
Rainbow
bottom,
Six Siege,
but it's
click
two
right over
buildings,
here.
so-
Or make sure you click the link in the description to pre-order, so that way you can get
we don't-
guaranteed
they're
access
never on
to
the
the
first
beta.
the
And if
basement
you'll
of any
excuse me,
building,
I
so-
need to clean off some of this pink
Suicide
paint.
coming around the corner,
And
guys.
I'm
If you're in that hallway, he's
'cause
coming.
This is really hard. So
By the
click
stairs,
here,
so
click
watch
there.
out. He's standing
I'm
right there. I'll
clicking
mark
out.
him. He's coming. There you go. Good deal, good deal.
Oh, goodness.
Ain't shot out my fucking drone. I have to do another one.
I tried to run for my life.
Hey, I know where they at, though. They deep as hell, too. They deep as fuck.
Alright, I got a drone going in from that way.
So, you wanna be a villain? Listen up, kiddo. Lesson number
Where the hell is the
237.
stairs, man?
If you
So I
want
can
those
find
heroes
this
dead,
damn
let them
hostage.
stay
They're
dead.
not in this
Don't
building.
be a
They're in the
handsome
second
Jack
one.
who wants the heroes dead but owns the company that keeps
Yes.
reviving them. That's
There.
no good, Sonny. So when in doubt, remember, don't be a handsome Jack.
It would have said you located him if you found him. No, I hear you. Yeah.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where our
I know
only
where
goal
they
in
are.
life is to one day own a horse
Damn it,
made
man.
of diamonds
Took out my
and
other
name
drone.
it Butt Stallion. Need I say more? Yes? Well, if you got that reference, or happen to read the title of this video, then you obviously know today's episode is
Yeah.
about Borderlands, the game that's
I have
like
no
Diablo,
patience for the
Fallout,
drones
and Old
sometimes.
West all got thrown into a blender, and then that
Patience
blender got
once in a
launched into
while.
space, and then happened to get cell-shaded too, somehow. I don't know. In the game, you play as a Vault Hunter, which is basically
Yeah, the
a
shark
lawless
the shark
mercenary
one,
and
yeah.
treasure hunter. Like, say if the kids from the Goonies grew up, were thrown into a blender, and then launched into space. You know, let's stop with the blenders and space things for a minute. And while the first game served mainly to introduce you to the world and all its silly little quirks, aka Claptrap, aka best video game robot since Nick from Museum Madness, this guy is a It's really the second game where the story comes into its own, thanks in large part to one man, myth, and monster, the villain known as Handsome Jack. And holy jeez, even though he's a new addition to the weekly GVA meetings,
where are you, Bailey?
Where
are you? Back out? Are you in? He's upstairs.
All right. Video game evil
go get him.
of all time. And
All right.
It's pretty obvious
Who's
as
shooting
to
you?
why.
Oh,
Unlike
anybody?
other video game villains whose actions seem unmotivated or who
Still got
appear
unfinished
briefly at
business
the beginning only
downstairs.
to disappear for the rest of the game, Jack is always with you throughout your trek in
You already got him?
Borderlands. On the radio,
All right.
constantly telling you about everything
He's
from
up-
his new
he's
pet,
upstairs
the
here.
aforementioned Butt Stallion,
Butt Stallion, say hello.
to the time he scooped out a guy's eyes with a spoon and watched him bump blindly into walls. This guy is awful, amoral, but also
Alrighty, he left the party and he left
Unlike most other
everything.
game villains, he's got a clear
Alright, that's
personality.
fine. There we
And
go.
he offers to
Who wants
pay
to
you
get the
for
hostage?
yourself. And
I'll
if you
take.
do,
Who
he
has more
actually
health? I have more
pays
health.
you. But then
Or the
Jack has
recruiter does.
fires.
All right, you got him.
Kill his
All right.
girlfriend and you shut him up
See
for
where the
once.
extraction is.
Stop.
Out this way.
And he gets really touchy if you mention
Oh
his wife.
shit! Watch out,
Like
guys.
choke level touchy.
Strangling Mr.
Hey, you with the with the hostage? Come out this way.
My wife. Choked? Mr. Morin? No, Jimmy.
Lapel down.
Something you do when you eat too
That
fast.
window right here that you just saw me come out.
Mr. Morin's windpipe with my watch chain. What I'm
Oh,
doing
hold on,
is
hold on.
actually
Don't come out
referred
yet.
to as
There's people
strangling.
down here. I gotta clear
Sorry,
it.
strangulation level touchy. But the question I want to ask today is this: is Jack truly the villain of these games? Borderlands 2 and
Hold on,
Borderlands
we got
3
contact right up
they
front.
certainly make him out to be that way. And you just heard me list a few of the many awful things he certainly
Wait a
makes
minute,
clear
where's
that
he
he's
shooting
done
from?
throughout
Oh,
his
right
life.
there?
But it's time we truly got to know the man behind the mask. Oh, is that really what
Damn,
his face
dude.
looks like? Oh,
I
he's
got
so
fucked up there.
hideously misunderstood. It's clearly what I was going
We
to
can
say.
retry
Let's
it.
look at the facts. And fair warning, there be
That was
lots
my
of
fault.
spoilers ahead.
That's what
When we
happens
first
when the
meet Handsome
person that
Jack in
comes out
Borderlands
first
2,
doesn't
he's a
clear.
trillionaire who successfully murdered his way up to the top position at the powerful
Yeah, I got in the
Hyperion
kill zone. I was
Corporation,
getting
then
shot by
declared
2
himself
people.
dictator of the planet Pandora. The first thing we see him do is try to murder you and your little cell-shaded Vault Hunter friends. Not to mention,
Yeah,
he's
Mipto
also
left. He got
enslaved his own
tired of
daughter, Angel,
being
and aims
impatient
to
and getting
open a
blown
vault
up.
which contains the Warrior, an intelligent super weapon capable of leveling planets. Okay, so obviously not enough.
I don't mind that
Why
though.
would
I just
ever
know if you
think
played it
he
on
could
hard and
possibly be the hero
and like
of the story?
that's
Well,
just not gonna
because he
work,
told
man.
himself. He starts
He
the
wouldn't
game
like it.
with
He wouldn't
this
even
line.
last. Like
You're bandits.
he just would probably
You're
turn
the
the
bad
game.
guys, and I am the goddamn hero.
And then again, he repeats it at the end of the game.
You are a bandit, and I am the goddamn hero!
And sure, he could just be saying these things, but it prompted me to dig a bit deeper, and I was
Right.
shocked by what I found. Before he
Realistic,
got
I
his
played
real
with
face
4 other really good
before
guys.
he was
Like
a
we were good.
megalomaniac out to conquer planets,
Smashing
we
hard.
know
We decided to
Jack
play
spent some time living in the
realistic
care of his grandmother.
terrorist
In
mode
addition
until
to
we
grandmother's
won
house
one.
to go,
We were like 2 hours into it,
Jack
didn't win one
contacts
yet.
you in a state of panic,
I was like, yeah, I'm good with this. And we were trying. It just every single time they shoot is a headshot. Like it's just literally a headshot.
And over the radio, you start to hear Jack laughing. He confesses that he hired the brutes to kill.
Yeah, I'm about to
Grandma,
move
right?
up and then drone.
Obviously, the fact that he's a lunatic must be part of it, right? But look a bit closer. On Grandma's bed, you find a weapon: Grandma's buzz axe. A pretty gnarly weapon for a 70-year-old grandma to wield for her protection,
Yeah,
right? Well,
good
think
point.
again. Grandma's buzz axe wasn't just for her protection. Read the description and you see that it was
All
quote,
communication,
a
too.
disciplinary weapon used by Handsome Jack's
Yeah, you
grandma.
gotta have
About as painful as it
yeah, you gotta have
looks.
thermite.
That
You gotta have
looks to me like a classic case of
you gotta
child
have
abuse. According to a 2005
Ash. You gotta
study
have
of serial
Thatcher.
killers, 36% had been physically abused as a child, and 50% had
Oh
been
man, they're shooting the drones out up
and
there.
it goes
Shit.
beyond just serial killers. There is evidence linking child abuse.
I'm just gonna head up
and
all the way
other
upstairs.
developmental
I'm
stunting
heading
of
all the way
According to
upstairs.
studies done by everyone
There isn't
from the
anything, I don't
National
think
Academy
so.
of Sciences to workplacebullying.org. Physical abuse at the hands of a parental figure can render victims prone to a number of
You know how to mark them with the drone, right?
From post-traumatic stress disorder to depression to
Yeah,
what
no, how to
Jack
mark the
actually
people that you
has,
see when you're droning.
personality disorder. And I'm not
Oh,
saying
okay,
that Jack
alright.
has borderline
The bombs, it
personality
should just
disorder
show you where
because
that
the
is
game
at and
happens to be
stuff.
called Borderlands, though that is a really cool coincidence. No, I'm saying it because his behaviors check against the symptoms listed.
No, it's a hostage. We're doing a hostage. You got 2 suicides coming down the stairs. Don't engage. Oh my god. He's coming around the corner for you guys. And there's another suicide behind.
Spoiler alert,
Behind him.
Jack is rocking 7.
There's one more
Let's take 'em
suicide
one at a
though,
time.
unless you
1,
got 2.
A pattern of intense and stormy relationships with family and loved ones.
I hear him back up.
Yeah, see also grandma or his daughter who he happened to enslave. 2, suicidal thoughts? Maybe not so much. Skip that one. 3, chronic feelings of emptiness and boredom. Duh, he bought a horse made of diamonds and named it Butt Stallion. Need I say more? 4, intense and highly changeable moods? Absolutely. For just one example, watch him go from 0 to strangulation with just the mere mention of his wife.
I'm not anywhere near you, though.
My wife. Number 5, inappropriate, intense anger or problems controlling anger. See also point 4. I'm strangling. 6, having stress-related paranoid thoughts. Not really. That's the other one we could skip. 7, impulsive and often dangerous behaviors, such as spending sprees, unsafe sex, substance abuse.
Yo, guy coming down the stairs right there.
Butt Stallion with her, reviving this thing, and eating sucky pretzels.
Hey!
You guys already clear all this?
So to that one, I'd say check-a-rooey. 8, extreme reactions to abandonment, whether real or perceived. Oh yeah, his hatred of all Vault Hunters definitely relates back
Yeah, I
to
guess
this,
they did
but
clear
we'll
all
get
that
there in a
already.
minute. And finally, number 9, distorted and unstable self-image or sense of self. Hello, have you seen his face? He has a fake face on top of his real one. Yeah, I'd say we have this one covered. So somebody call Dick Van Dyke, because
Who found
this
the hostage and
murderer
where?
has been diagnosed. Mid-90s humor, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I
It's in the
still
same
can't get
room
over
again?
the fact that the
Alright.
main character of Borderlands has borderline personality.
Alright, listen, you guys got enough people. I'm already gonna be lingering outside to clear out.
Psychological torment. It's not. What I will
Alright,
start
I'm here.
talking about, though, is
I'm
that
gonna-
we're still far away from excusing his crimes and Buzz light years away from naming him the hero.
Alright, I'm down here already.
You know, these
I don't
scripts
see
are
nothing
typically
yet.
3.5 pages long, and we're currently
I'm
only
already
on
out here.
page 2,
I'm clearing
so
it.
there's time. Because
You can
here's
come
the thing.
down.
So
Help me.
far, all the evidence has been drawn from Borderlands 2, but last year, Gearbox and
Got some
2K
people up
released
top here.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel, a game in which you play through Handsome Jack's origin story, back to a simpler time when Handsome Jack was merely cute enough for a one-night stand, but definitely not hot enough for
Up
boyfriend
top.
material Jack. And guess what? Once again, we're
Alright,
faced with a
good.
game where someone starts by
Got
calling
him.
Jack a hero, and this time it's not
Hey,
just
you
him
good? Keep
talking
going. I
about
got you.
himself.
One day I received a job offer from a low-level Hyperion programmer. And what did you find?
No, I don't mind.
A hero.
We can go out.
Maybe there is something to this whole hero business after all. The game takes place before
There you go.
Borderlands 2,
Good deal.
pre-sequel style like Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Oh, I just wanted to see your reaction to that. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is clearly
It was
not
an
a prequel.
intervention.
I just wanted to see people freak out in the comments that might be included in the final theory. Trolling! The game's main plot has you teaming up with Jack, pre-mask, to stop a giant space laser from blowing up the moon Elpis, thus saving
Nah, he wants to back
lives
out.
in the
We just
process.
back
You
out.
heard that correctly. Jack's goal in this game is saving lives. It's a mantra he repeats throughout the game, too.
Back out.
Wanting to save the day, apologizing for people getting shot at, admitting he doesn't like killing. Near the beginning of the game, he even goes
That's
so
when you
far
play
as to
normal.
let
You don't
someone
get that much. That's why I play
betrayed him
hard.
live, only to
But
have
you
that
do get
mercy
it.
betrayed
You gotta
again
get better.
as the guy
We-
tries to
you know,
shoot Jack in the back.
These are pretty
But
decent
then
that I can
Jack
play
goes
hard.
by away, but seriously, does this sound like the behavior of the black-hearted
I just
villain
hate that the new
supposedly
operators
seen
didn't come
in
with a video,
Borderlands
man.
2? Nope. So what's the difference? What's changed? Well, for
No,
one
they
thing,
didn't.
betrayal. We already mentioned that Jack was
I like
abused as
looking
a
at the
child by
videos
his
and they didn't.
grandmother. family member, someone you would inherently
like maybe
expect
somewhere down the
But
line.
the pre-sequel shows that she's only the first. No one stays true to Jack. The Marith, the guy we already mentioned, worked for Jack before the events of the game.
Gives you a little detail about what type of temperament they have or what they're about. Short,
betrays him again by trying to shoot him
30,
in the back.
40
Then
seconds.
there's Roland,
50
Lilith,
seconds.
and Jack's ex-girlfriend, Moxie. Throughout the game, they work alongside you on your quest to save the moon.
I don't think I'm
but
gonna get a
during the
silencer
end
for that
game,
one
betray
gun
Jack,
now.
Trying to kill him in an explosion. Jack, betrayed by family, co-workers, friends,
think for
and
her,
even a romantic partner. And
side
throughout the
arm.
game, you see it wearing on its
See, I got
body.
basically all
During
the,
one of the final boss fights, your character expresses that
weapon
you guys can
camos,
just
the
press
good
on
ones
without
that I want
finishing
for the
fight.
people
Jack
I use,
says,
but
let your enemies live and they'll shoot
people I
you
don't
to
use
death.
like
What
pulse, I
started
don't
as a guy
concern
who was
myself
watching
with.
out for his team on their shared quest to save millions of lives has started to break down into an unloved man, betrayed over and over again to the point
Castle
that he
Lace,
can no longer
Meteor.
trust anyone. And the last betrayal happens at the very end of the game when Lilith, again someone he once considered part of the team, punches a relic in the middle of it, sending a bunch of knowledge into Jack's brain. The relic bursts, stops the knowledge
Shouldn't all be
transfer, and
Christmas
permanently
tree.
sears a brand
There you go.
onto his face. The final betrayal, and this prompts handsome
That's
Jack
what
to be
Ashley
born
wants
out of
to
this
use from
newfound
that,
quest
so-
for vengeance. As your character says in the game,
And that is when the hero who saved us on Helios died.
but did he really? This brings us back to his motivations throughout Borderlands 2. Jack's professed goal is to bring peace to the planet of Pandora. At the very end of the game, as he's dying, he speaks about the wasted opportunity, how summoning the world-killing warrior was his attempt to restore order, eliminating the dangerous creatures.
Oh, they
and
have
lawless
terrorist hunt
bandits
tails?
invading this land.
Wow.
And
Let's
honestly,
see what we're doing
he's
with
not
Twitch
wrong.
here.
Pandora is a dangerous
had
wasteland
those.
of warring factions, surrounded by an unforgiving desert
They have,
and horrifically deadly creatures.
I thought they only had the stats for like when you play multiplayer, but they have the stats for the operators on terrorist hunt.
The fittest gun fest. And honestly, what are the alternatives?
Yeah,
here? Chaos,
I like it.
Murder, disorder? That's the way it's been running up to this point. Are we, as the player, truly the heroes of the
Especially if you want to check
story,
out
or
a
are we
game
just
that you're not
actively
sure and
fighting
getting
the
yet, just go in
progress
there
of
and
this
watch somebody
planet?
playing it, and
Vault
you can just
hunters
find
are
out if it's good or not.
basically grave robbers, stealing
Rather
treasures
than watching
from
you,
hidden
well,
caches.
watching YouTube,
Is
you can
Jack
watch
right
him play
saying
it
that
live,
we're
you
not
know.
the heroes? I mean, think about it. If the Vault Hunters are indeed
But I got a
the
couple
heroes
of
the
friends on
story,
there,
then
and I
that
just like
means
doing it
Lilith
because
and
I like
Moxie,
making
the ones
videos
you
and
team
stuff
up
and
with throughout the game, are
making
the
and
good
meeting new
guys.
friends and
But
stuff.
look at what
So
they do. In betraying Jack, they not only
yeah.
try to blow him
I get a lot
up,
of
but
positive
also the
feedback when I'm
character you're
streaming
playing
anyway,
as,
so
who is innocent of all these
figure I'm doing
crimes.
something
You would be a
okay.
casualty of war. Then, at the end of the pre-sequel, after confessing your entire story and
Oh, this
renouncing
just
your
troll.
affiliation
Well,
with
no,
Jack,
I don't usually
Lilith
get.
tells the firing
I tell
squad to
people
shoot you
I'm
anyway,
streaming, I don't
despite
really
all
get
her
any
partners
issues.
telling her otherwise.
It's the
Is
people
this
that pop
really
up
the
on your
protagonist?
stream that
At the beginning of Borderlands
if ever
2,
I see
Jack
anything
says that
negative,
he
like I
needs the
just
Vault Hunters
totally
to die because he's
don't
afraid of a bunch of
pay attention to it. I just
psychopathic
ban them and I don't
murderers
even mention
getting
it on my
access to these
stream.
dangerous
It's like
super
whatever.
weapons. And he's kind of right about that. As Lilith and Moxie
Yeah, because if you feed into it, then they win. Like they do that on purpose to like try and get you to start acting stupid on your stream, and it's like, nah, we're way past
if these
that.
monsters kept prisoner in the vaults fall into the wrong hands,
I'm not
it
gonna
means
put
mass
a.
death for the
Oh
planet,
yeah, I was
for
gonna
the
hook up her
universe.
sidearm.
But Jack, well,
That's what I
as
was
we
gonna
see at the
do,
end of the
yeah.
pre-sequel, he's built the technology to harness these creatures already, controlling their powers. If these things must exist in the univerce, it makes sense that
I
Jack
think it
is the
depends on
one
how well
doing
you
the
see when you're
supervision,
going through the
not
site.
greedy
For me, I
bandits.
use red
He's
dot
just
because
doing
it's
his part.
simple
Honestly,
and
that's pretty darn heroic.
what you're
You know what
looking
makes
at
it
that
even
red dot
more heroic
doesn't
and what makes me say his
take
motives are
up a lot
pure?
of your
Remember that
sight.
relic
It's
Lilith
just a little
punched to
dot
start
there. You
Jack's
know what I'm
face?
saying?
Well, it shows Jack the future. By scrolling slowly through the images flashing past,
The
you
ACOG I
see
use,
Jack witness
the only
cutscene moments
thing I
that
got an
appear at
ACOG
the
on is
end
Twitch's
of
marksman
Borderlands
rifle
2,
because it's
the
a long
subsequent
range thing.
game. As he says, he truly
I mean, but that's
does
just
see
me.
it all, and a part
Yeah,
of that
I'm good.
is obviously
I just hooked
seeing
up
his
her.
own death in that moment. He'd just seen his future, and he knew his death was imminent, but he was so
Oh, cool.
determined to see peace come
I like
to
that
Pandora
elephant
he pursued the goal anyway. How's
weapon
that Dark
skin.
Knight
That's very
logo?
underrated.
You
It
either
looks
die
really
a
good
hero
though,
or you
especially
live
if you're
long
playing in
enough
the
to see yourself
daytime.
become a villain? Jack is the embodiment of that mentality. A man with a noble goal of bringing order to a lawless planet. It's just too bad that
I'll invite you guys.
Providing. It's a phrase we use a lot on game theory, but history is written by the victors.
Oh, okay.
In this case, people like Lilith.
Well, the black guys, I think you can only buy with Rainbow Six money. Which means you can't save for it.
His rise and his fall, and judge for ourselves objectively about this man. And the way I see it, Jack was just a misunderstood hero.
Oh, what just happened? Did I just... Where'd old Chapo go?
Wherever you happen to be, but Stallion
just leave?
says hello. But hey,
I think I might have done something to him by accident. I'm not sure.
Game theory. Thanks for watching.
I think so, but I
Welcome
didn't
back
mean
to the
Super Amazing End Card Tournament, where last time 60% of you said you prefer your games indie versus 40% who prefer AAA. That said, it was on an episode about indie games, so super conclusive results. Oh, and in other news, 96% of the people who clicked the subscribe button were happy with their decision. The other 4% must have been bots or something. I don't know. This week, I want to see how well we did. So you just heard the evidence. Now it's your turn to judge. Handsome Jack, eye-scooping diamond-horsed villain, or abused, misunderstood hero. Click on one to choose, but regardless of which option you go with, I think there's one thing we can all agree on. This dude is hilarious. Then get taken to the channel page and watch some more stuff. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's something that's been haunting me for the last couple weeks. Something I need to take care of.
Yeah, most of the friends that I made on here are people who are playing the game the right way. Me and Weaponize, we had to go out and find a whole bunch of people play the game the right way. Red exists, bro. Do you know that guy?
Kept you waiting, huh?
For a game theory episode on Metal Gear, am I right?
He's just too much for me. Alrighty. Did you join yet, or I thought I sent you one?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the only show on the Internet that didn't start their Metal Gear Solid episode with a codec joke. You know what else we're not gonna do? Talk about a topic you would expect us to cover from these games. I mean, this franchise has so many potential topics. Private military groups, nanotechnology, governmental conspiracies, cloning, walking tanks, DNA kill devices, naked cartwheels, the validity of escaping capture by hiding under a box. And we are covering none of it yet. Though I've always wanted to do the box one. No, today we're looking at a small detail that appears in every one of these games. One that is absolutely iconic to this franchise, but one that always tends to go a bit unnoticed. Snake's smoking habits. Even before Metal Gear solidified, cigarettes were the first item you received in the game. Equip them, and most of the time all they did was deplete your health. Hilarious anti-smoking statement. But in certain circumstances, they could help. Steadying Snake's nerves when he was aiming.
Oh yeah, if you're buck, you might have a problem with that.
Stuff like that. But one property that caught my attention was the ability to alter time. In the original Metal Gear, way back in 1987, the cigarettes were useless until the final moments of the game. The facility you're in is about to self-destruct, and Snake has to escape. Equipping the cigarettes suddenly extends the amount of time you have to get out of there. Time has in essence slowed. It's weird.
Did you get them?
Now jump from the first installment to the last.
You were quick
to a game that isn't even out yet. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Even though, according to some trailers, it's been out for 31 years. Marketing departments are weird. Anyway, this game doesn't follow Solid Snake. It follows Big Boss, known as the greatest soldier who ever lived. First introduced in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which is one of my all-time favorite games, and the guy who just happens to be the final boss of the first game in the franchise that we just talked about. Got all that? No? Good. Welcome to Metal Gear.
Yeah,
this is a Kojima
Did you try his other one?
Anyway, in this one, Big Boss is now called Venom Snake because, again, Metal Gear must be complicated. During the E3 2014 gameplay demo of Phantom Pain, I witnessed something that got that little mini theorist riding the electric bicycle that powers my brain a-peddlin'. It's called the Phantom Cigar, and it looks a little something like this.
Some move set shortly.
Did you see that? Let's do it one more time. Hiya!
Welcome to
sweet.
Flavor
Yo,
Country.
this is. What do you think of this board so far? We're on a yacht, frozen in like
MGSV, smoking once again results in time-bending properties. Here, Venom Snake has an electronic cigar that speeds up the way he perceives time. But we're given even more detail. If you look closely at the item menu, here's exactly what it says. Quote, a cigar blended with a medicinal herb that speeds up the user's perception of time.
I just used a
It also
drone.
adds
Nobody's
that the
in
cigar
here to
loses
begin
its
with.
effects if the user is under stress. For instance, when he's spotted by an enemy. But that's crazy, right? Is there really a medicinal herb that can make time pass like this? Well, theorists, order some munchies and break out your dad's Grateful Dead records, because this week's theory is taking us on a far-out journey into the world of illegal drugs, man. Oh, and I should probably mention at this point that all the research I've done is via reading, not first-hand experience.
I mean, I shot him a
lame
billion
or whatever,
times.
but I've never smoked, gotten drunk, or gotten high on anything stronger than sugar or caffeine.
I got behind you.
As someone who values being in control of my body and my decisions, it's a choice I've made with my life, and I'm proud of it. But hey, it's not for everyone, and I get that. So you do you, theorists.
one shot,
no judgment,
right?
and I would hope that you would offer the same courtesy
Right
to
behind
me.
you.
That said,
I
let me
hear
make it
suicide.
perfectly clear that this episode is in no way meant to encourage
That's all right, I
drug
got you.
use. That ends my PSA.
Told you
Cue
it
the
was
more you know
suicide down there,
rainbow
bro.
effect. Perfect. So let's start with
That's
a
alright,
new
you
kid
good,
on
you
the
good.
block, methamphetamine, who recently
you
starred
sick.
in Breaking Bad alongside Malcolm in the Middle's dad and Science, bitch. In a 1981 study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, methamphetamine was given in tiny
Oh,
doses
man.
to rats who were trained to receive food after correctly
got
guessing
flashes?
the duration
You
of
got
time
flashes with him, or
signals.
what,
The
son?
meth was shown to increase the speed of a rat's internal clock by about 10% in small dosages. And if we consider that Snake is constantly dosing himself throughout
that's
the
why I
day,
keep the
I'd say it's
studs.
at
When I
least
use her
possible that the
marksman
drug
rifle,
could
I get the
successfully
stun.
exhibit this time-quickening effect.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, though, rather than being a medicinal herb, meth is completely artificial. First synthesized by a Japanese chemist named Nagai Nagayoshi. Yoshi, druggy. Oh, and it's also a borderline neurotoxin that causes heightened alertness, euphoria, and increased sex drive in low doses, and psychosis,
Thatcher? Just throw
cerebral
your
hemorrhage,
ear- oh,
and the
he's not even
breakdown of
there.
your skeletal muscles in high doses. I guess Venom Snake would benefit from the increased focus. Probably
morbid
wouldn't be
obsession,
opposed to a
right,
little
into a thing.
tactical espionage action, if you know what I mean. But those benefits are far outweighed by the
friends, I don't know him
consequences.
that
Quite
well,
frankly, at the frequency Snake would be using this in the game, he would overdose and die. So yeah, I think it's safe to say we can knock this guy off the list. What about cocaine? Doesn't it have some medical applications?
fuse right
Actually,
there.
yes. Cocaine can legitimately be described as medicinal because it's sometimes used as an anesthetic for nasal surgery and as a part of a diagnostic test for Parkinson's disease. But more importantly,
I
it
think I'm
comes
going
from a
back where we
plant.
came
Yes,
in.
it is the same plant that they use in Coca-Cola, but the soda itself hasn't contained traces of cocaine
going
since
back where we came
1929. So get over it, Internet.
Enemies
That said,
left.
it's still as
Alright,
addictive
then.
as ever.
Dang, you got some 10,000.
Smooth. So, knowing that, let's jump
Yeah,
back
it took
to Snake.
it took
First
a
of all,
while.
if you
Some
were
of them I
smoking
bought
cocaine, it would have to
just
be its
with Rainbow
freebase
Six
crack
money, but
cocaine
some of them I
because
just had
that's
to
the only way to
play,
inhale it
man,
without
on
heat
hard.
burning off much of the active chemicals.
Oh, yeah,
crack
there's a lower
cocaine.
part
Sound
here,
familiar?
that's right,
It
I
should,
forgot
because
about
crack
that.
was the extremely popular illegal street drug associated with the 1980s drug culture of LA, New York, and Miami. You know all
really?
those weird
Which
drug-related arcade games that JonTron talked about? Crack had a little something to do with those guys. But the question is, would smoking rocks give us our time travel effect? According to Ruth Ogden and Catherine Montgomery of Liverpool John Moores University, quote, when taking cocaine, time always goes very quickly. It seems you start taking the drug and then all of a sudden several hours have passed and it's already 7 a.m. So yeah, everything seems to line up with Venom Snake being a crackhead except for one thing. Crack cocaine highs only last
I
between
just know
5
that
and 10
there's
minutes.
people
So
here.
imagine you're Snake. After your first puff of the cocaine phantom cigar, your brain would be hit with a rush of dopamine. But then 10 minutes later, the dopamine levels plummet, your high is gone, and you need more. But because your brain takes a while
I
to
don't wanna get
replenish
stuck.
dopamine, the more hits you take, the less
I got
powerful
3
the
left.
highs get. Snake would need to constantly be smoking to achieve the effect that we see in the game, and that comes with some serious consequences. He would develop insomnia, become paranoid, and before you know it, he'd have gone on a 3-day crack binge. Not a great mindset for a stealth action super spy. Repeated use, as he does throughout the game, would also lead to full-blown psychosis, potentially crack
That would be
lung,
pretty
where your
cool.
lungs constrict and prevent
gonna end up
oxygen
getting
and
the
blood from
last
properly
5, 'cause-
circulating, or even delusional parasitosis,
we breached
where
here
Snake
already?
would begin to believe that he's got cocaine bugs crawling under his skin, sometimes to the point where he actually would see them and feel them and start to scratch at them, and ugh, it's nasty. Ooh, drugs, man. Drugs can really mess you up sometimes. Okay, so hallucinatory bugs aside, maybe cocaine's not right either. In fact, maybe Snake doesn't need an upper at all. Maybe instead he needs something to mellow him out so that he doesn't notice time passing around him, taking him downriver into a never-ending ocean of calm. Far out, man. Enter opium. Opium is often used to chemically create other opioids like morphine for use as medicine. So yes, it's medicinal. It's also made from poppies, so it passes the plant test. And it works.
Poppies will put them to sleep. I'm so sleepy.
Oh, you can't rest now. We're nearly there.
Yeah, kind of like that. According to, oh boy.
I came all the way out
According
here.
to the guy whose name you see on screen right now, in his 19th century book, Le Livre de l'Opium, opium causes the smoker to, quote, escape not only his own body, but also the physical world in which his body exists. Opium plays a siren's tune on the piano of his nerves, and as he listens, the smoker forgets the passage of time. And he also forgets about hunger, thirst, fatigue, and sleep, end quote. So it seems like time passes more quickly, but the way DeTook puts it, it also seems like the experience might be closer to blacking out or entering a weird trance. It dulls your senses, and sometimes can even leave you on the edge of a coma, which doesn't quite coincide with the description of Snake being able to snap back into alertness if spotted. So if meth isn't it, and cocaine isn't it, and opium isn't it, then what's in the cigar? If only there was some other smokable herb that... Oh yeah, ganja, reefer, grass, marijuana. I know, I get it. It seems too easy. Call Snake a pothead, put a big old weed leaf on the thumbnail, do a bunch of Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson references, and call it a day. But it's not as simple as that, because despite its perfect role as a plant, and as every strip mall in LA is wont to remind me, its medicinal herb usage, unlike the other drugs on this list, the time-quickening effect of marijuana is dependent on the user. Take a look at this other quote from the Ogden Montgomery study. Cannabis appeared to have different effects on people's perception of time, depending on the circumstances in which it was consumed. When consumed alone, cannabis was associated with a slowing of the passage of time, which means that if Venom Snake was pulling a That 70s show with his Diamond Dog buddies, and yes, his unit's name is actually just a David Bowie reference this time around, then yes, time probably would move quicker. But according to this study, the way we see him using the drug in-game would produce the opposite results of what we see. So is there any way for Venom Snake to get around this? Why, yes. Venom Snake would have had to fully upgrade his pot smoker skill tree in order to do it. Like seriously, we're talking Big Lebowski, Cheech and Chong status here. Let me explain. In 1963, a sociologist named H.S. Becker released a report explaining that most of marijuana's effects are actually learned rather than being a direct result of the drug. What that means is that only stoners who fully understand the drug's effects are able to wield them properly. So going back to the skill tree metaphor, it's like having a weapon but not enough experience to use it. Then in the 1972 book, Altered States of Consciousness, edited by Charles T. Tart, it explains, and I quote, what happens in these cases is that most of the person's attention is in non-time processes, so that time passage is not noted until the social consciousness returns. Then it seems that no time has passed, since there was no process noting its passage. You don't have to be high to understand that one. It means that by tuning your brain to focus on certain things, the time travel effect just sort of happens. In addition to the classic marijuana mellowing, there's also many hallucinogenic and psychoactive effects, which include introspection and the increased ability to focus on the intricacies of humor, music, and other stimuli. You know the stereotype of the giggling stoner? This is where it comes from. They're just deeply focused around these small details. Now let's watch Snake smoke the Phantom cigar again. Notice that music, the serenity on his face as he smokes,
I think the other guy got it. I think Ash got it though.
Face. To pass the time, Venom Snake's just a big-time stoner who's killing a few hours by doing the equivalent of lighting up a doobie, taking in the outdoors, and getting really into his neat new watch. Snake is a pothead, man. Stick some Iron Butterfly on the turntable and order some White Castle. But it also makes sense from a characterization standpoint. Snake's in the early 80s, knee-deep in the Cold War, fully embroiled in an awful globe-spanning age
Playing
of terrorism,
multiplayer is
black ops, and
mad
paranoia, the fact that he
intense,
smokes
man.
weed in the face of it all doesn't just make sense from a
love
gameplay
playing it,
perspective.
man,
It makes
but
real sense to him
can't do
as
it
a
all the time,
person
man.
that he'd be down to 420 blaze it every day
Drug is
to
mad
calm his
intense.
nerves. So with that mystery solved, now I gotta wonder what drug Psycho Mantis was on. Now that guy was weird. But hey, that's just a theory.
Shark, what's
a
up, man?
game theory. Thanks for watching.
Can you hear me?
Shaving. Whether you're a guy or girl, you gotta
going
do
on,
it.
man?
Well,
You
I
been
suppose
coming
if you're
in
a
and
girl,
out.
you
What's
don't
the
have
deal?
to do it. You could always join the Hairy Legs Club Tumblr account. Nothing wrong with that. But hey, some girls like smooth legs.
Oh, I couldn't
Guys
hear
like
you.
smooth legs too.
There's a
No
lot of people
judgment.
talking.
No judgment.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that was a
you do
full
you,
party with a
internet.
lot of
You
people.
do you. But what
If
sucks
you're
is
talking
that
in that
shaving
voice,
is
I can
really
hear you
darn
right now.
expensive.
Yeah, that was,
$20 for a pack of razors?
Yeah, that
Forget
was,
that. How about
that was a lot of
$3
loudness.
and it gets delivered straight to your door without me having to worry about it? That is the benefit of Dollar Shave Club. They send the handle for free, and then
Yeah.
every month I get a
Yep.
new pack with plans starting at $3. Not happy? Boom! Refund. Want fewer blades? Boom! Get them every other month. Click the link in the description or type into the URL bar dollarshaveclub.com/MattPat to check them
30
out.
bucks
And
or
you know what else?
something, right?
It helps the
30,
show.
because I
You
got the
supporting
season
these
pass,
ads
so.
has helped us increase the number of theories we get to turn out. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a lot more game theory happening on the channel lately, and that's thanks to you, and thanks to
Yeah.
sponsors like Dollar Shave Club, and thanks to you supporting said sponsors. So keep on
see yours.
shaving and keep on theorizing. Click the
What's
link,
that you got there?
dollarshaveclub.com/MattPat, and say hello to Baby Smooth
Oh,
Skin.
yeah. I've got the marble
Looks pretty cool.
shotgun with the red dot.
There's so many camos I wish I could buy for all my guns. I would probably spend like hundreds of dollars trying to get the camo.
Let me tell you how much I spent. I want to say 50 bucks, but not at once. I spent like 25 one week and 25
We
another
interrupt
week,
this
and I
game
bought
theory
the
before it
best
even
camos
begins with a
for the
special
people I use the
announcement.
most.
Remember that time I said these
And the rest
things?
of
It
them,
also means
even
that
if
I
they
get to
have, like,
experiment with some new
awesome camos,
projects,
I'm
which
just
I've been
getting
hinting at
the
for a
best
while
one
because
that
I'm
I
really
can-
excited
I
and I
can
think
earn,
you will be
and that's
too.
it.
Well, after months of working on it with my friends Marcus and Karth, the
up?
super secret special project is ready to premiere. This Tuesday, in fact. A new show by yours truly is getting ready to launch. Here's a sneak preview.
Oh, Kat, like you need to.
And
You
after
want to
that,
get on
later
with us,
this
right?
week is
So-
another game theory, which is on a game that you all requested a lot, and has turned out to be one of my all-time
Yeah, after
favorite
this match, we'll
episodes.
back up
So
and
tune
pick
in all
you
this
up.
week and get ready to OD on some Matt Pat. Now back to your regularly scheduled game theory. Well then. Maybe?
What? Wow.
It's harder than it looks, okay? Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Rambo, I ain't. And after 96 episodes of this series, you guys know me.
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
can hear
not
you. What'd you
thinking
say now?
way too hard about things like the symbolism of a magical hand creature, I'm acting like the cinema sins for video games, picking them apart for their lack of realism.
wow.
Oh, you can't actually do a leap of faith to land in hay.
stuff,
Oh, that
man.
game says it's about Roman strategy, so let's build a Roman city and see how that works. Oh, sure, these are video game women, but do their boobs behave
Wow.
realistically? No.
You're
Like an
making some-
overeager
you're making
Mario
a good time, but
Jumpman
you're
Mario,
making
I
good,
bring
useful
the
time for
hammer
yourself,
down
man.
on these gaps in realism, not because I want games to be hyper-realistic, far from it, but because it gives me a chance to teach you guys
Death
about the
Loves
real-life
You is coming
equivalents.
around
And
the
meanwhile,
corner.
we all laugh at the absurdity of video game logic
was
and
pretty
Lara
cool.
Croft's rock-hard rack. But when a game company brags about their product's attention to realism, well then, now you've awakened the beast. You're just asking for trouble. And that's exactly what happened with Gaijin Entertainment, the developers of the
A
World
norm-
War II tank and plane
Yeah,
MMO, War Thunder, who not only bragged about their attention to detail, but proceeded to fly
Yeah,
me down to
he's
Texas,
getting mad.
take me to a tank museum, and challenge me to compare the real-life tanks with their virtual counterparts. You have got to admire those cojones. And let me be clear, just because this was their event, I ensured that I was given free reign to say whatever I wanted to. Like a good researcher, I would never agree to something like like this if my results were going to be compromised. In fact, it made me want to be even more critical just to keep my integrity intact. So get ready, because the mission of the day is to put these tanks to the test against their real-life counterparts. Now let's roll out! Now in War Thunder's new Steel Generals expansion pack, they added a bunch of American tanks to the game, including the 3 I got to explore during the Texas trip. The Sherman, the Chaffee, and the Stuart. And the 3 represent a fascinating cross-section of tank technology. Let's take them out one by one. The M3 Stuart is a light tank named after the Civil War general Jeb Stuart.
The thing with multiplayer is I like to get a team of 5 with people I know or that are friends with, and then play with them.
Since no one recognized that they were actually his initials. It's interesting because it's an American tank that joined World War II before America did. Originally, the Stuart was being used by the British until the US showed up and started using them too. But since they were over there so early, the Stuart tank was technically the first American to engage enemies in combat. Now let's look at the tank itself. It's a pretty light tank with a small main cannon, size 37mm, which, to give you an idea, is about the diameter of your typical watch face. So big enough that you don't want it traveling towards your head, but small by cannon standards. Add to that a couple of machine guns, and you have yourself a nice little artillery vehicle. But what made the Stuart valuable was its relatively high speed and maneuverability compared to most of its heavier opponents. Very similar to Oddjob and GoldenEye.
It was just good to play with somebody different.
Ugh, I hated that well-dressed little man. Eventually, the Stuarts stopped being used for tank versus tank combat and either became reconnaissance machines, or they were sent to areas where the tank threat was much less serious, like Japan or the Philippines. And well, yes, it's easy to skin an in-game vehicle to look like a particular tank, and the sound is all dead on, since while I was researching the tanks, they were also recording the actual tank's sound effects to use in the game. I'm most interested in the tank's in-game behavior and weaknesses.
No, I don't.
So, how do you kill this tank? Well, the obvious weakness is the relatively tiny gun and light armor. So, of course, the best counter to a Stuart is a bigger
I have
tank
a lot of
good
games
aim.
for a lot
One
of
of the tank
systems,
experts
but
at
I
the
never
museum
got
said
into the
that the best
Grand
tank
Theft Auto
strategy
thing.
in general is have the bigger gun and get ready to run. But seriously, for as indestructible as these things look, almost any other tank can punch right through it, including other Stuarts. Another crucial weakness for the Stuart is terrain. Its treads are fairly narrow, so ground pressure is much higher than other tanks in its class. Think of it like a bed of nails. Narrow treads means less distribution of the tank's weight across the ground, which means that travel through mud and snow becomes much tougher as the tank sinks into the ground. And finally, the Stuart runs on what's known as a radial aircraft engine, which requires high-octane fuel and thereby increases the risk of a fire. So how's its virtual counterpart do? Well, War Thunder gets it all exactly right. Pretty much any tank cannon will either destroy your tank outright or kill the crew inside with a single well-placed shot. The engine placement is exactly where it should be, and some shrapnel headed in its direction will ignite this puppy like a firework. And on the offensive side, shooting the cannon produces little recoil in the tank itself thanks to the smaller caliber gun. In short, just like in real life, the game's equivalent is like the tin foil of the tank world, meant to be used for quick scouting and not head-to-head combat. Now, if you want a light vehicle with a little more punch, look no further than the M24 Chaffee, the second tank on my checklist. The Chaffee is named after United States Army General Admiral R. Chaffee Jr., a man who played a large part in introducing tanks into the U.S. military. It was specifically designed to be a beefier replacement for the Stuart, and it somewhat succeeded. The armor is about the same quality as the Stuart, which isn't great, but the gun, it's almost exactly double the size of the Stuart's. I feel like there's a penis joke to be inserted there. The problem was, the Chaffee came a little late. Huh, feel like there's a penis joke in there too. Chafees didn't reach Europe until November of 1944, but as you history buffs know, or perhaps more accurately, as you students forced to memorize the dates by your history teacher may recall,
Bernie,
the war ended on September 2nd, 1945. That was only a few months later, and as you can imagine, the U.S. Post Office puts huge fees on overnighting 40,000-pound war machines. So by the time these guys reached the fronts, most divisions still just used the Stuart as their standard light tank. The Chaffee saw a little more use in the Korean War, but by then, tanks in general tended to be heavier models. And just like the Stuart, it really just became used for recon. Just like the Stuart, to take this guy out, it was still pretty easy, with almost any tank caliber cannon in existence. But because this tank is so standard looking, many of its weak points were actually very easily identifiable by the enemy. Take for instance the shape of the turret, with its tapered bottom. This was meant to help the Chaffee keep a low profile, but it also perfectly highlights the horizontal turret drive responsible for its ability to rotate
it.
One well-placed shot could totally cripple the tank. Can you imagine trying to aim a tank at something without being able to rotate the turret? That's like trying to turn around in a hallway in the original Resident Evil. Ain't gonna happen. Another weakness is the treads. Where the Stewart had sprockets that touch the ground, the chaffies are much higher up on the body, and therefore much easier to hit at a distance. That in turn made it much easier to detread the tank. That said, it was still pretty tough to get close to this guy if you were on foot, because the treads were wider, the machine guns it packed were even scarier, and the low profile made it easier to spot enemies from farther off. Not that I'd ever recommend taking on a tank on your own in any situation at all, but with the Chaffee, smoke bombs are going to be your best friend, and once you were able to get close, I'd recommend trying something like that neat sticky bomb trick that they used in Saving Private Ryan. Spoilers, I guess? I can already feel you typing. It has been over 15 years, my friends. Tom Hanks dies, Matt Damon lives, and Vin Diesel's insistence on living his life a quarter mile at a time.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Doesn't get him too far. But back to the world of video games. In War Thunder, the Chaffee is used similarly to the Stewart, but it feels a little more tanky. It's a little slower, but the heavier gun makes it more threatening. And while the armor is about the same rating between the two, which is historically correct, the Chaffee's design makes it more likely to survive a hit or two. That said, targeting the area where the turret meets the tank body is totally an effective way to take it down. And unlike many of the other tank treads in the game, this guy's feels particularly vulnerable. So yeah, once again, very historically accurate.
We're not talking
it takes real skill to use this guy. So overall, Gaijin no Goomba Entertainment had reason to be confident in the fidelity of their game. Its fidelity is high. One might say high fidelity.
Oh my God, where
high
are you,
fidelity.
dude?
No one? Year 2000 comedy with John Cusack and Jack Black? Okay, that's fine. I'll take my film jokes elsewhere. The last tank I researched was the M4 Sherman, who you may remember from such wars as the Second World War and the movie Fury. Believe me, this dude is the one you think of when you imagine the stereotypical tank. The Sherman is a beast compared to the other two guys. Named after General William Tecumseh Sherman, when this tank first burst onto the scene, it outclassed almost every German tank it came across. True, it was only a few years later when the German Panthers and Tigers began outperforming it, but by then the Sherman was so easy to produce, just being good enough was fine. America's tank strategy became quantity over quality. When speaking about firepower, the Sherman had the same caliber gun as the Chaffee, but with much heavier armor. You guys can rest easy because this guy wasn't meant for ground troops. Inspired by the success of the German Blitzkrieg's whirlwind speed and brutality, the Sherman was much more focused on tank-to-tank combat, and because it had a gyroscopic stabilizer built into the turret, it could actually fire somewhat accurately while in motion, something practically unheard of in a lot of these other tank models. So you want to kill this guy? Other than just being a bigger tank with a bigger gun like a German Tiger or Panther, anything that could conceivably catch the tank on fire was going to be your best bet. From a Molotov cocktail to a phosphorus round. Shermans were extremely prone to catching fire, to the point that British soldiers began referring to it as the Ronson, in reference to a brand of lighter at the time, whose slogan was, lights first every time. That's brutal! Leave it to the British to keep burning to death in a flaming metal tub. Super classy. Other strategic disadvantages, it's fairly tall, and much of the heavy armor plating depends on where the tank is hit and at what angle. In short, if you're playing War Thunder, the Sherman is your basic entry-level medium tank. It's like choosing Mario and Smash Bros. It's heavy enough for a beginner to take a few hits, and powerful enough that a skilled player could take down a slightly more powerful tank with
you like the
some measure of
multiplayer.
confidence.
I'm all
And
for the
that is really
multiplayer. I
it.
don't care.
You know, my original plan for this
I
video was to point out all the glaring inconsistencies between the tanks in the game and the tanks in real life, but the dev team is so darn dedicated and accurate that I
the
just
thing with
can't do
multiplayer is that
so much of this
you
game
don't get
is
a lot of
just too
kills, and I
accurate,
like
to the point that the
stuff.
game data and the real world data were almost indistinguishable. It really soured my grapes. But oh, loyal theorists, I haven't forsaken thee. Because even with all their attention to detail, Gaijin Entertainment did miss one very significant detail when it comes to driving tanks around the battlefield. In fact, they failed to include a tank's biggest weakness of all, the tank's own worst enemy.
Oh my God, what happened? Did everybody try to save me?
Malfunctioning tanks were a major problem, especially for the Sherman, with as many as 30 to 50% breaking down on their way to the field. Or even worse, worse, while on the front. That's the last thing you need in a
something
heavy
else.
artillery battle. And if you stop to think about what I told you earlier about the Shermans, you can start to see why this failure rate was so high. The US strategy was mass producing these things. Of course it's gonna be sloppier and corners are gonna get cut. For all the brilliance of German engineering, it took Germany so long to fix their beautifully designed masterpiece tanks that the US would just build more Shermans and overwhelm them with sheer numbers. And Gaijin Entertainment, in their quest to create a truly realistic tank game experience, failed to include that critical design flaw. Ha ha, I gotcha.
Y'all on my stream hearing that.
The problem with
Cat
tanks breaking down was so prevalent,
scrubs.
and the dev team's commitment to realism was so high that they seriously considered adding a randomized failure mechanic into the game. Imagine spawning onto the battlefield only to have your tank sit there like a rock for no apparent reason, just because it was a lemon coming off the shelves. Obviously, you can see why their attention to detail stopped at that point. It's fascinating. Even the most realistic video game with a dev team who is super committed to realistic fidelity has their limits. In order for a video game to truly stay fun, it seems like there are limits to how much realism
So I
you can
was
work
watching
in.
some videos
But
on
hey,
this game
that's
and watching
just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the Super Amazing Endcard Tournament, where I have a few to catch you up on. For our PewDiePie video, an overwhelming number of you get most of your entertainment from either YouTube or online sources. 600% more, in fact, than the TV viewers. So suck on that cable. And in Lego Batman, surprisingly, most of you voted for Black Man, the deranged and murderous Black
I don't know.
Lantern.
I think he's a little bit harsh on IQ.
Cool, I guess.
Because I think in terrorist mode, when you're playing against
this week we're taking a page out of War Thunder's book.
Computer
Would you prefer
AI,
your games
I think that she's
super-realistic
useful,
or with a bit
because
more
her
fantasy
LCD.
thrown in? Like, would you prefer the slow, difficult to aim tanks in War Thunder, or the totally
But I mean,
OP fantasy
he was
tanks
dead
in
on.
pretty
I think
much
he's
every
dead
other
on
game
with
in
the guys he
Click on one to
critiqued
choose
because
and cast your votes. Now, if you'll
Smash
excuse me, I
is
need to
good.
go
Her weapons,
practice my
both her guns
machine
are
gunning
awesome.
skills.
One.
That experience at the top of the video.
Two, her
Yeah, I felt
special,
like I
you
was
can
getting
hit
my
a
man
shield,
card
you can
revoked.
hit
I
a
was barely
barrier,
holding
you
onto
can
it to
hit
begin with.
anything, and it's not, and nothing's indestructible. You know, so. And Thatcher, I mean, Thatcher could defuse and pretty much offset anybody. He could take apart any electronic with his EMP. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with what he said, but I think I
Video
would throw
games
a
have
couple more
predicted
guys
your
up in that top
future.
tier, but,
You won't like it.
you know, he put Switch down second tier, which is still good. I thought she should be up there because of her drones. You get so many drones to use, and her weapons are good as well too. But I didn't have a problem with what he said. I mean, it's all into interpretation. You know what I mean?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Rearrange the letters in our name and you get Gyrate Me Ho. Think about that for a minute. And think about this. Video games are fascinating. With your help, this show has already united practically every gaming universe into one shared canon. But today, I wanted to approach the topic from a different angle. If we were to create a timeline of every single game based on when its story takes place, which one would be set furthest in the future? You'll find out the answer here in a few minutes, but what I stumbled across while doing this little exercise was even more fascinating. You see, by lining up the games, patterns started to develop, and in this case, video games from entirely different franchises all seem to predict the same things happening at about the same time in the future. In short, the video game industry, through their shared predictions, has unintentionally created a sort of gamer's Mayan calendar that provides a disturbingly clear prediction of what will happen to you, to Earth, and to life as we know it in just a couple short centuries. Consider this a spoiler alert for your life. Before we get into any fortune-telling, let me point out that video games predicting the future is nothing new. Look at Smash TV. I said Smash. Set in the year 1999, but released in 1990, this insane run-and-gun arcade game successfully predicted the rise of reality television a decade before Survivor's Richard Hatch ever bore it all in Borneo. Now, if only Mutoid Man was selected to hand out roses as the next Bachelor, Now that would be some must-see TV. Other accurate games. Before they became Solid, the early 90s had Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake predicting a fuel-producing algae able to replace gasoline. Sure enough, in 2012, algae fuel started to roll out at 4 gas stations in San Francisco. But the most accurate example is also the most unsettling, as Deus Ex predicted the 9/11 attacks a year before they happened. The game's interpretation of the New York skyline had the Twin Towers noticeably absent. This was the result of the game's memory limitations. But the cover story they wrote in the game, that the World Trade Centers had fallen as the result of a terrorist attack. What started off as a workaround for memory limitations ended up foreshadowing the worst moment in America's recent history. Eerie and definitely dark, but not nearly as dark as what's going to happen to us if the rest of these predictions come true. Here's what we can look forward to. We begin in a future not very far from our own, the 2020s, where we find the lines between what is human and what is robot are beginning to blur. On one side, Mega Man and Proto Man represent science finally creating the world's first truly humanoid robots. Concurrently, nanotechnology continues to evolve, notably in the little-known Nano Breaker, set in 2021. 6 years later, 2027, the technology is ready, and the world of Deus Ex Human Revolution comes to life, whether you asked for it or not.
I never asked for this.
Fusing man with machine, upgrading ourselves to superhuman status, and polarizing the world in a debate about the ethics of human augmentation. Over the next few years, our enhanced selves and robot partners get put to the test against a new breed of self-proclaimed super criminals in Captain Commando and biologically enhanced rebels in games like Haze. But all in all, life is peaceful for about a decade. Then comes the 2030s, when technological progress slams to a halt. Overwhelmingly, games predict that sometime between 2030 and 2080, the world will be crippled by a lack of fossil fuels. Some desperate countries will turn to space for a solution. Carnage Heart, Machine Hunter, Tobal Number 1, Red Faction, even Halo all see Mars being colonized during this critical time. But while some other countries explore new worlds, others stay focused on this one, becoming locked in wars for domination over the natural resource supply. Killzone 2 and Fallout both depict the need for petroleum, sending the world into a nuclear apocalypse. Star Ocean, The Last Hope, calls it World War III. 2077 is the breaking point, as the US and China desperately lash out against each other, and the confused world releases a flurry of panicked warheads. Scared civilians literally bury themselves to survive. Once facing the endless possibilities of space, humanity is forced to hide underground in Fallout's vaults and Metro 2033's subway to avoid the radioactive chaos. But the situation goes from bad to worse, as humanity must turn on itself. Shortly after the nuclear apocalypse, mutated viruses begin to take over survivors, living and dead. By 2079, whether you believe in Fallout or Crush, Kill, and Destroy, the new enemy becomes your infected neighbors, friends, and family. Thus begins a dark period in games. I could only find a handful of titles taking place during this post-apocalyptic period between 2090 and the early 2100s. The games, like the underground civilians, just seem to hide, waiting to return to the surface. The few games I did manage to find, like Warzone 2100, Metal Warrior, and Battlefield 2142, all tend to feature the rebuilding of societies and battles involving mech suits, since, you know, it would be unsafe for humans to walk around on the surface unprotected, unless they wanted a third eye, or a tail. But by the mid-2100s, the radiation has subsided, and a newly humbled human society slowly starts to return to the surface, trying to piece together a civilization and still searching for a solution to their limited resources. And that solution comes from outer space. Remember all the mining operations on Earth and Mars prior to the Great War of 2077 and subsequent nuclear fallout? Well, as we struggle to find resources, they're back in action, and they're starting to find more than just fuel. Beginning around 2150, alien artifacts start to pop up around these dig sites, causing some pretty serious side effects. 2145, employees on Mars start to go insane as depicted in Doom 3. 2148, Mass Effect has us finding Prothean technology on Mars. 2214, Dead Space's Black Marker, a dangerous alien artifact, is found by Earth's government in the deserts of New Mexico. Truly, we are not alone. And no game makes this clearer than Mass Effect, where the aforementioned discovery leads us to faster than light travel, faster than you can say,
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Splendid. Within a year of faster than light travel, we find that Pluto isn't a chunk of ice at all, but rather the equivalent of an interstellar bus stop. Who knew? And by 2186, we've successfully joined an alien council, killed an alien council, and destroyed the galaxy-wide railroad with your choice of colored beam. Left without the ability to travel from star system to star system, surprise, it's Halo that picks up the slack, reinventing the Prothean technology we just lost with the Shaw Fujikawa slip space drive in 2291, once again opening the universe up for exploration with faster than light travel. But this time, the universe isn't so eager to see us. Whether it's dismembering necromorphs in the Cygnus system in 2508, fending off the dual onslaught of Flood and Covenant on a ring world in 2525, or wielding the power of a well-executed Macarena against extraterrestrial Teletubbies in 2499, I think we can all agree opening the door to space simultaneously opened a dangerous can of worms. So to summarize, 2020s, technological progress, 2030s through 80s, resource wars, 2090 through 2140, waiting underground, 2150 to 2300, emerging from the ground and making alien contact, and 2300 to 2500, alien wars. But you know what I find truly fascinating about this? That's it. We're left with an Earth defending itself against toe touches and tea bags. In a medium where game designers can make any world they want to come to life using a few zeros and ones, depictions of our future tend to stay within the first half of this millennium. Granted, the order of events coincides well with what real-world researchers are already saying. Right now, robots are moving more freely by the day, and within 10 or 20 years we should
good thing
see our own
Weaponized you didn't have the DLC.
Regarding a resource war, some experts speculate that 2060 may well be the date we deplete our petroleum reserves, a date that just so happens to be smack dab in the middle of the range video games predict. And remember the 30-year dark period where we theorized survivors were waiting underground? Fallout from a nuclear apocalypse can take anywhere between a few months and a few decades to dissipate back to safe levels. So a 30-year hibernation of human society would actually make a lot of sense. But all that aside, what happens in the year 3000, 4000, 100,000? This is where games can truly speculate, and sadly don't. Jump ahead 2,000 years now and Neo-Contra shows us Earth as a world devolved into a prison planet. Jump ahead another 3,000 and you no longer have Earth, but instead lost Jerusalem, an abandoned planet no longer appearing on star charts in the Xenosaga story. Oh, and that game set furthest in the future,
I gotta give it to
the
you,
clear
man.
winner
You're like
is
the
Boom
best
Bots.
droner,
Set in the year
like,
15 million
Because when I was trying to drone without you
Never
being
heard of
here, I was having a
Boom
hard
Bots?
ass
To summarize, a group of aliens called the Feline
suicide.
Alien Research Troop, or FART for short, invades Earth and steals all our cats. So we create the Boom Bots Underground Technology Team, or Butt Team, to stop
It
them.
is getting thick in here, man. My goodness.
So after years of hardship, rebuilding, and defending our homes against outside
you guys got the
invaders,
hostage,
we have
Bernie?
this to
you
look
exiting
forward
out
to.
now? Alright, I'm coming out the same way where you're coming out, but I'm already below you. Alright, so just propel down. I got you. Where am I getting shot from?
Great. War.
Alright, come down. You
War
can come
never
out down there
changes.
now. Ooh.
It just involves more cats and lamey
Well, let me
joke
save them
acronyms.
first.
In total, the take-home message today isn't whether or not these predictions come true. It's that video game victories are short-lived. It's easy to think of these games existing in vacuums, and that when you beat the final boss
are you,
and the
man?
credits
What are you
roll,
doing?
you're
Oh,
done.
wow.
You've
That's
saved
what's
the
happening?
universe. But the thing
I
to
know you
remember
sure
is
do.
that Really? You're just playing out a chapter in a much larger timeline.
Yo, he jumped out the second
other video
story
games.
floor
Sure,
with the hostage.
you may have won the
and
day
they both
this
went
time,
down.
but Dr. Wiley will be back
awesome.
next week with a new plan. The Deus Ex guy
I
will
was like,
still
yo,
be
you gotta get out
complaining
this way.
about
He's
never
like, alright.
asking for this. Each and every victory will be short-lived.
You did your
Eventually,
major
all
stunt,
of them will lead to
stunt
the
double,
cat
man.
aliens
Stunt
taking
double,
over.
I mean.
And maybe, just maybe, as a future human goes to bow before his feline overlord, he'll find this video and smile, knowing that someone millions and billions of years prior was thinking
all
of it,
the
and thinking about his place in the grander scheme of things.
That was me.
But hey,
that was me.
that's just
Ow.
a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the Super Amazing End Card Tournament, where last episode the response in the comments from you guys was overwhelming. Seriously, I cannot explain to you how awesome it was to see fans from all around the world getting into the contest.
He's got the
It
gas.
made me so tremendously happy, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. That said, it's time to announce the winners, and let's face it, you're all winners. But some of you more than others. And those others are Japan with 77%,
So
Belarus with
man,
85%,
Bernie,
Taiwan
we
with
were playing
92%,
that
Ukraine
shitboard,
with 93%,
and,
Martinique,
he got
Russia,
killed, and he had to watch for like, what was
Armenia,
it, 15,
and China,
20 minutes,
all
like
with
3 of us go through that
100%.
whole
And
ship.
a special shout out goes to
So at
America,
least I can say I'm
who
well-versed in
really
shit
stood
now.
no chance in this contest. I knew that going in,
Oh my
but
goodness, that
crushed
was
everyone in absolute numbers. Anyway, enough
Oh,
looking
he ended up
backwards. It's
leaving
time to
eventually.
look
It was-
towards the
he was
future.
just awful.
Question of the day:
Not
which
in a bad
version
way, you
of
know what
the
I mean? But
future
it was
would you
just
like to
like-
live in most? Metroid, Fallout,
I'm
or
following
Mass
you.
Effect?
Like,
click on one to choose,
you know
and
what
I'll
we
make
need to
sure
do
that your
with
choice
people like
gets sent
that?
along to
Yeah,
Santa Claus,
no.
so that maybe
You know what
can
you have
get
to do
your
with people
wish
like
this
that?
Christmas.
Like,
Hey, have
just
you
ignore
subscribed
them.
yet?
Like, I
Should.
don't even, like, you know, just, if they're gonna do what they're gonna do, fine. Like, if somebody asks me to shoot them, like, I'm just, don't worry, I got him.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Alright. Alright, well, you lead the way. You got the shield.
Mario Jumpman Mario was
I
a
may have the
referee
axe, but
Punch
you got
Out
the shield.
starring Mike Tyson, who appeared as himself in Rocky Balboa alongside this guy, David Neereem, who no one's ever heard of because all his work is uncredited.
I'm always shocked at how I
Another
can't
of his
destroy
uncredited
appliances, but I can
roles was
destroy
as a dinner
walls.
party guest in the mediocre road
I got
trip
behind
movie
us.
My
There's people
One and
shooting
Only,
behind
which
us.
featured the one and only Kevin Bacon. 3 degrees of separation, baby.
Got him.
Booyah!
Alright, we're good. That's what I like about Sledge. His one hammer hit knocks that thing out. in
Hello,
one hit.
Internet. Welcome to
I got
Game
him.
Theory, the
I
show
got
that
you.
D-list celebrities turn to when they're not invited on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh man, flashbang.
Last time we covered a
Jesus.
huge number of cameos.
Where we
intended
at
to
here with
unite
this? I got a
all
grenade
gaming
if I need to
universes.
toss one.
And
Where?
with your comments filling in the connections I didn't know or didn't have time to cover, we were able to pull together everything from Halo and Guitar Hero to Japanese games I
Got
can't
him.
pronounce
Oh, you guys are
like
gonna love that hit.
Den and Automedius.
You guys are gonna love
Yeah,
that
that's
hit.
a game. But the critique most people had against our web was that things like Daxter and Hot Shots Golf and Morrigan and Gunbird 2 aren't canon, they're Easter eggs. And
hey,
while
oh,
I
hi,
agree
hi,
that
what's
Mega
up,
Man
man?
appearing alongside
going on?
Crack Attack Cammy and Cannon Spike,
So I got a
might not
street.
fit
I got
in
a
well
viewer
with his other
who's
adventures
following
fighting
me, who
against
has
Dr.
like the
Wily.
best name in the
There's
world.
no denying that Easter egg or
The person's
no,
name
he
is Hi,
present in
and they
that
said
game.
hi.
Just because
That's
a
pretty
Yoshi
cool. I
doll
like
appears
that.
in Metal Gear doesn't
pretty
mean
original.
it's tied to the Mushroom Kingdom. I could have a Yoshi doll
like-
on my desk too. But when characters start physically appearing in other worlds, fan service or no, that's when the connections become solid. As a show that takes video game logic 100% seriously and then tries to rationalize it, we needed an
nuts, huh?
explanation. Hence everyone sharing the same universe. That said, does this guy really have enough patience to do this?
Boy, this is a nice clean hit, Johnny, just right of the flag.
It doesn't seem like canon. Or how about Mario? We all know him as a plumber, but he's also been a construction worker, a demolition expert, a pilot of planes, subs,
you gotta
large
you gotta
space
share
battles,
bucks,
a chef,
buddy.
a professional boxing referee, and a doctor. But let's not forget the
Can't
time
be
he
stealing
spent as a
them.
military bomb runner, a deep-sea treasure diver, a cement mixer, a matador, a snake charmer, a tribal hunter, and a Spanish guitar player.
That's messed up now. That's messed
Not
up.
even the Pretender had a
Now
resume
you made
like
him
this.
not be Buck.
Sorry, my
Now,
90s are showing. So what
Buck will not be
gives?
utilized
How can you
on this
justify
mission.
one man being both Jack the Ripper and Jack Nicholas? Or Mario being both Joe the
Buck's
plumber
been
and
getting more-
Jose the guitar player? Yes,
Buck's been in
all
the
video
field for
games
like
may share the
non-stop for
same
like
universe,
4 weeks,
but that
man.
doesn't necessarily mean all universes are
you
the
pick?
same. You've heard the term parallel universe or alternate universe before,
How
right?
can you tell
Well,
what?
it's not just a way to give fanfic writers the freedom to give Cloud and Sephiroth
Oh, yeah.
a steamy love affair. It's an
What did you
actual
pick,
theory
Weaponized?
in quantum
Would you pick
mechanics
the wrong
called
one?
the many worlds interpretation, too grossly
Oh my
oversimplify.
God.
The many worlds
That's
interpretation
terrible.
says that all possible pasts and futures are real, each existing in
Weaponized
their
is
own
just
universe.
so
Each time
good,
a
man, with
decision
the
is
bot,
made,
with the
a
droning,
new universe
man.
is created. For example,
how
the
you do it,
US and
bro.
Allied powers winning
Jesus.
World War II, that's our universe.
We get a chance.
Hitler and Germany
All right,
winning
we're
World
coming.
War II, that's another separate but equally real universe where everyone
died?
steps
Did you
around
die?
with bad haircuts
Who died?
and goofy mustaches. How about this? Were you forced to decide between Life cereal and Apple Jacks for breakfast this morning? Congratulations! You created 2 entirely new universes before putting on your pants. The many worlds interpretation would also explain how Kratos could be a god killer
Weaponized,
one
I'm
day
coming up
and a
the stairs with
world-class
you. I know
chipper
you're
the next.
coming up from
Multiple
outside.
universes, multiple Kratos,
Suicide?
each with his own unique personality. But if you want solid evidence, look at the official Zelda
Wait a minute, who'd you
timeline.
shoot?
Yes,
Who'd you
I'm
shoot?
talking about it. During the course of Ocarina of Time, Link travels 7 years into the future to defeat Ganondorf. Nintendo has gone on record saying that this creates 2 separate
Yeah, we're already gonna have to
timelines,
leave
one
this
that
lobby.
follows young Link as a
You were?
child, and
Oh.
another separate timeline, the one 7 years in the future, of adult
Oh,
Link
okay. He probably
defeating
knew it was
Ganon.
by
And
accident.
this makes sense. At the end of Ocarina, the final battle is against Ganondorf at full power. After future
Watch
Link
out, guys.
defeats Ganon and brings peace to that timeline, he's then sent back to his childhood armed with the knowledge he's gained. As
Auto.
a result, he's able to once again stop Ganondorf's plans, but this
I hit him
time
with
well
Ash's
before
special.
Ganondorf is able to claim the full Triforce and obtain ultimate power, thus
I hit
preventing
him-
the
I hit
adult
that guy with
timeline
Ash's
from
special
ever
and just
happening.
blew him up.
Time travel, always such an easy subject to discuss. Anyway,
well,
Nintendo
don't
takes
fall-
it
don't
one
fall on the
step
floor
further
there.
and reveals that there's actually a third timeline. This one is created when the hero is defeated. In other words, Link dies. With Link dead, there's no one able to stop Ganondorf from taking over Hyrule. To put it bluntly, this is the game over timeline. But consider this. While it's
Yeah, I know, that is a
possible for the
pretty
first
perfect
2
square there,
timelines to
almost.
exist parallel to one another, you cannot have all 3 occurring at the same time. The hero of time can't be both victorious and defeated within the same canon. No matter how many times you yank out that Master Sword and fast forward 7 years, there isn't an army of young Links waiting in the past for their turn to
I got
drown
him.
in the water temple.
You talking about the
There's
suicide?
one Link who must make it through the entire adventure in one
I got the
piece.
suicide.
In other words, the
Alright,
official
that
Zelda
wasn't me.
timeline isn't a timeline
I don't know, but you're taking
at
like forever,
all,
man.
but rather an explanation of the Zelda multiverse.
It's all
Link
about
is
American
victorious,
Glory
2
weapon
perfectly valid
camo.
timelines are created in their own universe. Link dies at any point in his journey. Another entirely separate universe with its own string
yeah,
of
definitely need a
games.
refill.
So if you're truly going to insist on the Zelda games
through
all
mad
being
bullets on that
canon
one.
while still believing Nintendo's official timeline for the series, the only possible explanation is
Sounds
the
good.
many worlds theory. Like we said in the last
Oh,
episode,
man, Hi hasn't
it's
responded
all
back
happening
to me.
within a
I said
single
hi,
video game
hi.
universe, just different versions of that one universe. And this isn't the only time it's happened either. In Zelda
Coming
2,
now.
each time you get a game over, you receive this message.
Okay.
I didn't know Bald Bull was in this game. The Return of Ganon? I don't know about you, but that sounds like a whole nother universe was created right there. In fact, the
multiverse explanation.
What were
can
you
work
saying now
for
about it?
all
You had a
games.
Twitch
You
page?
miss a jump, causing Mario to fall in a pit and die. Peach stays kidnapped, and we get an explanation for the Koopa kids. But you try again, and this time beat the game. Sure,
I do
Mario
pretty
gets
much
the girl,
respond
but
whenever,
it's not
you know,
the
but
same
the way I
Mario,
have
and
my
it's not
setup
the same
currently
girl
right
you
now, like
started
I
off
kind of,
with this theory,
my
death
computer's
isn't the
adjacent
end.
to
It's a chance
me
to
looking
jump to
straight
a parallel
ahead.
universe
So
and
sometimes
try
if I don't
again
look
with
back
better
enough, I don't
results.
see the person
It's like
in
you're
time.
making a painting.
And they might
You
have
start
left
off
the
with
room,
the same
you know,
basic
left the room.
materials,
Yeah,
but the
okay.
end picture
Got
is
it.
different every time you paint.
All on this
Sure,
window here.
Kratos, Mario, and everyone in between may share the same universe, but in one version, Kratos is
Oh, there's
hitting
somebody
the
out
greens
there.
and Mario is
I'm
playing
down.
with pipes. In the next, Kratos is ripping
Behind
up
the window,
heads,
guys,
and Mario
coming in.
is still playing with pipes.
Did you get
In
the guy
this
by the
way,
window?
Everything from the first game in a series to the most bizarre cameo can be considered canon. The question is, which universe is it canon to? But hey, that's just a theory.
Jesus Christ.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Weaponized, you did a pretty good job for that being a weapon that you didn't want.
Yeah,
I did pretty good too.
Jumps from a
think we all
building,
did, man.
lands in a haystack, gets up
We all did very
fine, does it all again. Ezio's free. Ba 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 da, ba. Free falling.
Yeah, I added you already,
but
I
can
think.
he survive?
Unkick?
You guys want to hear the most messed up joke ever?
What?
Basketball's the perfect sport for black people. All they do is
Damn.
Hello, Internet. Welcome
Being that I
to
am a
Game
black man,
Theory. Tom Petty, I ain't.
I have no
A few
comment
months ago,
to
I
that.
did an episode
Nah.
on Assassin's
I'm cool.
Creed,
It's
looking
funny.
at whether
I mean, I get the
memories can be
joke.
passed through genes. It was a good one. It even taught me a couple of things, like the fact that 1 gigabyte doesn't actually equal 1,000 megabytes. Who
I
knew
don't
that
even know
that
what.
was something I would have to look up? Well, a lot of you did, actually. But since then, a bunch of loyal theorists have been asking in the comments for
Black
a
and
leap of
chocolate
faith
don't go
episode.
together. That's what I
So
don't
here we
understand.
are. Topic of the day: could the Ass Creed clan actually survive their
Look,
famous leaps
I am
of
a
faith?
very...
No,
I'm
but hey, that's
I'm a guy
just
that has
a
a very
theory.
thick skin.
A
I've heard a lot of
game
stuff and
theory.
dealt with a lot
Thanks
of stuff.
for
so I'm
watching.
not gonna get too
Seriously
overhyped
though,
about
your
that.
odds of
So you're
walking
good.
casually away from an Assassin's Creed fall are slim. Far from impossible, but slimmer than
Well, it all depends on where you
No, I can't always think of
it all
clever
depends
similes,
on
okay?
how,
Medical
you know, the
journals
person who's saying
generally
it, how
say that
how
a
it's
fall
being
from
delivered
any
and where
height
it's
greater
coming
than
from. So
100 feet or 30.5
you don't sound like you're being
meters
too
is in
malicious
the
with
red
it or
zone,
malicious with it, so I'm not gonna act
unsurvivable.
like
And
you
in
are. You
Assassin's
know what I'm
Creed,
saying?
some of
So-
your biggest jumps triple that number. But let's start at the very
You know,
beginning.
most people
a
don't
very
care
good
anyway,
place
you
to
know,
start
and
by
they,
taking it
you know,
to
some people just want a reason to
falling
be
out of a
angry and
plane
hate
6
people and
miles,
hurt, you know, yell, so
31,000 feet, or
that's what I mean.
9,656 kilometers up in the air. According to the Free Fall database, since the 1940s, an astonishing 44 people have survived falls from planes
not part
at
of
these
the
tremendous
university,
altitudes.
anything but
You
part
heard
of
right,
university.
44 people survived
cat, like,
falling
left so he
out
could,
of a plane.
play
Of those,
multiplayer.
31 were classified as wreckage riders, people who fell that distance attached to or
you're
surrounded
the only
by
one
a
that
piece
hates
of the
it, bro.
plane.
I think
The other
we all do,
13
man.
were pure free fallers, nothing to protect them. The thing is, although it's impressive that these people survived falls from tens of thousands of feet, any fall over 1,500 feet or 457 kilometers is going to be about the same, because that's the point you generally reach terminal velocity. To explain, gravity is accelerating you towards the Earth, right? But as you keep falling faster and faster, the air rushing past you pushes you back more and more, creating drag. Terminal velocity is the point where the two forces equal, and you no longer accelerate downward. After falling 1,500 feet, this speed maxes out at around 120 miles per hour, or 54 meters per second. So if you're gonna fall, why not add 10,000 extra feet? Might as well enjoy the view on your way down.
Now, using information from past fallers, we can critique the assassin's technique. And quite honestly, they're doing a lot right. They spread their bodies like a skydiver in the air, which increases their overall drag and slows their descent. When they land, they aim for a cushy substance. Ultimately, you want to land on something with give, with flex. A wooden cart filled with hay is far better than earth, concrete, water. You heard right. Water. Surprisingly, the surface tension between water molecules makes the impact just as hard and inflexible as concrete.
I had to turn down the
except
heat.
when you hit concrete,
I know what you're
your
gonna say. You're gonna say it's wintertime, but I live with a vampire. So
one area for improvement is that the assassins are landing flat on their back. In the good old days of 1940, this position was thought to be the best way to handle a fall. Spread out the force of the impact across a larger surface area rather than placing lots of force in one part of the body. However, more recent studies say falling like a skydiver's landing position with legs and hips flexed is the optimal way to handle a fall like this. In short, the odds of survival are low, but the assassins are doing everything they can to put the odds in their favor. Alright,
it never
Felix
lets you mark, man. Like,
knowing
what's up
that
with
you
that?
still want to recreate Assassin's Creed? Fine.
Yeah, it is.
Let's take the high dive achievement from Askred
See it going
2.
in?
To
Oh, 'cause
earn
you're
it, you must
following
leap
it?
from Florence's Campanile di
Oh
Giotto.
my god, I just got
Man,
stuck
this channel
though.
is so bad at foreign names. Campanile di Giotto. Look to me, it's a Mario. It's a me, Mario.
weaponized, you
Or as
just
the
went in
Americans
there.
pronounce it,
The
Campanile
guy here,
di Giotto.
right in
an
here. I'll mark him
84.7
for
meter
you.
or 278-foot tower built
I
around
just marked him.
1340. At this height, it's well
right in
above
front
the
of you.
100-foot
He's
Red
right-
Dead
no, you're
Redemption
over
zone.
there.
By
Okay,
my
never mind.
calculations, the fall takes around 3.7
I'm not there
seconds
yet. Here we
to
go.
complete. And with the acceleration
There he
due to
is.
gravity being
He's right
9.8
to
meters
your
per second per
turn to your
second,
left.
you just
There you
plug
go.
these numbers into the equation to make
Nice.
sure that everything checks out. Distance equals 1/2 acceleration due to gravity
Heading in
times
right
time
now.
of the fall squared, and we get something that's not right. The equation should balance. Of course, we're not factoring in wind resistance, but that would make Ezio fall
I
even
find it
slower, thus
amusing that I
making
can't
this
hop
side of the
over certain
equation
barriers
even
in this
less.
game.
But we know that both the time of the fall and height of the building must be correct. The building is clearly identified in the game and the time we just measured, which means gravity in the Assassin's Creed world is wrong. So, recalculating the solve for gravity gives us 12.4 meters per second squared. That's over 125% of Earth's gravity. So, say you're
guys in
200 pounds. Congratulations! You just put on an extra 50 without even getting to enjoy that extra cheese doodle. In fact, 12.4 meters per second squared is greater than the gravity for every other planet in our solar system. Except for Jupiter. For Jupiter levels of
Alright, I got the
gravity,
window.
we need to rewind to the
and,
first Assassin's Creed and
yeah,
the
let me get
Umayyad
here. I got the
Mosque in
window.
Damascus, one of the game's signature locations.
Okay,
Here, we're
alright.
jumping off its tallest minaret.
He's got
The
down
game
there
mislabels
covered,
it as the
supposedly.
minaret of the bride, when in actuality it's the minaret of Jesus.
Yeah, straight ahead.
Probably in an attempt to avoid the religious name, but no need to worry about being PC here. Not that type of
Jesus.
PC. There you go. The minaret stands at 77 meters tall, and
I
you hit
gotcha.
the hay in 2.8 seconds, which means that
Can't get you
gravity
yet.
here
Oh, I'm
is
down
nearly
too.
20
That's up to
meters
him.
per square second. That's easily
he's
over
over there
2
shooting.
G's and approaching Jupiter levels of
We're done
gravity.
here.
To put
We're
that
not
in
gonna make it.
perspective, if you weighed 200 pounds in the real world, in the
As soon as that
Assassin's
bomber
Creed
got
1
you.
universe, you'd be hefting around a good 400. And remember, this is assuming
Oh, we're
ye
done.
olde Italy exists in ye olde vacuum. Factoring in drag
I'm not
would
playing
mean
that
that
one
whatever
again
planet
either.
Assassin's Creed takes place on would have even more gravity. If Facebook were to classify the relationship between
That's always a
Assassin's
tough
Creed
one,
and this
man. Like, you've
fundamental
gotta get to the
force,
first
the status
bomb
would
with,
be,
like,
it's complicated.
nobody
Man,
dead.
that has got to be the
That's the
cheesiest
thing.
joke I've
Everybody
used in a
has to be
long
alive,
time.
you know what I'm
What's
saying?
this do to our chances of survival? Well, if you weren't facing certain death before, you certainly are now, because higher g-forces mean more acceleration in a shorter time span. To calculate the velocity the instant
Yeah, I
before we
know.
hit the ground, we simply take the acceleration due to gravity and multiply
It's
by the
just
time
tough,
we've
man.
been
People,
falling. Under
you know,
normal
people just-
g-forces,
I don't know,
you'd be
man.
hitting
I
the hay
love
at
there's
36
something about
meters
this
per
game that I
second, or
love
a
playing it
leisurely 80
tactically,
miles
like,
per
because I
hour.
can't do
With
that
the
in any
game's
other game.
skewed
You know what I mean?
gravity,
So I like
however,
to take
you'd be hitting the ground at nearly
advantage of the
46 meters
droning
per
and all that
second,
and
or
everything, you know?
103
So
miles
you're like the
per
best
hour.
droner
Jumping
I
in
know, because
Damascus
when I
would
be
be
droning
even worse
without you,
for your
like,
health, as
sometimes
the
I I'll get
higher
lost,
gravity
man.
results in a 56 meter per
Like, yo,
second,
I was like, I played,
125
you know what I
mile
get
per
lost at? The
hour
one
face
that's on the
plant.
shipyard
That's
with the two
terminal
buildings.
velocity right there. The same as if you were dropping from over
let's protect the hostage.
1,500 feet, and you only had to fall
See if I
1/6
could
of
get
the
Frost.
distance. Of course, drag would slow you down, but as I said
got it.
earlier, it would also mean these gravity
I
numbers
love that
would
gun
be
that she
higher.
has,
So
man.
all in
That
all,
thing is
not
sweet.
that bad of an estimate. But all of this is assuming that we even have the buildings to jump off of. Remember, we're talking about a double
minute, are we playing
gravity world
multiplayer?
here. What else would
we're
life
not,
be
right?
like?
Okay,
Would
'cause
life
that's-
even be able to exist?
I was wondering why
This
nobody
is a
was
scenario
also
known as
speaking,
hypergravity. And if Assassin's Creed truly
you good.
depicted the
I was
real
just
world
wondering why
with
people
twice
weren't
the normal
picking,
G-forces,
characters.
none of these buildings would actually be standing. Structurally, they
female
couldn't
defender.
handle the heightened pressure and would collapse under
So it's
their
gonna-
own weight.
so it's-
And humans,
it's gonna
we
be
would
I
survive,
bet
but
you
it would
the
take
next
quite
two
a
are
bit of
gonna be
adaptation.
for the
Humans exposed to
Canadian,
hypergravity for
and the next
extended
two
periods
operators
show
they release are gonna
increased
be-
bone
or you think they're all
mass
gonna be
as
different?
the skeleton adapts to support the spike in weight. And with twice the gravity, everything gets twice as heavy, which means heavier
yeah, we don't have no
blood.
South
Who thinks
American,
of their
do we?
blood as having weight, right? Well, the heart certainly does, as heavier blood means more work, making it especially difficult to pump upwards to the
Okay,
brain.
you're right.
In fact, some theorists propose
The
that
next-
the dinosaurs
whoa, that
went
was a glitch
extinct
in
when
like
the
hell.
Earth's
It just
gravity
glitched me out of the
increased,
fucking
making
room.
life unsustainable for
What's up with that?
supersized animals. The irony here is that of all the people, the assassins would be the most affected. You see, the exertion of climbing tall buildings, coupled with the high altitudes of their viewpoints, would result in them being much more prone to lightheadedness
it's glitching
as
just
their
a little
hearts
bit,
struggle
yeah.
to get blood to the brain. Chances are, if tall buildings
Put a
were still
welcome mat
standing,
down
they would
here, man,
pass
shall
out
we?
long before reaching the top
Oh,
of
he's
any
got a
structure,
tripwire bomb.
ultimately plummeting to their doom. Leap of faith? Ha! They wish they had the chance. More like tumble of fatigue. I don't know. I can't come up with any good punchlines this week. Not that my punchlines are ever any good. So in the end, what have we learned today? Don't jump off of buildings. You will die. But hey,
No
that's
clue, man.
just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the super amazing end card tournament, where last week the chrono-crazed crowd crushed the Final Fantasy fans. In honor of Assassin's Creed, a very international game, today we're having a battle of the countries. A lot of people from all over the world watch this show. I see all the statistics in my analytics. I want you to go into the comments and type something, anything in your native language. The country that comes the closest to getting one comment for every one view on this video from your country gets international bragging rights for life. Or until I decide to do this again. You're all loyal theorists, but what country has the most loyal of loyal theorists? Let's find out. While you're thinking of what to write in the comments, I'm just gonna say
Yeah, she
here
calls
and
it a
encourage you
welcome
to
mat. That's why everybody calls it a
so
welcome
you should
mat.
do that. Subscribe. There's a lot of good stuff coming up. Like,
You
really,
heard it,
I'm
yeah.
excited for the next couple months. And hey, click right here to
Hey,
start
people aren't
listening
putting
to
up
my
barricades
other
around your
Assassin's
booby
Creed
traps.
video.
Not
It's one of
too
those
shabby.
underappreciated gems on this channel.
Oh, wait, no,
Anyway,
you're
if you
Doc. My
commented,
bad. That's
subscribed,
whoever's putting
and
it
watched
up.
the other Assassin's Creed video, you are now permitted to leave. Okay, thanks. Love you, bye.
Put a welcome mat right there. We got two more. We got one more left.
Welcome for you. Everybody in the live audience. It's like an Oprah Winfrey thing. What with welcome mats?
Hello, Internet! Welcome to
Mats everywhere.
My Couch. 2014 was a great year for us.
There you go.
When we started off, we had just crossed 1 million
Hey, how about I
subscribers.
just box
and at the
myself
time, we
outta
had no
here?
idea who Rosalina's true parents were.
Thanks.
We still thought that Minecraft creepers were animals and not radioactive
Guys,
moss
come on.
monsters. And we weren't as scared as we probably should have been of singing animatronic robots. Since that time, we've covered everything from hook shots to healing to hackers. But best of all, we managed to triple the number of loyal theorists that are in our little community here, which is just mind-blowing that 3 million people
Yeah,
all
she said
love
ready for
overthinking
company.
video games as much as I do. So, that being said, I
Put
wanted to
down all
finish
three of my-
2014 off right by taking on a topic
She
that I hear
said-
from you guys a lot, which is game
Oh, that was
theory
the other guy
behind
he
the
said was the
scenes.
worst.
How do I
Besides
select certain
IQ was
topics?
Tachanka.
What video editing and audio
He was
recording
saying that
software do we
if
use?
you get on
Why I
his-
haven't done the dating simulation episode yet. Stuff like that. So, without further ado, you've requested it.
Because when you
Here
get
it
on
is,
that
Game
turret,
Theory
it just
behind
gives
the
away
scenes.
a headshot. Like you're just gonna get hit with a headshot. You know, because people could just like line up and just like hit you.
Or maybe we should make this a little bit more interesting.
Half of the time
So
you
to
can't
produce
place
an
it
episode of
anywhere.
Game Theory,
That's
we
what the guy
follow
was saying.
6-ish steps. Step 1, coming up with the idea.
The dark China
The first and most important decision that goes into every episode of Game Theory is, what game do I want to talk about? Since this decision can either make or break an episode, I've come up with a complex
somebody
algorithm
put a
of
barricade
factors
up on his
that weighs in
thing.
everything from volume of fan
If I
requests
tear that barricade
to
down,
Google
would it mess up
searchability
his booby
data,
trap?
to game release calendars, to a special little number I like to call theorizability index. Nintendo, how do I keep getting this? Weird. Step 2.
Oh shit, I forgot to welcome
After
man
going
over
through
here,
such
man.
a careful process for selecting the game, we go through an equally meticulous process for selecting the
I'm heading
editor.
downstairs, man.
Ronnie! Oh, the worst. So, with the perfect editor precisely selected for the project at hand, it's time to give them their new assignment. One of the things that a lot of people don't know about us theorists is that we live all across the country. I'm in California, there's Texas, Arkansas, Idaho, North Carolina. We're all over the place. So we have to use Skype in order to communicate, since
I'm
it's
all
the
the
thing
way
that all
downstairs.
gamers use, and besides, who can resist this
floor, man.
face? And by this face, I mean Ronnie's face. Mine is awkwardly prepubescent. Anyway, that Skype conversation is typically a short one because everyone's super excited about tackling the episode at hand.
That's where the
Hey Ronnie, got a new theory for you. It's
people
gonna
are
be
stealing
great.
all
People
the
are gonna
kills.
talk about it for weeks.
Damn barricades.
It's Nintendo, no PewDiePie.
No.
Ronnie, please, I'm desperate here. And I really need you to do this episode. You can make fun of Gaijin Goomba.
Fine.
Great. Glad to have you on board, buddy.
Step 3, writing. Now this is where the creative process truly begins, as I let the inspiration flow through me and onto the page. The research process is grueling. To ensure that I'm only working with the most accurate numbers possible, I comb through hours worth of gameplay footage. Wario's height, 10 feet, write it down. And we make sure that episodes of Game Theory are backed by only the most credible of sources. Next up, audio recording. For those of you who've asked, I use an Audio-Technica AT2020 USB cardioid microphone
man, too bad he didn't show
and
the
Soul
kill
Republic
with the
headphones.
trap.
All
I
sound
wonder where
recording
he got-
takes
where
place
the
in
guy
our
got
professional
killed
level
at.
sound
Because they
booth,
placed-
where we have precise control over every audio component that takes place in the show.
Hey, I'm doing a recording!
Cool beans.
And recently, we've upgraded to a new space.
Skip, I'm gonna do a recording.
Yeah, you're creeping up there. I wonder what the cap limit on the level is. I guess it just keeps going, bro.
Hey, we're gonna do a recording!
Audio recording in this way can sometimes be a hassle, but it's worth it to know that every piece of sound in an episode will be pristine.
Yeah, he's recording. I'll have him call you as soon as he comes out of the closet.
Excuse me, recording! Quiet, please, thank you.
I did one good match there.
You too, Skip.
Step 4,
I don't mind
visual
playing
editing.
it, but I like playing
So for
a full
editing, I
team.
recommend using Adobe Premiere Pro, but trust me, I get
I
that that
can't-
program's
the thing is
expensive.
because I
so if
care
you're
about
just
the
starting
ranking-
off,
the
use
ranking.
whatever's on your computer.
Like, if
when
I
I
get
started
5
Game Theory, my
people
first
on
20
that are
episodes or so
friends
were
on
all
here
using
that
whatever
play it,
video editor
I'll
I
play
had
with
on my
them for
computer
fun,
at the
whether they're
time.
good or not,
This
but
thing
I
was
don't
rough.
really like
It only
playing
had 2
multiplayer
layers,
against
had
random
no
kids.
animation qualities whatsoever, so I had to go into
No.
Photoshop and edit
Screwing
the
up my
images that I
rank and
was
stuff.
using 2 pixels at a time, moving them bit by bit by bit. I was stop motioning fine-tuning editing these whole 7-minute episodes.
Hey, I picked
crazy.
Doc.
So you can make a good product with not the best equipment. That being said, this part of the process is truly where two minds come together
done at 10
as
o'clock.
one.
I was
Okay,
gonna do
so
it
I want
later,
Mario to
but
appear on screen in a cloud of smoke.
school
Then I
for
want
my
us to
new
animate a
job, so
lyrical
I gotta
jazz routine that he can perform
to
to
bed
the tune
early.
Still Alive from Portal. And let's have Donkey Kong swing back and forth across
I'm not
the
in a
screen
grade,
every
man. I'm an
2.8
adult,
seconds or
man.
so. Okay?
I got this.
Like, I'm 37, so. Yeah, but I mean, I got training for my new
Ronnie,
job. I'm
this
training, so I'm in school right now.
Brilliant! You totally got what I was going for.
Step 5. Once Ronnie is slaved away for a couple of
I
days
thought I
putting the
picked Doc
episode
for
together,
this.
he sends me the first draft and
my
I
new
send
job is
him back
messing with the
notes to
freaking
polish the whole
hostage.
thing up. When we first started working
like
together, we
Eminem
did
and shit.
everything via email. This is how long the scripts are,
Oh my
and
God,
this
did you
is
see
how long the notes
Weaponize,
were.
did you see
It
this
would
setup they
literally
did over
take me
here?
a
Like,
whole
what are they
day to draft
doing?
these things up, and there would still be confusion over what I meant by a certain note.
Bernie,
Needless to say, it wasn't a good
what are they
system.
doing with this
so
setup
recently
over
we
here?
switched
This
over
is
to
Kick
using the
Frost
Quick
for me.
app.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
an app made by
But look
Skype,
at this setup,
but it's
Bernie.
used for
See,
sending
this
short
is a
video
no-go here,
messages
just
back
so
and
you know.
forth.
This
That way I can send Ronnie
Cap
notes
cans, freaking
anytime,
things, and they
anywhere
put barricades
inspiration
on
may
them.
hit.
It's a no-no, and they put them like right next to
Ronnie,
each other. Like,
amazing
what are
brony
they
joke I
thinking?
want you to work into the next episode. Ready? Rainbow Dash and
Just
Sonic
letting you know,
walk
I'm just
into a
showing you
bar
what not
where an
to
old
do.
man is like, hey guys, what are you doing? The dancing numbers? Right now they're more tango.
Yeah,
Think
weaponized. We fought long and
merengue.
hard to
By the
like
way,
try
Ronnie,
and
separate
put out
note,
there
this
that
toasted
like
sugar body rub you have got
have
to
Cap Can on
try.
your team.
My skin literally feels like butter. Like butter,
okay,
Ronnie.
that's messed up.
Butter! Hey Ronnie, notice that you didn't put that brony joke in there yet. Thing's gonna be hilarious. Bronies for days.
Listen, the
By
only
the way,
guy that's
totally
good
gotta try
on
this
that
toilet
whole
paper.
faction
Amazing.
Ferris team is Fuse. The rest of them suck, man. I'm sorry. I mean, Glass
What's awesome
doesn't
is that he
suck.
can watch these notes as many times as he needs to while he's editing.
I just want to shoot this dude so bad. We got him coming in here. Oh, my bad. Damn, he just walked in front of me.
Over the next couple
Oh, I
days,
can't.
Ronnie and I trade notes and drafts back and forth
the
until
com- no, no,
finally,
no, no, no.
step 6,
'Cause I shot him.
it's done and uploaded, and you guys are the final
But, I mean,
judges
he-
of how
the
it all
guy,
went.
Islander,
I
he
still
just
try to
walked
read as
in
many
front of me.
notes as possible on new uploads so I can keep learning and growing from your constructive feedback. Your face is stupid, and I hate you. At the end of the day, although we make fun of it here, making game theory does take a lot of work, and so to see you guys respond as enthusiastically as you do, it's unbelievable. Knowing that we get to create something cool and share it with millions of people week after week, that's incredible. And sometimes
No,
kind
I
of
don't
scary.
care, man. I'm just messing
We
with
have
you
a lot
like,
of really
Cat Like
exciting
was
things
messing with
coming
you.
up in
I'm good, man.
2015. Things that I think
That's it.
that
All
you're
I
going
need
to
to do
really
is,
like.
touch 'em a
We're
couple
going to
times
keep trying to
from
top
extreme
ourselves as long as
purposes,
you
'cause I
guys are
labeled
willing
it,
to keep
you know, black
watching.
ice.
So hopefully you'll like what we do.
Get the viewers to see
think
me.
you're
They
gonna
already
like it.
saw me play
I'm
with her
fairly
a couple times,
I
like
am
last
almost
time, so we're
completely
good.
positive that you're gonna like what we're gonna do. But then again, that's just a theory.
It actually took life from me.
Okay. Hey, to thank you for all your support in 2014, I want
thanks,
to kick
man.
off
I appreciate
2015
the
with a
support.
bang by doing a theory that you suggest that stars you.
Hey, that's
so
a lot
here's
of
how it's going to
friends.
work. Between now and my next episode, I'm going to be collecting quick videos that you submit to me with your theory ideas, pieces of evidence, whatever you feel like sending me. Then I'll take the most suggested topic and figure out creative and fun ways to work all the
Yeah, I mean, I
videos that
wish
you've
I
submitted
had
to me
GTA
into the
because
actual
everybody
episode.
that
So if you have a
season
theory you
has
want to submit,
GTA,
this is
but
what you're going to want to do.
It's just
First,
too late for me to
the
get
quick
into
app.
it now.
The
you
reason I
know,
selected
like,
it is because it's free, there are no
got too many games
passwords, it's
going on
easy to
right now,
use,
so.
and it helps me keep track of everything that comes in from you guys. Secondly, you're going to want to submit your video to the number 323-609-8353. That's the number I'm going to be using to accumulate all the videos that you guys submit. And then that's really about it, honestly. And remember, I'm going to try to use as many of your videos as possible in the episode, so creativity counts. Do you want to sing your theory and evidence from the rooftops? Be safe, but go for it. As a musical theater guy, I appreciate that. Do you want to write your theory in seashells on the beach? It's creative, that's pretty cool. Take a lot of time, but hey, bonus points for you, sir. Just so you know, the theory will probably have to take place in February because of the time to collect the submissions and do the research and everything, but I don't want you guys riding me like you did with Watch Dogs Part 2. So I guess that's it.
I'll
See you in 2015. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some recording to do for a new episode, so,
Alrighty.
bye. Bye, get out. Go.
Alright, sounds good.
I don't want you to hear what I'm talking about. It's top
Put
secret.
a shield
Top
in
secret.
front of you.
I came up with a complex algorithm that weighs in everything from volume of fan data to Google searchability data as well. Data all over the place. Just so much data.
You probably wanted that.
This algorithm factors in everything from volume of fan requests to Google searchability data to game release schedules to a special little number I've specially
Probably wanted that.
Stop saying things multiple times, Matt.
I gotta watch
It's gonna be great. People are gonna
Weaponize.
talk about this.
If he's gone right now, and I just put my own shield in front of him and barricaded around him, basically.
Learn to be a cat.
Yeah, right? Like, cats are supposed to be, like, graceful and stuff.
I'll protect him.
Today we're finally taking on the most iconic item from the Legend of Zelda franchise. No, not the Triforce. Okay, yeah, you could say the Master Sword is pretty iconic too. Sure, that was a biggie, but it was only for one game.
Got my shield in front of him. And where are they thermiting from? Damn, from top? You better protect him. Nice. Damn, you just blew him up. That was awesome. I actually got
It's
to
the
see
hook
that.
shot, all right. We're talking about the hook. Now look, the intro card's already up. I've missed the chance to say
epic.
that here. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Intro, hookshot. Let's move on. The hookshot, one of the many iconic items from the Zelda franchise, and my personal favorite, was first introduced in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and a variation has appeared in nearly every game since. Whether you're fond of the original hookshot, the long shot, the switch hook, or the claw shot, at its core, the item always functions with the same basic mechanics. You got your hook arrow thing, that's the technical term, and you shoot it. The hook lodges in place and the whole thing recoils, with
Where are you?
Link getting pulled by the chain to his
Want me to
new
shoot you in the
destination.
foot?
It's so satisfying. Some incarnations even have a nifty little laser pointer built in.
Right.
Gotta love that super consistent medieval Hyrulean technology, right? I'm looking at you, Skyward Sword robots. In the game, the hookshot usually makes an appearance beginning in the underwater temple and serves double duty as your primary weapon by stunning or killing enemies at close range. But should the hookshot actually be a weapon in Link's arsenal?
so.
What is the
The
real
thing is
cost
I've
of
done
all that
everything I could on
powerful
my
hooking
end.
and shooting? And the biggest
I
question
fixed my
is
audio
Link's
for
most
my
iconic
broadcasting,
weapon,
my settings on my audio and my
second
Elgato
most
and everything, and
iconic
it's still
weapon,
on my
actually more
camera, it's
dangerous to
still-
Link than the
yeah.
enemies he faces
The new
in
one,
the
the
game.
HD
To answer
60,
that, we'll
and
need
it-
to
and
use
I
some
still-
math. So whip out your trusty
I'm still
TI-83s, type in the number
Still am, you know,
531-8008,
I don't know what to get.
and
I've gotten a lot of
because when you
stuff.
flip it upside down, it says boobies. High school humor for the win. No, but seriously, put that outdated thing
Yeah,
away.
we're both
How has
down now,
technology advanced
fuckers.
so much, and yet these
By the
things
window.
are still the same? Anyway,
nice. Kill
before
the
we
guys
get to
by
the
the window,
numbers,
then
we need to
get
decide
us
which
up.
shot weapon we're going to use.
protected
Because I'm
you.
clearly
Now you have to
compensating
protect
for
me.
something, let's go with the most powerful of Link's hookshot weapons, the long shot from Ocarina of Time. According to the game's canon, the long shot launches twice the distance of the hookshot, meaning that it's going to require a greater launch force to travel farther. And if we're going to test this thing out to the fullest, I say
Former
bigger
enemies
is
that- Yo,
definitely
weaponized while you're
better.
gone,
Today
they-
we're
they
looking at two
thermited through
basic
the roof
forces.
above
The
you. I was
first
like,
force
oh,
is
no,
when
this
he
doesn't look
launches the
good.
hookshot, and
But
the
then,
second force is when the
Bernie threw a
hookshot latches
freaking-
in place and
freaking
pulls
nitro
him to
cell
his new
up there,
destination.
and-
So with that being said,
and
the first
ignited
thing we
it,
want to
and then
find
all
out
you
is
see
the
is
force that's
terrorists
being
fall
exerted
down
on
right in
Link
front
when
of
the
you. I was
long
like,
shot is
good
fired. We can
shit.
get to that force by
I got it
using
all
a
on the
few of our
stream,
favorite
too.
Newtons.
This is
Not
wave
the
4,
figure
I believe.
kind.
I think you're
Newton's
good.
third law of motion that states for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Basically, this means that if we know
You
how
got
much
action
force is
live?
being launched
Where the
away
action
from
at?
Link, we'll know how much force is going
Damn.
back towards
Bernie
him
went
and being
outside.
pushed through his arm. To get to that force, we'll need to take a step back in Newton's book to his second
Yeah,
law. Force
you were right.
equals mass times acceleration, or as I like to remember it,
You're right.
ma. That's not memorable at all, but it's just fun to say. Ma. Since we're looking for F, we'll need to fill in Ma with in-game information. For mass, we'll need the mass of the stuff that's getting shot, which is the hook and the chain. To do that, we need to take a visit to everyone's favorite, the DMV. Density equals mass divided by volume. We're solving for mass, so it's D times V equals M. So let's start filling in numbers. Its density depends on what it's actually made of. Try as I might using the power of Google, I wasn't able to find a credible source naming the Longshot's material. But according to the game, we know it has to be a metal or alloy that's hard enough to pierce any wood surface. Here's our list of candidates. We know for sure that iron exists in the Zelda universe because we see it present in the iron boots. But we also know that it weighs Link down like a little girly man when he's wearing them. And because he carries the Longshot around without any problem, it seems like iron isn't going to be our mystery metal. Aluminum and other lighter metals don't really have the hardness needed to be used over and over again to attach to wood surfaces without denting or flattening over time. So cross those things off the list. And finally, since it has to be used underwater, it can't be any metal that rusts or changes color after getting wet. The one metal that really fits the bill here is steel. That is some sweet metal, man. Metal Man, he's a boss from Mega Man. For all you youngsters, Mega Man's that guy that everyone got excited about who's in the new Smash Brothers. Yeah, you wouldn't have any reason to know him. Then I was able to calculate the volume of the hook using pixel measurements, which I won't go into here because this video is already going to be long, and calculating mathematical volumes isn't the most thrilling YouTube content I could think of. Suffice it to say, I was able to estimate that the volume of the hook is 0.0012 cubic meters or 73 cubic inches. It's a pretty small volume, but it's more than made up for when we multiply it by the density of steel, which is a whopping 8,050 kilograms per cubic meter. This gives us a hook with a mass of 9.5 kilograms or a weight around 21 pounds for us Americans. So, okay, that seems reasonable, 20 pounds, but remember, that's just for the hook. We also have to add the weight of the chain. We'll assume that this is also steel since it has the same in-game color and texture, but how long is it? So I went to the water temple and found a room where I was able to get the Longshot to its longest possible extension. From there, I was able to estimate its length. Using the height of adult Link, which we've calculated before in multiple ways using our Majora's Mask video, to be about 5 feet, we can figure out the height and length of the room based on the regular pattern of wall decorations around him. Blah 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 pixel measurements, blah 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 lame math joke and or pun. It ends up being that the Longshot's max extension is about 65 feet or 20 meters. So that's Longshot's length, but we need its mass. Steel manufacturers publish the weight of their steel chains based on the link diameter. Not Link's diameter, the link diameter. The chain links. Though it would be cool to go into Home Depot and get some spools of green-clad elfmen. Anyway, more screenshots and pixel measurements show that the chain link diameter is about ½ an inch, which would put our 65-foot chain at a surprisingly hefty 169 pounds of weight. That's the weight of a baby horse, or me after 2 straight weeks of Sizzler buffets. And here's Link just beasting this thing around with one arm. Huh, I was wrong about the whole girly man joke. Good for you, elf boy. But okay, let's say that Link somehow manages to pick up all 189 pounds or 86 kilograms worth of Longshot, which is in and of itself a long shot. What does this mean for the force of actually firing it? Well, going back to the equation, we still need acceleration, a variable we just unlocked by finding out the Longshot's length. The Longshot travels 20 meters in 1 second, meaning its velocity is 20 meters per second.
Shockingly difficult math.
And its speed is consistent throughout, meaning the only time it's accelerating is from that initial 0 standstill to the 20 meters per second in that fraction of an instant right there, just as you pull the trigger. Roughly that instant is about 1/10 of a second. And since acceleration is change in velocity over time, that means A equals 20 over 0.1 or 200 meters per second squared. That's a lot. It's not quite bullet level acceleration, but it is 10 times faster than the roller coaster with the fastest acceleration in the world, Dodonpa in Japan. Okay, so we're finally ready to calculate the force that the Longshot exerts on Link from firing it. F equals ma, plug in some numbers, and that gets us 17,200 newtons. So what's that mean? Well, considering that Link remains completely still while launching the Longshot, it means he's absorbing all of that backward force into his arm. The force needed to break a bone varies based on the size of the bone, how the force was delivered, etc., but is typically around 12,000 12,000 newtons. So, based on the force applied to Link's hand by the long shot, just the act of launching this device would, at minimum, break his fingers and his wrist, potentially some of his arm. After an injury like that, there is no way he would be able to hold on to the long shot's handle, let alone ride it across an open pit of hungry Tektites with one arm. No amount of red potion is gonna fix that in a second. You hear those hearts beeping, Link? Yeah, we'll get used to it because a shattered arm is gonna do that to you. But wait, we're not even done yet. That's just the force to launch the darn thing. It's not like Link is taking a leisurely glide over to the hook. Oh no. The long shot immediately begins recoiling its chain as soon as the hook is landed, violently jerking Link towards the other side of the room. To calculate that force, we can actually use the same equation, but now Link's mass is the thing that's doing the accelerating. We've already mentioned that Link is 5 feet tall, and we'll be generous and say he's a medium build. For a guy in this range, his average weight would be around 135 pounds or 61 kilograms. So wait, let's stop for a second to point out that the long shot is actually heavier than Link. How is this guy possibly keeping this massive thing in his pants? I'm just gonna let that one sit there for a second. In gameplay footage, we can see that it takes the same amount of time to launch the long shot as it takes for Link to be pulled back to it, meaning that the distance traveled and total acceleration would be very similar to the calculations before. Plugging these into our equation, we get FMA being 12,200 newtons. Again, all this force is being handled by Link's arm, broken hand, and area right around his shoulder as he gets dragged into the air. 12,200 newtons is definitely enough to break a bone. I mean, even more than the ones he's already lost, and is easily enough to rip his shoulder out of socket. But that bears the question, with such an extreme amount of acceleration, would it actually be enough to rip his arm cleanly off his body? Surprisingly, we can look that up. Figures and statistics actually exist on how much force you literally need to rip someone limb from limb, because the internet is a dark, dark place sometimes. Take for instance the people who've been reported to lose limbs after getting them stuck in a clothes dryer. Seriously, dude, just let the quarter in the lint trap go. It's not worth it, bro. Not worth it. From what I can tell, it takes about 30,000 newtons to rip the arm off, but this also utilizes the torque of the dryer. In most cases, the force needed to physically rip off an arm is greater than the force applied to Link by the hook shot. So okay, he's made it to the other side with a shattered hand, some other broken bones, and his arm hanging out of socket, but hey, it's still attached to his body. He can go limp on to collect another small victory across the board, right? Wrong. Even though the force exerted on Link isn't enough to take his arm off, there's another phenomenon we need to account for in this situation. Link is being pulled to his destination in an incredibly short amount of time. Like we said, his acceleration is about 200 meters per second. And accelerating that fast is technically okay if you're a solid piece of metal like the long shot. But if you're a person, the human body isn't a solid mass, which means that even if you pull one part of us, technically all the other parts might not be able to keep up. In particular, your inner organs are going to be a lot slower to get moving than the solid parts like bone and cartilage. And that means while the rest of you is taking off to fight Ganondorf, those soft internal organs are still going to be sloshing around there for a second. Accelerating Link like this is the equivalent of accelerating him to 45 miles per hour in a fraction of a second. A rate that would put his organs under a staggering force of 20 Gs. 20 times the force of gravity here on Earth. That is a massive number. But to truly understand the damage that could cause, we need to take into account a few things. First, Link is feeling this for less than a second. His body position also makes a tremendous amount of difference. G-forces are a lot easier to tolerate when they're felt perpendicular to the spine, like when you're sitting down in a car but you're moving forward. They're hardest to tolerate when they're parallel to the spine, like when a person is facing down and moving forward. In other words, the position Link would be in as he's being reeled to the hook shot. This position is particularly dangerous because the tiny blood vessels in your head and the retinas of your eyes are more easily damaged in this direction. It's estimated that when trained, humans can endure this level of G-forces for about 10 seconds before they die. In actual experiments done with humans in the range of 20 Gs by NASA and other international space agencies, 1 second of exposure permanently damaged the subject's spines. But even worse, because of that whole blood vessel thing in the eyes, made them permanently or
I have school
semi-permanently
for my new
blind.
job,
Which means that in
and
one
I like
use
to
of the
get
long
off
shot,
and
Link breaks
unwind by
all the
watching
bones
The
in his hand
Simpsons,
upon
fall
pulling the
asleep,
trigger,
and
then
go to
undergoes
bed,
complete
so
dislocation of
get
his
up a little
shoulder
bit
and
earlier
probably
than
a couple
maybe
other
I
random
probably
broken bones as
would
he's
on a
torn
weekend.
from his standing position before he's finally given a 20G slap to the face due to acceleration, pulling apart his vertebra and damaging his retinas for life. And you thought the water
There you
temple
go.
was bad before.
sounds like me
But
almost.
hey, that's just a
I don't have to
theory.
be
A
at school till
game
8
theory.
for my job,
Thanks for
and
watching.
I'm only 20 minutes
So here's a
away.
fun fact. I live just outside of Los Angeles,
35
and
minutes
traffic
away,
here
so-
is bad. I mean, really bad. Every day that I drive into town, it literally takes
droning
me
it
an
up
hour
here?
and 15 minutes at least to get into the city. And that's
Okay.
only one way. And believe me, you can only listen to
Yeah,
Wrecking
weaponized.
Ball so many times before it makes you nauseous.
Possible.
And that
I'm
number of
running through
times
a
is
lot of
one.
Bob
So to keep me
Marley
occupied during the commute, I listen to
Somebody died
audiobooks
already.
from audible.com.
Well,
Now,
that's
I
what
know you've
usually
seen a bunch of other
happens.
YouTubers promote Audible, but seriously,
But
I
that's what
use
happens
this service
sometimes,
practically every day to get through this ungodly commute. And it's great because it helps me stay awake, it makes me feel like I'm learning, and it helps me get ideas for game theory. So take it from me, it really is a great service. It's like reading,
Where you at,
but
Weaponized?
better.
You going up
Currently,
there
I'm
too?
listening to
All
Bill
right, I'm
Nye's
coming
book,
in with you.
Undeniable Evolution and the Science of Creation, because it's by Bill Nye the Science Guy. Why wouldn't I listen to it? What's not to love? And what's
I
not
got
to love
Grenade.
about
How
a
many we got in
30-day
there?
free trial and a free audiobook just by clicking the link in the description or typing in audible.com/MattPat.
you
Type
took
it
care
in,
of that
download
quick.
your first
Oh, wow.
book, and let the learning begin. They have over 150,000 books covering everything
got
you
'em.
could possibly care about.
don't know
Science,
how you
math,
didn't-
history, video games. I'm sure there's some other stuff in
All right,
there
where's
too.
the extraction?
But
I
seriously,
know,
what else
where
would
is
you
it?
care about other than science, math, history, and video games?
Oh,
So anyway,
wow,
hop
okay.
on over to audible.com/MattPat, give it a trial run, and let me know if you find a good book. I'm always looking for more
Alright.
fodder for the commute. And as always, thank you for supporting the
switch it to
show
my
by
Uzi.
supporting the advertisers at the end of these videos.
Oh,
It
sure.
really does
Okay.
help us keep this little business running,
Oh,
so that
yeah.
way I can keep finding new and awful,
True.
miserable ways
Good
to torture
point.
our favorite video game characters.
That guy just got tricked so hard.
I mean,
Let him go that way. He'll hopefully distract most of the enemies.
all right, it's looking good so
And
far.
die in the process would be great.
Wheel of Gaming, spin around, give me a franchise that is profound. Sorry, no,
Looks like
we've
it
done
is.
more than enough
Yeah.
Pokemon episodes, thank you very much. Let's try this again. Wheel of Gaming, spin, span, spun, land on a series that's super fun. Haha, very funny, Wheel of Gaming. Wheel of Gaming, I'm getting weary, give me a game to do
Where's
a
that
theory.
other guy?
We don't know how to
That's above our pay grade, man.
Wheel of Gaming, please come on, give me something other than Pokemon. Oh, done.
Actually,
Episode over. I
we've been
quit.
pretty
Outta here.
fortunate. We were pretty good with the like, wow, 1 kill? Like, really?
assholes today.
Yeah. I think I lucked out hooking up with Bernie and some of the guys earlier. And then we always seem to have pretty good luck weaponized when we play together. It's when we play separate that I have some issues.
I just can't do it,
No,
Josh. I mean, I've done
Yeah,
theories
man. I
upon
don't-
theories
it's
of
that
Pokemon.
kid- that
like
kid
at
earlier,
least
like, he was
6.
the one getting
There are so many
roasted
other
earlier.
games that I want to
I was
talk
like, yo,
about,
dude,
but
you're
for
averaging
some
dying
reason,
like 5
Pokemon,
minutes.
Pokemon, it just keeps pulling
Like, dude,
me
you average.
back in.
Oh yes, I did. I
6.
just went LOL. I was like, man,
6.
dude.
Try 375!
Felt the same way.
Video after video. Week after
wanted to
week.
too, man,
Creepy
but-
Pokemon. Cool Pokemon. Sexy Pokemon. Weak Pokemon. Pokemon games. Pokemon manga. Pokemon cards. Blue, red, white, black,
Damn.
X and Y, purple! I can't talk without saying Pokemon puns anymore! I
You
can't
remember
do
when I
it!
said that? Like, I don't know if people,
okay.
I was like, yeah,
Repressed
if you walk
rage,
in front of
great,
my side of line, like, I'm not
but what
responsible.
do we do about
Because he was
do
zigzagging
one
back and forth in the main
together.
entrance while
That
a
doesn't
couple
seem
of
to
us
solve
was
the
in the
problem
back.
we're talking about here.
Pokemon theory. So mind blowing. that they never ask us for another Pokemon theory or video again.
Hey, if you even mention the words lavender and town anywhere close to each other...
Humans are Pokemon.
Now you're speaking my language. Title card up.
I want to go upstairs and reinforce that,
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that requires a minute-long skit just to justify doing another video on Pokemon. Today we're joined by fellow gamer and Poke expert, Jwitz.
It's actually pronounced
the Jwitz.
Here
it is.
Sorry, the Jwitz. Now, I don't think it's a surprise to anyone to hear that there are some extreme Pokemon theories out there. The Great Pokemon War, Lavender Town Syndrome, the whole business with your rivals Eradicate. And in general, these theories paint the Pokemon world to be a bleak, depressing place. But the problem with a lot of these theories is that there's either not much evidence for them or there's not much else to say about them. This show may sometimes be accused of reading like bad fan fiction, but at least it's well substantiated bad fan fiction.
Regardless, there's one facet of Pokemon lore that has gone largely ignored by the fan community.
Probably because it's buried in text that no one bothers to read.
Well, except for us.
And that's the bizarre connection between humans and Pokemon. If you thought the Pokemon franchise was strange before, you ain't seen nothing yet.
It all starts in Kanalave Library. Among the shelves of the library, you'll find many myths of the Pokemon world, but there are a few that stand out. In particular, a piece of Sinnoh folklore that reads as follows. There lived a Pokemon in a forest. In the forest, the Pokemon shed its hide to sleep as a human.
What this seems to suggest is that Pokemon and humans were once one and the same, but it doesn't stop there. The next myth actually spells it out. There once were Pokemon that became very close to humans. It was a time when there existed no difference to distinguish the two.
And if we want to get really technical with it, the original literal translation of this passage reads, there once were Pokemon that married people. This was a normal thing because long ago, people and Pokemon were the same. What they're saying is that at one point in the history of the Pokemon world, human-animal marriages were acceptable.
Oh man, and here I was all these years feeling awkward for having a crush on Hitmonchan. Phew, that's a relief. I feel like a weight has been lifted. She was my first holographic card after all.
I hope you're joking.
You're right, caught me. Blastoise was my first holographic card. But Jwitz, the Jwitz, these are just myths, right? Can we really believe them?
I didn't
it's
see
important
that.
to point out that while yes, this is all in-game folklore, many of the other stories present throughout the library are true. For instance, it's in here that we learn the Pokemon world's creation
Bernie, let him come
story,
through, let him come through, let him get blown up.
The version of God creates multiple lesser gods meant to control things like time and space, which we find out later is canon.
But there's more to connect humans and Pokemon than just convoluted origin stories. For more text that'll make you scratch your head and go, really? The Pokedex is full of great little tidbits Game Freak never thought anyone would bother to read. Take for instance Yamaska's entry. This Generation 5 darling goes a little something like this. Quote, these Pokemon arose from the spirits of people interred in graves. Each retains memories of its former life. Each of them carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. Now that's pretty weird. But remember, this is coming from the definitive source of information from the Pokemon world. The Dex ain't no Wikipedia, my friends.
And Yamask isn't the only one. Clearly, there is some link between the human and soul of Pokemon creatures.
How much points did I get
Here's
for
the
that?
entry for Generation 6's Phantom. These Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died.
Shield's coming down.
So take one dead child, add one tree stump, and you get a Pokemon. Rated E for everyone, has never been this dark.
But it goes all the way back to Generation 1 Pokemon before the game developers started to get desperate for ideas. Just look at Fire Red's Kadabra. It happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers
if they stepped on the welcome mat, that means they tried to blow up that trap door.
Who wrote this thing,
use
Franz
traps to put on
Kafka?
top
I love
of
how
these
matter-of-fact this is. It happened one morning.
Now, somebody said you could destroy her thing from like swiping it or shooting at it.
Congratulations, your son evolved into a creepy yellow monster with 6 fingers, 6 toes, and a spoon.
Time and time again, we see humans, both alive and dead becoming Pokemon.
Yeah,
When you
that's
really
what I'm
stop to
thinking.
think about it, it's almost like
Because
human
they're not
death is just
electrical,
another
so
event that prompts
Thatcher
Poke
can't
evolution,
EMP,
transforming us
do anything
human-shaped
to 'em.
Pokemon into a ghost type.
So there's
Sorry?
lore that points to humans being Pokemon, a very clear human-Pokemon connection in various dex entries, and then there's also a biological connection. Last time I talked about Pokemon with the Dex crew, we examined the role Darwinian evolution plays in the Pokemon world, specifically looking at how bird Pokemon designs relate to their respective regions. But if humans did indeed evolve from Pokemon in the same way humans evolved from apes in the real world,
I saw him.
clearly there
I
must be
saw
a
him get
biological
hit with my welcome
progression,
mat. Yes.
descent with modification.
All
That
you
chart
viewers
that
out
you
there,
see
you
all
saw
the
the
time on
welcome
the
mat
walls of science
work.
classrooms
The
and
welcome
hipster
mat did work.
t-shirts. And believe
Look
it
at
or
that. He
not,
just-
there
look at it, got his
is.
leg,
Just like
too.
single-celled organisms adapted to live in the harsh primordial ooze, there's Solosis,
Yeah,
the
he
cell
just died.
Pokemon, surrounded by a
You guys, that's what
cytoplasmic
happens when you
liquid
hit
that
Frost
protects
welcome
it
mat.
from most
It
environments.
closed down his
From
one
there,
leg. It's
over
done.
time, you see Pokemon body
I'm
types
just
becoming
staring at
more
it.
and more complex, until you get to the bipedal, tailless Pokemon, the ones that would be our evolutionary predecessors. The Duets,
serious?
what would you say are the smartest Pokemon?
Clearly, it's the psychic
Oh
type.
yeah, I do.
Pelkazam has an
You can't
IQ
move.
of
Like,
5,000.
yeah,
So is it any
no,
coincidence
you're not. You're just
then
standing.
that the
Oh, okay.
bipedal tailless Pokemon have
No,
the
you're
most
not reloading
psychic
in front of
types
me.
of any of the possible body shapes? Is it any coincidence that so many of these are in the human-like egg group? That there even is a human-like egg group?
Which makes Pokemon like Sawk, Throw, Jinx, Mr.
I don't know
Mime,
how many
the
more is
Machamp
left.
family,
3? Oh, they're
who
probably
you know in
all.
real
They're all
life
the way
as
up top.
Missing Link,
Are they?
connecting apes to humans in the evolutionary line, or in this case, Pokemon to humans. And we just talked about how a human just suddenly turned into a Kadabra,
you
thereby
got it.
proving from Pokemon mythology, Pokedex entries, and even Pokemon biology that
Damn, there's
humans
still one more
are
round,
Pokemon.
son.
So
Wow,
animals
I
are
thought
to
it was
humans
like-
on Earth what Pokemon are to humans in the games. I hear you typing in the comments.
Got any
And if
more,
you are, I say,
anybody got any more wire
excellent
traps?
use of analogy. You'll do
Did I
well
close
with the
this
SAT.
door up?
But then
This-
you
this
continue.
window up?
What's so special about that? What happened to the powers? Why don't
kind
humans
of
in the
weapon you
Pokemon
got there?
world
Is that
have
his
special
shotgun?
abilities? But there's one thing we've overlooked up
You got a
until
silencer
now.
on it?
They do. Think back to the anime.
Isn't that crazy how that sounds when you
psychic
use a
abilities,
silencer
able to
for
move
that?
telekinetically, teleport Ash and his friends, and even shrink them down to the size
Yeah,
of
'cause I
dolls.
have it on
then,
that
in the
too.
Diamond and Pearl series, we're introduced to the Aura Guardians.
Wanna know
able to
why?
sense
'Cause they
and
were coming
control
through the
aura,
other
or
one, man.
spiritual energy,
You didn't
the
like that
same
painting,
energy
did you?
that grants Pokemon like
figured
Riolu
as
and
much.
Lucario their powers.
I don't like
It's
this one
revealed
either.
that a boy named Riley and even Ash Ketchum, everyone's favorite
Oh.
husky-voiced
I like
10-year-old,
this.
both have aura powers. How does Team Rocket possibly survive getting electrocuted by Pikachu time after time after time? They're Pokemon. All it's doing is knocking their health down a little bit.
But as loyal theorists know, we try to stay away from non-game sources. The thing is, there's plenty of evidence in the games. Think about it. Every generation has had some version
Got
of
us from
psychic
behind.
trainers, and every time their sprites show balls telekinetically floating around them. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a special ability. And what about aura-powered Riley? Well, he makes an appearance in the games too, and his sprite animation in Platinum seems to indicate that he has those same aura powers he demonstrated in the anime, as his hand flashes with a mysterious blue energy. Really stops to make you think, doesn't it? All those black belt trainers, not just martial artists, but fighting types. Everyone else, normal type.
But why would humans evolve and survive in the first place? In a world with creatures that can melt your face off, injure you with bubbles, and drain away your life energy, humans seem pretty delicate. Sure,
Okay,
there are some psychic humans, but the
Screw
general
those things.
populace isn't launching fire blasts at each other. Matt Pat used Disc Job. It was soul-crushing. Definitely not something that's gonna save you from a good vine whipping. Oh, good vine whipping sounds pretty good. You're into that. In a world dominated by survival of the fittest, how would humans survive?
Our minds. That's the power that sets
Going on?
humans apart. No, we may not have giant
Yeah,
water
we had to
cannons
get rid of
strapped
them,
to our
man.
backs or the ability to surround our enemies in a tornado of
You know what,
fire,
that was
but we're
great,
able to
man. That
lead,
was great.
strategize, and
That was
build.
pretty
That
cool,
lightning
man.
attack had no effect on the ground Pokemon.
Same
Well,
here,
let me
man.
think about this and use a water
I would
type
be
instead.
tempted to play
or
it
I
again
suppose if you're
tomorrow,
Ash, you just
but
tell Pikachu to do it
You gonna
once
be on
again with
tomorrow,
more
Weaponized?
feeling. Humans were able to build hospitals to instantly revitalize a team, and discs
All right.
that instantly teach them new skills. If we really are
Okay.
looking at this
I
from
don't
the
know if I'll be
evolutionary
on tomorrow 'cause
perspective,
I
what
wanna stream
Pokemon wouldn't want to
the
team
new
up with us?
DLC
The better
for,
the trainer, the more likely the Pokemon
Black
is
Ops
going to
3,
be able to win,
Awakening.
flourish, reproduce. In the end, Darwinian evolution fuels everything in the Pokemon
Oh man,
universe,
I
and
do
it
that,
proves
man.
that we
But I got
are
the Black Ops
king of
for
Pokemon,
PS4.
quite literally
so.
godlike in our powers.
You're right. Remember Arceus, the aforementioned Pokemon who created the universe?
Okay,
Human
cool.
mental power has grown so much that a talented
Send
trainer
me in
can
here
go so
since
far
I got
as to
the
capture
Xbox
him.
app,
Wrap
and
your head
sometimes
around
I go
that.
on those
You
apps
are
while
able
I'm
to capture the
relaxing.
creature that
Send
gave
me
you
your
life.
gamer tag
In
for
the end,
PS4.
Pokemon proves that our greatest asset is our mind.
So you, young trainer, are a Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
So is
Yeah,
every
I don't know
bug
what-
catcher,
yeah.
hoopster, and aroma lady you run into. And that
'Cause
truly gives
really
new
wanna
meaning
stream
to the
this
phrase,
tomorrow
gotta
again,
catch
but
'em all.
man,
But hey, that's
um,
just a theory.
Yeah,
A
you know what? I
game
might stream this
theory.
again tomorrow.
Thanks for
We'll
watching.
see.
So there you have it. Humans are Pokemon. If you like the theory,
Alright,
make sure
man.
you click here
Alright, guys,
to
well, it was
subscribe
nice
to the
playing with
Theorist
y'all,
for
man.
more
Nice meeting you,
weekly, mind-blowing
Bernie.
video game edutainment content.
Thanks for the support.
And also, if you enjoyed this
Heck
video,
yeah.
you can click here to
Well,
see
I
the video
always
on my
have fun when I
channel.
play
where we
with
work
you,
together
Weaponized, and
to
I
discover
guess I have
that
fun
the Pokemon
when I
world
play with you, Bernie,
might be
so
our
that's
very
cool
own.
too.
2 Pokemon
Yeah,
theories.
man. So I
one
can't wait to
day,
play that
one
division
awesome,
with you, man.
like 20
Oh,
minute
that's gonna be
cycle
so
of watching
cool,
stuff
bro.
that we're doing. So,
Because
so
you'll
to
be the
play us
first
out,
person I
Mr.
will be
Witz
linking
here
up to
is
play
going
a
to lay
game.
down a
Like I don't
sick
play
beat,
games
as it
with
were.
like the
Yes,
other RPG
yes,
or the
you
other
are.
type of role. That's gonna be the first type of role playing type game that you could play with another person.
Game
So
theory,
that would be cool.
Smart it out. Smartest show in game.
Oh, we've already.
With our powers combined, we are
Pokepals. When our powers combined, we are video game theorists, guys. Yeah.
Wow.
Edutainment.
And my friend
We
Styles
have no good sign off.
is get
FAL and a star 8.
Styles in there.
Styles is getting the game too. And
Me, Shell, and 2 other people were in there at one of the extraction zones, just being assholes to everybody.
oh my god, dude.
I had a team of 7 or 8 people.
I know.
That's what we did.
It was just crazy. Like Weaponized has such a short fuse. He just wants to get everybody. It's like, yo. He's like, Sheldon, let's get this guy. I was like, he don't have no gear. I don't care. He looked at us funny. Let's get this guy.
Don't worry though, we'll get everything cleared up.
What's up?
Oh, and watch out for the puppet.
Oh, it's awakening. It's awakening. It's out now. It's out today. Oh, for Xbox it doesn't come out because you have to wait a month this time because
Hello,
PS4
Internet.
locked it up this year.
Welcome to Game Theory.
You should
The show
definitely
that
watch my
promises
stream
not to
tomorrow.
include any more gratuitous jump scares, unless that's just what I want you to think, so I can lull you into a false sense of security and scare you again. But I wouldn't do that. I'll just let the uncertainty of whether a jump scare is going to happen or not drive you insane for the rest of this episode. Man, I love reverse psychology. You know what else I love? These games! Not because I'm
Well, that's
freaked
why
out
if
by
you
the
stream like me, you just get all of them in a Wii U and you just call it a good day.
Okay, well, Balloon Kid is pretty messed
It's
up, but
Pete.
whatever. No, what I appreciate about these games is the
Same
level
here,
of
like
thought
Street
that
Fighter
went into
5. I'm a
every
Street Fighter guy. It's only
element
going to
of
come
the
out on
story. When you
PS4,
create a game that
period.
has people rage
And
debating
Tomb
about whether
Raider.
it's a sequel or a prequel, you've definitely done something right. Unless that was never your intent, in which case you've done something horribly, horribly wrong. Anyway, the point is,
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2
I mean,
looks to
and
be
Tomb
everything
Raider.
you
I mean,
want in a
Tomb Raider
sequel. More
was
cameras,
coming out a
more
year
danger,
earlier on the
and more
Xbox than the PS4, and I was like, I gotta get my
But
Tomb
that also
Raider
comes
on. Like,
with
there's just
more questions. Questions
you know,
about
no
the
way.
game's
So,
lore. And while
you know, I
others
was
will
just
provide
like,
you
man,
with the
let me
jump
get
scares, I provide
Xbox
you
One,
with
and a lot
what
of my
everyone
friends had
really
Xbox One
wants,
anyway, so
answers.
it was just
Well,
a
maybe
win-win
not
situation
everyone.
for me.
What an
You know,
elite,
just logical.
educated subset of you really want,
I just got the Halo
answers.
5
So
bundle.
grab yourselves a slice of Freddy Fazbear's signature pizza, because we're about to dig in. Ugh,
Until this
tastes
game
like
came out.
Oh, wow.
cardboard. Let's get the
This
big
game
one
is
out of the
just
way
so
first.
sick, dude.
Is the game a sequel or a prequel sequel? And what I mean by that is, contrary to popular belief, just because it has a big 2 slapped next to the name doesn't automatically mean the game comes after the first one in a timeline sense. It's a sequel, yes, but it tells a prequel story. Take, for instance, these all-time classics: Psycho 4: The Beginning, Lion King 1.5, and the actual all-time classic Godfather Part 2. All of them sequels that just so happen to
I even
also
like the Wii U. I just
it's not mutually
I got
exclusive.
a couple new games
So
where I
where's
got
Five
a
Nights at
mad
Freddy's
good
2
games.
fit in? Knowing its place in the timeline
I just
is
at a
crucial
log
for
jam right now.
understanding
That's
its
why I'm
story.
glad there's
Well,
only
to figure
3
that out,
games
let's
coming
focus on
out
the
for
paycheck
a
you
good
receive
part
at
of the
the end
year,
your
and
fifth
then
night.
there's
The date
I don't
places
have
the
to
events of
worry
the game in
about.
1987, a whole 6 years
I have to
ahead of
stop
when we
myself at
determined
some
the
point
first
and
game
start
took
trying to
place in our
finish beating
first
some of the
video.
games I
Sounds like
already
a
have.
prequel,
Some
but
of
we
them.
found that date in the first game by calculating Mike Schmidt's hourly pay and comparing that to the minimum wage of the 90s. If Scott Coffin, the game's developer, is just
Rather
picking
have a lot
random
though, but to have
numbers
a
for the
shortage
payments,
then, I guess.
this bit of evidence would be meaningless. Except that he's not. At the end of Five Nights 2, you get paid $100.50. Divide that by the 30 hours worked, and you get $3.35 an hour, the exact minimum wage for 1987. Which means that us using minimum wage calculations to identify the year of Five Nights 1 is a perfectly valid way to prove it, and shows that it takes place after the events of Five Nights 2. Still don't believe me? Players brave enough to survive the extra night 6 are rewarded with a bonus check and a newspaper clipping that says the toy robots are getting scrapped, and that the old ones are going into storage for a new, smaller scale version of the restaurant. That would explain why the old models reappear in Five Nights 1 and the toy models don't. And notice how it mentions a smaller version of the restaurant. The building in Five Nights 1 is significantly smaller than the setting of Five Nights 2. Need more evidence? What about the fact that on the first night in the office, the phone guy explains that the robots used to walk around during the day just like they do in Five Nights 2, but not anymore? Or the fact that phone guy dies in the first game, making it hard for him to also be the phone guy in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 if it takes place after. Call me the Phantom Menace, cause every way to Sunday, this game is a prequel. So with that revelation out of the way, we're able to piece together the rest of the timeline and dig a little bit deeper. Posters everywhere in Five Nights 2 welcome you to this new location, implying that there was another Freddy Fazbear's Pizza somewhere before this one. Additionally, the phone guy makes reference to it on night 1, mentioning the old location and how
we'll
it
be
was
on
left
it again
rot.
tomorrow.
So we know that there was one Freddy Fazbear's Pizza for the first game, one for the second game, and one that came before both of them that we've never seen. But even before that,